point, we just gotta look at VSF staff like, come on, man. Give us like 2 minutes on the auditorium at least. Like, give us our like grand finals or something. But
I mean, I remember Justin said like, yo, if you guys get like 300, I might consider it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? Because you know, as we all know, on the horizon is the new Trinity character. People have a lot of wishes about what they want to see happen with Blazblue moving forward, balance patch or not, don't do it. So we're about to witness what's happening. But you know, part of the beauty of also VSF, what I noticed is that a lot of people aren't really per se Blazblue heads. They dabbled in the game, they enjoy the game, and they come out, right? They show up, they're here, might as well play some Blazblue.
Hell yeah.
So we're going to see what kind of player, what caliber player we're about to experience, but up front here, we got ourselves a Mai and a 9.
Ooh. This is honestly, like, it's one of those matchups where people just say, like, you know, a lot of people really struggle up against 9 and like are like insanely disjointed buttons. Yeah. Sometimes, like, even if you are like, you know, a privileged character, it's still like it's work. But then some people say like, oh, why is Mai so popular? Well, there's two reasons, right? There's one, she's like extremely simple, and like she's, you know, she's made to onboard people onto the game. Yeah. Like, you know, she's like easy to pilot. But two, she just happens to have the tools that go really well into these like high top tiers. 9 being one of them. So like, you know, mostly think about like the spear toss with the dashes and the whip cancels like the steps and whatnot. But it seems like Step A is going to be able to get the early start.
Not for long though.
And yeah, nice little anti-air from the Shiny Gaze.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see a little bit of simpler Blazblue action going on here, right? We're going to press our big buttons. We're going to keep Navy pressuring. If we don't know how to deal with it, right, why not slam it, right? We got 3 hits in already, a ton of damage being dealt here against Shiny Gaze. And now with the action right coming out on top, a little bit of an error there on the Crimson Link, but we're okay, right? We drop another rock on
just drop the rock, bro.
We're chilling.
Like, you know, it's just the correct tournament mentality. You do stuff until it stops working.
Absolutely. You only have a limited amount of time to actually adapt to your opponents, and if you notice, like, hey, this overhead tool is working perfectly fine, you keep letting it rip. And now you can see, right, Step getting a lot more comfortable here against Shiny Gaze, trapped in the corner, showing the full breadth of the 9 combos I had here.
Yeah, nice little bit of Fairy Oki. A bit no tech on the throw. They're trying to bet on that anti-air, not working out well.
Yeah, I think I saw the TRM markings there, so not much you can do in that regard, but here we are. Comfortable spot with a dive kick though, but didn't enhance it, nor had the meter to cancel to extend the damage further, but
that actually will punish.
Yeah, that will punish. That's interesting. I don't know how much Step was aware of that, but it's definitely a really good call out that on Spear 1 or Spear 2, if it's not blocked, you are just a sitting duck. You just all the way to the ground. Can't block, landing, recovery.
And even then, it's like it's also like very variable, like how plus it is. Sometimes it can just legit be punishable on block. Yeah. But it's like the spacing for that. It depends entirely on like when they recall it.
Yeah. And that's another important thing with playing against 9. If you're not too familiar, is that she can give a very rude awakening. If you're not close to her for your Oki, it's basically not real. She's dashing away. You're going straight back into RPS.
Yeah. And like if you happen to have like, you know, one of the spell stocks, then like now you have to deal with a DP, you gotta keep remembering how to OS it.
Yes.
Bro, that's effort.
I don't even have to OS it. You just jab and wait a bit. It's just that slow. I think anybody can kind of 2A perfectly fine into it.
But yeah, Shiny Gaze is getting away with that 226D, not being punished at all for it. Another chance alive, manages to find his way in.
You should have done that JC just like that, right? Big old count in. Sadly didn't have the conversion, but you can see now Step getting a little bit slower here, considering that Shiny Gaze only has that last bit of health left. Wondering, maybe I can catch them slipping up a little bit, but in that patience, right, you're giving so many opportunities for comebacks to happen, but ultimately didn't quite get that finishing link there on that JC, so close to Shiny Gaze to get one on the board, but it's going to be Step now on that set point.
Yeah. Very unfortunate drop with that combo, like, you know, just did a point blank Behemoth Yuri being punishable. Yeah. And now we're back here rolling into these overheads. Dive recognition by Step. It's just, oh, you're running at me? I'm just going to press 5D.
Yep. 5D. Well, yeah, Navy pressure, but this time tagging it out, looking for the anti-air a little too early, let Shiny Gaze get right up and close, but the counter assault pushing over to the corner. Ooh. There it is, the big anti-air. We're getting a little too antsy. The air dash buttons are pretty nice in Central Fiction, but a lot of characters have some pretty big normals and paired with some head involved to put a stop to that. And you can see here, Step making excellent use of those 2 links to close it out. 2-0.
Over Shiny Gaze, very well done.
It's first to 2.
GG. And that is actually another thing, like the stream setup is actually like a head-to-head instead of like a side-by-side setup. Yeah. So not you don't see that quite often for Blazblue, I feel.
That's true. I feel like it depends as well on the setup. Sometimes like head-to-head setups can go terribly wrong. One monitor is laggier than the other. Type of thing. So I think you're much better off, like safer than sorry, to just put a side-by-side setup. The other thing for us as commentators, right, we're looking at this like who's player 1, who's player 2.
Yeah.
I believe it is the one furthest away from us is player 1, but we
generally don't know.
We don't know. It's hard.
Next time I'll be paying attention to like their button presses. Now I'll be telling, okay, that's you.
Yeah, that's you.
Unless you're like you're mashing combos when being comboed, in which case, bet. Like,
exactly.
Mind games.
Exactly.
Well, I do a little bit of that. Like if I'm practicing IBing, like if I'm being comboed, I just tap it back, pretend it's I'm back.
Yeah, pretend tap back. I mean, it's a good habit, right? Like don't discount the situation where you are no longer able to interact anymore, right? Let it be used to keep drilling in some exercises for yourself, right? Because I think one of the most important things I discussed in players starting out with Central Fiction is how important it is to start IBing, right? IBing as much as you can, if any, or all of it if you can. Sometimes it goes to your own detriment because you get into some really wacky situations where people are able to do things like man grabs in a lot tighter gap thanks to you recovering from block faster. But the trade-off of that's sort of like the only negative trade-off to the whole matter.
Yeah, everything else is just about positive. Like even if you're not going to accomplish much for a situation, you've built meter.
Exactly, and it's the matter also, so to build meter, right, it's flat 1 meter per IB, which is insane, considering also that I think it bypasses meter penalty that you get from spending meter. On top of the fact that it now opens up angles for you to actually interact with your opponent much better. So you recover faster, that means maybe you can smash a DP a little faster, you have a jump that you pump couldn't get access before, or in some situations, right, you can dodge instant overheads, or not instant overheads, fuzzies, right? You can avoid trip guards. And pair that with barriering, right? IBB, an insanely strong tool to be able to push block people away. Not a lot of people are actually prepared to deal with that.
Yeah, and even the people that do, right? The people that say, okay, they understand how IB works and whatnot, and like they're doing the string, and they see that you're IBing, you're gonna start seeing them like go like, whoa, what like what's my game plan here? It's like sometimes you can take advantage of their alternative game plans. Okay, they tend to autopilot into like this when the IBs are happening. So like, all right, cool. Let me just bet, like dash up or something. Oh, there's a free disengage for me. Like you just want something without taking any risk. That's huge.
Absolutely. For example, so I'm seeing some button checks earlier. Okay,
I got baited with the Ezra.
We baited it out. This game is so much about information, right? Like anything you can use to throw off your opponent, definitely use that, right? Take that moment to, especially during button checks, just play a completely different character than what you're actually piloting. Because
just make sure you know which button is which.
That's true. But like the thing is, you're going into it, and so is your opponent, because they're already considering like I'm checking my buttons, but this is the character I'm gonna have to face off against. So they're running through their mental game plan, and then when you go back to character selection to actually pick your character, you might throw them off where it's like, oh, I have to reconsider everything that I was thinking about earlier. But I think we're going into it here where we got New 13 versus Tsubaki.
Oh, it's still a button check.
It's still a button check, full combo button check.
No, I think these guys are playing for real.
That's a new combo.
Yeah, I think they're playing for real. Is it? We're being bitched like hell. No, I think that like that because they're still going. I think this will be like a sort of real match.
This looks like a real match.
They already did a button check with Azrael.
Yeah, this is a Tsubaki combo. We saw new Oki earlier.
This is Oki!
This is Oki!
This is an overhead!
This is overhead, yeah. This is,
hell yeah!
This is gameplay.
Right. Oh my god, just punching right through the entire 5C. So bad guy.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to potentially kill with this combo. He misses the 3C link, but you know what? Good enough.
Bro. We have whiff cancels. What is consequences?
Oh boy. Yeah. Before there was everyone complained about Mai. There was Tsubaki.
There was Tsubaki. There was Hibiki. Like Tsubaki and Hibiki, the two other characters whiff cancels, actually auto-correcting the side they face. So thank God Mai doesn't do that.
Oh my god! But now Nissan is just like simple game plan, punching that overhead full screen, see if they can react to it.
Yep.
Of course, New being the variant of the Gurukumo that can actually represent both the overhead and the low full screen.
Yeah, that's true. You can't just automatically pilot into a stand guard when dealing with the Gurukumo drive pressure. In this case, right, we're just keeping some bad guys there because that last pixel of health and off-screen overhead.
Evil business.
Evil business. It's one of those class knowledge checks that you quickly get accustomed to where you learn the lesson to pay attention to what the Murokumo is doing with her body as opposed to where the blades are coming from. Good luck trying to see the off-screen overhead.
Oh, nice little snipe with a TD, but not too much of a conversion, but Nisox is very happy just keeping the spacing as is. Alright, so the gravity seed keeps all bad guy trapped in there. Oh, tries to anti-air, but that kick a little bit too fast. Burst coming out from Nisox.
Oh,
Legacy Edge sending to the corner. Oh, misses the 6D link though.
I don't know if I really like Legacy Edge as a counter hit confirm there. It's definitely a very strong mix-up tool, right? Because it's just locked down for a few seconds, so you can set up the notorious dash jump high-low.
Oh, that was a very good OD from Salt Bad Guy, but unfortunately not too much of a conversion because no counter hit. Hell yeah, cash that in. Look at all those stocks. Oh, you again.
Okay.
All right.
Party time.
This is death from any touch unless you drop it. CA from Nisox trying to stem the bleeding.
Oh,
nice JC. He gets the 5D out and he takes the run. Salt Bad Guy betted on the Mugen. Usually, like you confirm into that, but you know, just maybe using a little bit like Hawkness. All right, I got infinite stocks. Let's dance.
I think it went just a little bit awkward. I feel like that could have been a confirm, but you saw the way all those specials were whiffing into one another. It just didn't go according to plan here.
All right.
Nisox needs to be careful a bit though, because the pension that we've been seeing from them is the having to just keep backdashing even when there's no more screen space to retreat to. So yeah, gotta mind that. I think definitely having a life lead situation like we see here is comfortable for anyone, Hanoi, but for a zoner, you can play a little bit more aggressive in that mid-range spell.
Yeah. Ooh, nice little dash up overhead. That's something like, you know, Blazblue is one of those games where you realize, wait a minute, everybody's got an overhead.
Oh yeah.
And it's a convertible overhead too.
Yeah, it's a convertible overhead that cancels further into another moment, so it's a safe overhead.
Yeah, it's a game that's like overhead is like the main layer 1 thing you need to want to learn to deal with.
Oh, absolutely. And the important thing to remember is that you have overdrive for a reason. Overdrive rage.
Yeah. Like one of the strongest guard cancel options I've seen, like probably in any game. Is X Factor guard cancel? I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That bar always takes the cake.
Yeah.
All right, nice little jumps out of the overhead. Oh, dodges the swords, gets his way in. Salt Bad Guy taking the round.
All right, putting another one on the board there. So we'll see if Salt Bad Guy can actually bring it all the way home in this situation. Well, Nisox has had the clutch factor so far.
Ooh, DB on minus frames. You know what? It's a classic at this point. It's not even a ground blue. You see it in everywhere, in everything.
Yeah, it's definitely an unwelcome trend, but hey, that's the strength of DPs, right? It's like you start forcing RPS situations where there typically shouldn't be, and you get your opponent really second guessing. We're trying to roll away, but hey, she's invuln during that whole entire period, and those bananas track right back onto you. So Salt Bad Guy getting a lot stronger momentum going into the second game. We see him close it out with a perfect. So it's 1 apiece.
Yes, sir. Got ourselves a real match.
We do indeed. Although I think we'll see how much of it is from Salt Bad Guy just being like, okay, I can't really handle New at the full screen situation, so let me get as close as possible, as fast as possible, and be as rude as I can, right? Just every time minus frames or slightly minus frames into DP, throwing out the zero on block overhead to 5A, right? Catching people or unaware of the technologies and such.
Yeah. It was like one of those things like, you know, oh, I'm gonna press like my save check option, which is like 2A. But it's like, oh, wait a minute, that's like 1 frame slower than you would like it to be.
Yeah, compared to characters with 5As that hit crouchers, it's definitely an insane trade-off. And today we learned that Banana Super, she fades away, is invuln for a very long period of time. It's just one of those states that you simply have to hold. What can you do? Best option, take to the skies, right? Mitigate that 50-50 she could layer on you.
And that comes to play with like a lot of these like lockdown type of supers.
Yeah.
Like one, you want to be like starting like with like IB and like we mentioned, like that's just 3 meter on the board right there.
Yeah, exactly.
And 2 is like you want to try to take to the skies if you can. At least like take away the threat overhead low, because everything's gonna be like a mid.
Absolutely. We got Salt Bad Guy driving Nisox all the way to the corner, just throwing out option after option, just regular guard as well, right? Nisox not sticking to the tenets of Central Fiction, IBing, using barrier, which means it's going to be a very hard time to actually disengage your opponent away from you, especially if Salt Bad Guy were able to employ some stagger pressure in this offensive
we haven't seen that
repertoire.
much of it. It was mostly like, you know, just like betting it on the strings and then maybe resetting with a hammer and whatnot.
Yeah.
Look on this, but oh, so he's like dashes right back into that fireball. But not the worst type of situation right after, but Salt Bad Guy finds his way back in. Set point on him as well. OD available, bananas to lock these songs down. OD to start gaining stocks.
Oh, wow, what
Gets
a
the
recovery.
hit, active flow available. 5 stocks on Salt Bad Guy. That any type of hit can potentially spell doom. He gets the conversion of the enhanced tackle. Burst is available for Nisox. He will save himself.
Another banana. The wheel doesn't connect. We're holding down into the corner, and it's just going to be another blow that's going to connect there. Saw the bad guy able to make the full recovery. Definitely looked like it could have been Nisox's entire game, considering that first one they played. But ended up making the recovery in the end there, and especially just sitting, trying to play as aggressive as possible, right? Make sure that your opponent can't run their options, can't interact back into you, and there you go. It's definitely one of those first things you can start applying in this beginner intermediate level of Central Fiction is a lot of people can easily understand what their own character does, right? It's very simple to just on your own, hop into the lab, grind out execution, and then take it to game. But then when you have to start interacting back and forth, right, you have a live opponent that is actually actively also trying to win the game instead of a training dummy. You'll see some difficulty, and there comes the parts where you see who has and hasn't labbed out their matchups and understands what their options are in given situations. To which the normal response is then like, I don't know the matchup. I just need to make sure that they don't play.
And even then, it's like, for example, you try some stuff out in the lab and you think like, oh, okay, this doesn't seem that strong and whatnot. Like, this is reactable and whatnot. But then it's like, in a match, you have to account for the fact that, like, the stress, especially in the bracket. Casuals and brackets is like completely different, and offline brackets, and even then you rank that up higher, like, top 16, top 8, that stuff gets like more and more type of like mental pressure that is applied. And all of a sudden you start finding stuff you can make stuff that doesn't look that strong at first glance. You can make it work, like stuff like you're just like sending it, jumping over the the projectiles and finding yourself in, the zero on block overhead. They were pressured. They pressed the 2A. They didn't know they had to press something faster, or just not engage at all. You want to wind the clock back further, even back at what was it? Evil, right? All those Susan 6Ds, they were just working, bro. What can I say?
I think Fenrich's case, right? He was so much adjusted to a higher state of focus, right? Looking for very specific things that
you were too strong. That's why you lost.
It generally could be, right? Where you're so used to these really fast overheads that suddenly this incredibly slow option catches you off guard. I've seen it numerous times that people who are sort of adjusting, especially like trying to fuzzy guard things, they're doing a little too fast, and they crouch back before the overhead actually even comes and connects.
Oh, I've seen. That's like sucks when it happens. But then it's like if you're the other side, hell yeah. Yeah, take what you can get.
Hell yeah.
Right. Let's see. It's going to be Hersey and Payload. So Hersey is the easy one, right? Or am I confusing them?
Listen, it's head-to-head setup. We'll never know.
Paris.
We'll take a look in a second, but we can definitely talk about what we can understand is the characters being selected on the screen, where we got Izayoi and Aquaman. So this one is a bit of a funky matchup, I believe, because Izayoi is definitely going to get to a stage where she could become very hard to contest, especially in game arts with plenty of bits to work with. Hakumen does have the ability to interact somewhat. I think the quirk is, though, that Hakumen cutting her projectile still grants her one hit.
Oh, so that's a net positive in that case. Like, yeah, Hakumen will gain the meter from cutting it, but like, the stock is worth more than one pip.
Absolutely. So we'll see how that goes between these two. But you can already see that Hersey here is starting to get the full game arts on deck, and just like that, right? You go into the stance, and now you get to make use of that triangle dash, those instant overheads coming at 16 frames, right? Did you block it to it?
Oh. Alright, nice little JC, but of course one of the issues with Izayoi is like getting some decent like conversions can be a little bit difficult. So she is a hard character to pilot, but well, we have Payload trying to make stuff happen with these drives, like just putting the onus on Hersey to play correctly and not get blow himself up.
Yeah, I think something that Payload could try to angle for is just kind of start mashing drive out, right? If you understand which one you want to go for, so you want to look for 2D and 60, which are your fastest frame 1 drives, respectively dealing with low-high. You could try to call out some of the triangle dash options, which hopefully can put Hersey a little more, like put a damper on Hersey's gameplay a little bit, get him second-guessing somewhat against one he might want to do, something like that. Exactly. Put now in the corner.
Oh, nice little counter hit 3C, but doesn't capitalize with a conversion. And now that's the Izayoi classic. Once the stocks are up, throw the triple fireball and teleport right behind them. When? I don't know.
Anytime you want, but I think the same applies to what we were discussing with Tsubaki and the banana super early, right? When these projectors are coming down, lockdown abilities, you want to take to the sky to try and minimize exactly what kind of mix-ups you're going to hold. In this case, putting yourself in the air means you hold nothing.
Yeah.
They're just blockering you.
Oh, draws the horizon. No punish! Payload missing out on a giant opportunity, but burst still available. Overdrive Hakumen, such a scary character. Well, we're not going to be able to see that one come out just yet. Hersey going to be taking the first game over Payload.
Very scary indeed here. So Hersey, you can see he's going to be a lot more comfortable in this whole affair, considering the fact that Payload hasn't been able to properly challenge Percy, setting up these bids, getting into gain art, starting to triangle dash all over him in this case.
Oh, just complete simple zoning, of course. Hawkman, no traditional dash, no dash blocking for you. Like just with a step dash, just dashing into all them projectiles.
Typically, in a game like Science Fiction, if you're punished away from standard toolings in the game, there's a good reason for it.
Yeah. I don't want Hawkman with a proper dash.
No, thank you.
Like, I'm happy with him having to pay meter to dash.
Which, if then, right, is a head and body info dash.
With a free follow-up.
With a free follow-up, yeah, that's also head and body, giant hits behind him, big counter hit starter. So, Hawkman is definitely about really understanding the game and placing yourself at the right point at the right time to be able to utilize his specials. Because you also have to consistently make the same choice as Izayoi would have to with bits, although a little harder, being that do you want to use your bits to go through neutral, to exert pressure, or for the combo game?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it definitely seems like, in this type of matchup, especially if they're not like proper like IDing out and calling stuff out, you have free reign. Like, you can choose how you want to spend it. You don't feel like you're obligated to do anything. But yeah, Percy with a very solid showing, going to be taking it 2-0 over Payload. Show a little bit of that counter familiarity, maybe even also game unfamiliarity, because we saw like like a bit of like attacks, no bursts and whatnot. So
yeah, I mean, people tapping into the game, right?
Yeah, those are the people that keep the scene alive,
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, we already see one of the people sitting down, so we already know what our next match is going to be, and that will be the good old DLZ. Definitely the favorite to take all of it up against.
Who's the poor fella?
One of them two. We don't know where it's Flashy Slasher or Guac.
Okay, we'll see. But yeah, DLZ, anybody that's familiar with UK Blazblue Central Fiction, as well as global, like entire EU Blazblue Central Fiction, right? He got the Bazinga combo. Always fun to see.
Gotta show it off.
Yeah.
That stick has been all around the world.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised that thing still functions, but that's the power of the Obsidian, Hashtag please sponsor me.
They used to make sticks that last. They used to make sticks that the Pantera, the Obsidians. You still see people rocking the Rap 4. That thing is built like a tank. I don't know how. It's the most cheap-sounding, plasticky thing ever, but it's built to last. It's incredible.
It's from the Nokia 3310 era, man.
Absolutely. Electronics built to last. But yeah, as I was saying about DLZ, right, pretty much synonymous with one of the greatest Susanos to ever do it, especially in EU, uncontested. And also in the back pocket, worst case scenario, has that bang, right? The OG bang. So,
I mean, I think he has like multiple characters. I've seen him on Mai a little bit as well.
I mean, I feel like anybody that's played the game since CT will have spent some time hopping on other characters, right? Like we've, I think at some point played multiple characters just to mess around with it. Sometimes you play some lower skill player where it's like, this is the perfect time to not completely trounce them with my main.
And also, it's like, you play some different characters. You start understanding how they feel, how they think, and like why they do certain things that they do.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's definitely something you could try to investigate if you have the ability to play different characters or like pick up different characters quickly. Is if you're seeing something that you're struggling to deal with, like this character keeps doing X, Y, and Z against me. What's the counterplay? Sometimes the response is just to go play that character, go do X, Y, Z against somebody, and see what happens. See what they're doing. If they're also getting beat up by it, then it's like, well, maybe
this is just good.
Maybe it's just good. I'm saying it's a luxury because not everybody can go pick up Carl and start practicing unblockables and seeing what the response is to that.
I mean, thankfully now, with Blazblue has come a long way, especially with the stuff like the Influid mod. Look at replay takeover now. You can literally just go online, find the replays of somebody doing the Carl unblockables, which hopefully a Carl player will guide you to some of them.
Yeah.
And you can just go in there and try your best.
Yeah, no, I think also there's now they have them. You can program recording.
Oh, yeah.
So I think, was it Toby Sin?
Toby posts a bunch of recordings for also, I think he posted Carl unblockables, platinum setups.
Yeah.
I think some Jin stuff as well, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I think it would just switch the names back real quick. And of course, now that we have a name we can recognize, we know that DLZ is player 1.
Yes.
So now we know which setup is which.
Oh, absolutely. So no more guessing games from here on out, but DLZ already getting the ball rolling. I feel like, there's always a discussion of how do you use overdrive / burst, right? Especially with how it's valued per character. Against Susanoo, there's absolutely no shame in just immediately bursting the first hit. The last thing you want to do is give your opponent effectively these 3 seals, right?
Yeah.
DP, stand confirm, and basically universal combo confirm.
Yeah. Those are like the three big ones that they want. Of course, anything else is a luxury, but like, in some matchups you may want to be grabbing sword. Orb is like a very nice thing to have sometimes. Third kick a little bit less so, but like it finds the spots every now and then as a safe combo, as a safe pressure ender. But yeah, of course, on the topic of like, OD versus burst, like you mentioned, of course, there is like no shading, like, bursting to prevent specific unlocks. But at the same time, like if you find yourself like, after recovering burst, and they already have a bunch of unlocks left, Susanoo can find himself relatively susceptible to overdrive rate. So like, but that of course is like a lot more difficult to properly apply. It requires knowledge of the other character, knowing what you're targeting with that OD.
Doing this kind of early. It's not gonna kill. It's gonna be more.
Oh hell no, of course not. But just like cashing in that active flow damage. Also, since like Flashy already has his burst back, he's not donating any burst at all. Nice little safe jump and a punish. Burst coming out, staying alive.
Oh wow, that JA. That gets a lot of people riled up. I think, people are really focused on things like Susanoo 5B, Susanoo 6B. What is A normal?
Oh my god. Like 5A has traumatized me, honestly.
5A is insane, JA is insane, 2A is... It's pretty good. It's pretty good up there. I think, once you start fully understanding the Susanoo character as an opponent, you realize that, like, oh, it's the A normals where it's at with this character.
Oh, for sure. Alright, all of them important unlocks. Missing the Grand Viper, but not going to need it, honestly.
Hey, we got the DP. I think that's the most critical
unlock for
sure. Susanoo, because like, it really changes up how matchups are being played. A lot of times, Susanoo struggles a little bit, being sort of a victim to a lot of pressure. He doesn't have the best jabs. We're talking, of course, about his A being insane, but separate frames being his fastest, a bit dire. But the DP really changes up the strength of when you're actually applying pressure onto Susanoo.
Alright, CA got off me. Interesting, considering he had the DPRC available.
Oh, running yourself into the corner. But hey, let's go.
TK his Anseng, setting that overhead from so far away. Snowflake out, forces the dreams. Oh, nice use of barrier, making that 2C whip, but wasn't able to capitalize on it. Of course, this is like one of those things you need to like know in advance pretty much that it's gonna happen.
Ah, there you go.
That's 60. Like the slow overhead, some can sometimes just catch you off guard. Like you mentioned before, like some people like they stand up and they press back down to it.
The thing with Susanoo as well, like the layer 1 is long overhead. We talked about it earlier in general, like overheads in CF aren't the layer 1, but for Susanoo, it's especially that. If you can't deal with those overheads, he's going to free you up and you're going to see rounds end in 3 touches. But once he's forced to start staggering, playing a little bit to some more extremes with his normals, especially when you have overdrive ready, this character is ODR susceptible, as you mentioned, and not having a traditional dash right, he has that start off to win, it's going to make actually running stagger pressure a little trickier.
Nice little quick confirm, just opts for the sword. Oh, just dash up DP, sending it.
That's base.
Oh. And yeah, that's the power of the overdrive, of course, because it was on Wake, it was a little bit faster, being able to punish that 6A. And yeah, thanks to that level 2 spin available in overdrive, gonna be able to route into the kill. DLZ already taking the headphones off. We know this kills. He's dead already.
He's dead already.
No, I respect the lock-in, bro.
Yeah, I respect lock-in.
Maybe the photon is gonna hit the console, just gonna not trip the kill flag.
Maybe, but that's how it goes in CF, right? You got these supers that just keep you at that 1 pixel HP just so you can ride out the entirety and get that final.
Who knows? Maybe they'll accidentally hit RC as they put their controller down.
That's true. Oh, we know that one. We know all about that one. But no, in this case, it's not to pass DLZ. This is, it's one of those things with DLZ, right? When you start seeing him go into these routings, especially popping overdrive off after the ground viper, it's usually like, I think he's at like a 95% confidence rate that sequence will now kill.
Yeah. That's actually like that third use of overdrive, like the offensive type of overdrive.
Oh, yes.
Like, being able to either change your upgrade your combo to be able to for example, very very relevant for Susanoo. I think we saw DLZ do that in round 1, where it's like he gets that quick hit. Yo, let me pop overdrive. This is gonna give me the good seals, 4K something damage, and you're in the corner. I'm chilling, bro.
Absolutely. I think also the other part with the key of actually popping overdrive in combo is the fact that it's a lockout for your opponent's burst.
Absolutely.
So that one's very deadly. So you may not necessarily have to be doing like fanciful combos, but like you see the sequence that he does off that staircase. Because once you have spin 2, you don't need overdrive to access that same situation where you're hitting spin dash with your opponent at the top to be able to get that 5D or 2D link. But just doing overdrive there instead means that they can't burst that final sequence, and that could cost them everything.
Yeah, especially if you're looking at their resources and you see, oh, they're building it back. All right, I would just like lock it out early.
Yeah.
Of course, you get that also requires like character knowledge because you need to understand how you interact with the burst, how you interact with the OD. Like is that gonna mess up your combo? Because there are certain times like I'll pop OD, but unlike RC, it actually has a little bit of recovery. You can use it as a ghetto RC on cancelable buttons, but it's like 3 something frames slower.
Indeed.
So that can mess you up. I think
we got
Heresy back. Button here. So we got Heresy back. Who's he up against? Real quick.
Yeah, and the question: who's he up against? Icarus. Do we know an Icarus?
I don't think so per se. But,
all right,
I'm down to see.
We're down to Cloud. Let's see. If it's gonna be Azrael, I think Azrael's a surprisingly popular character that I've been seeing this weekend. A lot of people pulling up on him.
I mean, it's a pretty good tournament type of character.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll definitely take you to top 8 sometimes.
Oh, certainly. I think like you can sit down and prepare all you want against Azrael, but there's just gonna be something that hits you at times, and it being Azrael, especially with a weak point on deck, it's just suddenly so much damage, right? He is just one of those characters. I mean, okay, he is a two-step character where you have to set up your plan and then execute the plan. That being his seals. So you may be lower damage than most in a lot of situations, but your buttons are pretty phenomenal for what they're done, for what they're used to.
Like you know how you said like if characters do not have a traditional dash or they are limited in some other way, there's a good reason for it. Yeah, they decided to give Azrael absolutely brawling buttons to compensate for the lack of gauntlings.
Yeah.
So early OD gonna give Icarus the overdrive, so he's definitely gonna be able to use that one later. But you know how you mentioned like versus the Izayoi, the triple fireball. You want to be taken to the skies. Azrael's like one of the exceptions to that because you can instead just do a backwards DPOS.
Yeah.
Whereas like you get Growler if they teleport late, and like if they stay same side, you get Growler, so you absorb the fireballs anyway. Yeah. And she's not getting stock, she's an arts. And if they side switch, you're gonna get a DP. It's like hell yeah. So you may legit just straight up target and like wait for them to do it, but of course once they start adapting, it's like well you got a very pesky fly you need to deal with.
To anybody watching, Ray mains Azrael. So that's why you get the full in-depth explanation of everything this character does.
Ooh, nice little spacing by Hersey, just outside of that boost up range.
Oh, okay. Able to teleport away there, nicely done, but the 2A catching that 5D. It's very funny, right? He takes a little hop, but he's technically not really like avoiding anything, he still just gets tagged.
Yeah, there is technically those airborne frames. You can't hop over a throw. It's very hard to do, but it can happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just the nature of Azrael, I feel like. It's like a lot of stuff can happen. It's never really intentional. Simply just do the vanishing attack and call it a day, man.
All right. Meanwhile, Hersey quite in control of this match, not even in gain arts.
But I think we were talking about this on the way to the venue, right? So Azrael has that Growler, which is going to be that projectile absorption tool he has, giving him access to his own projectile to utilize. And projectile heavy character like Izayoi, right? Because it directly allows her to access her bits. For her, it really is going to depend, like, is this person properly growlering to deny me that? And you can see at times that people don't quite have that reaction ready to go for growlering. So you may not necessarily have to discount projectiles as a game plan against Azrael just because he has that absorption tool.
Yeah. For sure, and it's also like sometimes you want them to growler. Because like for example, there are like certain setups, like you don't get the best type of Oki, but you do get a projectile out, right?
Yeah.
But if they growler, they still got to go through the entire growler animation. So you actually, yes, you give them a bullet. Yeah. Yes, you cannot punish it, but you're like way more plus than you normally were. So some characters actually legit prefer them for certain things to be growler, and then it becomes a mind game, like does he or does he not?
Yeah. There we go. Hersey.
Confirm into the full riser. Should be an easy kill for Hersey as he moves on to set point over Icarus.
You see Hersey kind of struggling with the riser here and there, but glad to see it coming back on deck. But yeah, very comfortable bracket so far for Hersey, especially not being denied out of the Izayoi game plan, getting these bits on deck.
Alright. That thing I think only works on Fatal, I'm not quite sure, but still. Full stocks Hersey, big chillin', setting out the projectiles, no teleports, there it is.
Ooh.
Hey! Icarus might be listening.
Growler definitely very nice to stop that teleport, right? Because it's also an active frame. I believe you mentioned it earlier. Unfortunately, NCR not working out. And yeah, of course, the triangle dash character needs a DP. Why not?
Yeah, as well as DP, it's like it's good and bad in its own way. It's like it's so like catastrophically slow that it actually works out sometimes.
Yeah, that is true. Some of those DPs, especially characters that have these setup situations to be able to call out and bait DPs, Susanoo 5A, will accidentally have them getting caught against the likes of slower DPs, that of Asriel, that of Bullet, where, you know, just the timing where they're autopiloting and just catch them off guard. But there it is, Hersey, as you expect, that 2-0, pretty comfortable dealing with Asriel.
Yes, sir. Wait. Oh, now that's player 1. You know what? I don't even know anymore.
Was that player 1? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that they can always do, right? Is they just go back to the menu. It depends on who you sign in as. It's PlayStation.
You're so right. You're so right. We've been like worrying about stuff that we had no control over anyway.
I mean it just means we can't. It means off rip tell who's what, where.
But yeah, good showing on Hersey. Going to be moving on, which means he's going to be facing off against Nani Rez later, which is going to be another Asriel.
Yeah, so this time maybe he might actually give a run for his money, and Nani Rez.
We will see.
I think, like, that's the thing, when you start moving forward in this, like, I think it's the same trend as last year with VSF, probably before as well, that as you start moving forward, you start seeing the real Blazblue grinders, right? The people that are actually playing this game for zero money. But they're playing, right? They're playing, they're putting in their best effort, and...
Hey, man, if the people that grind the game end up moving on, that's just a good game, right? That's what should happen.
That is what should happen. That is what should happen. So I am pleased to see that these things like these still occur, right? So, of course, you know, you shouldn't discount the people that also don't play the game all that much, right?
Yeah, but some people are like legit like multi-game specialists. They may not play the game that much, as we saw yesterday with would go to Mystic Smash with the 9 hours in Uni.
Uni winning the bracket, and there's some Uni players here, so that's definitely a very gulp moment. But no, what I was saying as well is that we talked about for VSF, a lot of people are here for other games, but they're like, hey, I play Blazblue.
Yeah,
I like pressing buttons in this game. Let me sign up for this bracket. And it's thanks to people like them that show up is why we get these brackets that are like 60 people, 100
Yeah, I
people.
saw the number. I was like, damn, how are we going to earn this in one day? What the hell?
Apparently pretty, I think.
It's moving pretty smoothly.
Yeah, it's pretty smoothly.
At the moment.
We're like 20 minutes before I have to get out of here and start doing my own pools.
Yeah, and it seems moving decently well. Oh, Hersey is just in the hot seat. Standing up now, sit right back down. We got Nani Rez up against Hersey up right now. So that's the matchup we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Gonna be another Asriel Izue setup.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how differently Nani Rez is gonna be taking it. Of course, he's been playing. He has a bit more seasoned compared to Icarus.
Yeah.
But the question is, how often do you end up in this type of matchup? Izue is a pretty rare character, in my opinion. In the UK and the EU in general. We've got a couple of them, but there's like, Swine Grease. Well, what else comes to mind? Veldron, I think, is now on Izayoi.
Daedron?
Daedron's on Mew.
No, Daedron's on Poconoe. Who did you say earlier was on?
Veldron.
Oh, that sounds similar. I'm not sure. Used to have Omega, but I think he's gone. So yeah, indeed, not the most common character you get practice against. But then there's also like how people play CF. So you do have the EU Open server, right? So the dedicated EU space for Blazblue. You got the bi-weekly. Shout outs to Hoon for running that every other week, right? On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Don't miss out on that.
Every other Tuesday, we'll be there.
We'll be there in rotation with some other talented commentators. But not everybody has the time to hop into those or really the desire to play, because like online is pretty good thanks to the rollback patch, but there's still the question of like, what kind of connection are people running at home? Some people do have that dial-up modem with the hamster wheel, and that's not the best time that you want to be playing Blazblue at all. So a lot of people do retreat to their own local scenes, their own community spaces. So I know the Dutch scene, right? We are very insular. The Spanish scene is also very insular. I think the UK scene also follows in that trend quite a bit. So a lot of them
I think most of the like Londoners are sort of like in their own little circle. Like Nani is just from Nottingham, right?
Yeah.
And I think like his scene is also we've seen some of them actually show up, like him. Do you know what the call player name is?
Who?
The call player.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but
yeah, he's also like from the from the same area as Nani Rez.
Yeah.
Like they also happen to like practicing with DOZ quite a lot. So we got a bunch of people like there's being brought up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. That's the important part, right? It's like a lot of people do just play with their friends in their local scene, and it's a detriment, and it's usually a detriment because that means you don't get the full experience of playing against all the characters, and it's also a dependency on how good are these players that you're playing with, how willingly are they.
Like how big is the pool?
Yeah, how much are they willing to get invested in this?
I don't think this is a button check. I think they're going right straight into it.
Yeah, Hersey also had that Mai as an option there to back things up, so I feel like the name Nani Rez, also witnessing Nani Rez be playing all weekend, right? Like, you definitely caught him doing these things, so Hersey getting ahead of that and just decides to opt into the Mai instead of the Izayoi.
Yeah, I respect the tournament combos. Of course, you can always push those combos a little bit further, but hey, knockdown, it's not going to kill. Knockdown is all that matters.
Absolutely.
Oh, IDs, but the whip cancels. We were talking about Tsubaki before, but nowadays, public enemy #1, Mai Natsume.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, good understanding of that situation. It's a slow and very plus on block overhead. He can anti-air it, and I guess in Azrael's unique case, he can actually has the space to be able to forward that and get out of the situation and just look like that. All the work that Hersey has put to get Nani Rez into the corner now being completely swapped to the other side. The throw there against the Armored Super. And I think that should be all that Nani Rez throw for Hersey. We're going to go straight into the Black Hawk Stinger.
Not quite enough, but like Nani Rez, I know he's got them. Doesn't even need a TK Growler, like, just dash up, making things very weird, like, oh, I don't know what to do, like, he just dashed in my face, he's not pressing anything.
Yeah.
That little bit delayed 5-egg caught Hersey lacking. Nani Rez taking the first round clean.
Alrighty. We'll see what Hersey has to adjust to that, because so far, right, we've been seeing him on stream enjoying some of, I'd say, less experienced opponents, right? So kind of got to run the game plan that he so desired, but Nani Rez definitely a force to contend with. Just climbing 5Cs, just kind of noticed that Hersey doesn't really have an altogether plan here on how to deal with the Azrael stuff, but hey, whip canceling definitely seems to be doing a lot of favors.
Yeah, well, like you said before, right? If you cannot have real control of the situation, your best play is to not let them play at all.
Oh, sure.
So that's why I see Hersey betting on all these whip counts. Like, Azrael can struggle dealing with them.
Yeah.
Not perfect meaty. Gotta be able to 2p60 out of that. Wake up 2B, you know that's a DP.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing as well with Mai that makes it a little difficult to cross her up, is that if she's intent on using a super, she will get that super. And of course they decided to give her down to a 2A.
Yeah, that thing, low profile, like, let me tell you, bro. She does like 2d6A into 2A. I don't think Azrael can do anything. She low profiles anything, every single jump in on something.
It's, a lot of people do talk about how they don't really like the CF characters, because I think they definitely were built with a different philosophy in mind, and it definitely shows a lot of the times with just the things they're able to get away with. And my goodness, look at that entire interaction. I'm surprised Nani Rez didn't go for the flash cancel there.
Yeah, he definitely is aware of those. Nice, gets a little ID 5D, but no counter hit, no combo.
No,
Armors through the CA! What a call-up, but he drops the critical valiant combo.
Oh, okay, 5C, we're getting a little too greedy with what we were trying to use to mash here. Hersey is so close to closing out this round, right? She needs to find a good touch there. That's what RC, oh my god. I would have done the dive kick RC, but it works out. Hersey able to contend, and that is a 1-1 situation, a stark difference compared to the first game where we saw Nani Rez completely trounce his opponent.
It was like one of those things, like, Hersey with the adjustment, don't let this guy play, swing. My buttons are bigger than his buttons. And like I got them whip cancels to cover myself.
Yeah.
But of course, if Nani Rez can just like wager and like take advantage of the scramble situations that he's making, pound for pound, he has more health, and his buttons do hit harder.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the lariat interaction. Gustav, a proximity-based lariat, it will lose the traditional lariats just like that.
Yeah, very unfortunate, but look, we got the tipper, we got the RC, we're cashing out this damage like at 3.8k. And had the safe jump, but that's what we're talking about, right? The slower DPs are kind of a struggle for people to actually utilize their usual game plan with, right? Typically, the block happens much earlier, and then therefore they are used to, okay, now I can do this punish. But there, they just see a whiff, and they're like, oh, I guess it's a delay tech. I can just run my pressure from here on out. Oh, did low profile it.
All right, the DP working out on Nani Rez, gonna be taking the first round, setting himself set point. This could be a critical game, critical round to win.
Yeah, I think if Hersey can hear me now, right? Slightly spaced 2A, you'll beat everything. All wake-up options. Azrael can't deal well against low profiles, but it's a now technology. We don't even need to be doing all these fanciful save jumps, right? Just stand there, 2A, you'll catch things like roll.
That is a big one. Fatal hit, stick C, get that Nice little 3.6.
Oh, where are we going? Back in the corner. None of that. And again, right, one of those situations where if Mai wants that reversal and you're on a cross-up base type of mix-up plan, she will access it. Tipper, going to get that full extension. To the air we go. Spear dive. Not enough to kill this yet, but look at this life lead that Hersey has. Throwing out the spears, and you can see, again, the projectile gameplay isn't discounted yet. Nani Rez does have Growler, can absorb the projectile, but if it's not being utilized, and especially in this last situation where if you mess up, you die, you know, keep using projectiles.
Oh, wow. Bet it on the 3C. Massive payout. Get them plus frames, gets the cross up. Is that close enough? It is.
It will do, but
has
too much.
Oh, big counter hit. This could actually be curtains for Hersey. With the C, oh no, just, okay, that's gonna be quick, alive on a pixel. It's gonna be a Tiki Growler moment.
Oh, can't punish that, -2, unfortunately, and double overhead. Nani Rez able to cinch it out, but you can see just the exasperation coming out. He's like, oh my goodness, they're my character. It really makes you to all the way to the edge.
And like, no, Nani Rez is like not a bad player, but like, we're in a tournament setting. You are seeing the fumbles come out.
Oh, absolutely, right? The moment the situations start getting to you, I think you can play Mai 1,000 times over. But when push comes to shove, right, you're in the moment. Now it's time to put it all the cards on the table. Mai can still just catch you with some of these things, right? Like some of these normals that she has, that 5C for example.
Yeah, you saw that anti-air Nani Rez so many times. It
anti-airs, it has that whiff cancel into XC, right, which is a pretty fast follow-up. But not only that, the fact that it's fatal counter, it forces crouching, and also, for some reason, it's -1 on block.
I don't want to think about it.
It's definitely a very baffling decision that they made, but it's just one of those things where they wanted to make an accessible character to beginners, right? Here is the sole single button you need to be pressing. It hits hard, and it's very easy to utilize because you just go C, 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 and suddenly you've done yourself either 2...
I think it's 3K or something, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like 2.8 to 3K if that counter hit before. Yeah, it's something in between there, but like, that's how hard it goes.
Yeah, and the thing is though, like, you know, it's not like Nani Rez didn't have anything to do. Yeah. There were options they could have taken in, and of course he end up capitalizing, especially when Hersey was hesitating for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that last round was literally just the one not letting the other person play at all.
Yeah, yeah. But I think also like we talked about it before, right? Like he has really good buttons for his offensive pressure, but playing it in a defensive, like trying to play a punish game with it, it's very limiting. You have to be like right in their face because the moment you can't micro adjust yourself like all other characters can who have their regular CF dash.
Not to mention, like, you know, his like one of the more important buttons in this game, the 5B, right?
Yeah.
Like you saw, like we're gonna see Susanoo's 5B. Well, like one hell of a button that is.
Yeah.
As his 5B or maybe later. So Baki's 5B is also insane. Azo's 5B, fantastic button. I'm one of the best anti-airs in the game, but it's stubby.
Yeah.
Like it does not go that far, and it's a 9-framer.
Yeah.
Like on the slower end as well. So like there are certain situations where Azo just like does not really get a chance to punish.
Yeah, and he has to start RPSing, especially on things like movements, and before you know it, right, and you got the likes of Mai simply just pressing 5C again, getting an anti or 2C, also just moving around really, really fast. So it's very understandable that.
Bro, that was the fastest button chicken I've ever seen.
Listen, we got our buttons. We understand our buttons. We don't need to be doing combos, no OP, no nothing.
Yeah, I mean, some people, like even if they, you know how some games have like the button check in the menu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. People still do the in-game button check.
I respect that.
I thought like, what the hell are you doing? But then I realized they're testing the setup.
Well, but it's also more. I think it's not really testing the setup. It's like you just see the buttons light up, but that doesn't mean anything to you until you see your character physically do the moves. But here we go. Going straight into Salt Bad Guy versus DLZ. And knowing DLZ, right, life or death, he will get that DP off as soon as he can.
Like, it's so funny when I was playing Central DLZ, he would legit get himself punished just to unlock the DP. Like, I don't care. That's my win condition. Oh, the quick little reset with the orb cancel. So Bad Guy not ready. DLZ busting out the tricks. Trying to move to this bracket with swiftness.
It's one of those things where, you know, CF holds the tech game as it should be, as all games should be. But a lot of people are very used to just holding back and teching, right? Where in the air, when you start doing these emergency techs, holding back or forward drops your capture up a little bit. So you can be susceptible to some of these nasty resets when you're not ready for it. Either try to go for that neutral tech where you drop like a stone or delay.
That, or like you can maybe try like, you know, being a bit more bullish and like, you know, try to tech out of the corner, but you need to react to your tech instantly to start burying.
Yeah, absolutely.
You will not have much time. Either way, DLZ gonna be punishing the OD attempt by Bad Guy.
Yeah.
Is he ready? No, and spends the RC to keep going actually.
But there you see, right, like the 5A versus no. it being, it's an 8-frame start, so on the slower end, but the fact that it recovers so quick actually leads to +3 on block. And because of that really fast recovery, compared with the active frames that it has, you have the ability to meaty your opponents with this, at the same time baiting these reversals up to 9 frames.
I think like a lot of characters, they can save jam slower DPs, but Susanoo is one of those who can like save jam the fast ones as well.
Yeah, he just, I think, struggles on some of these super reversals, like Izanami's 7-framer, right?
Yeah, that's
like,
a 7-framer.
Yeah, you can't deal with those. It's just like, now I gotta kind of just give that respective 50 meter that they have. Difficult one to get. That's typically, I feel like that's like a spin dash 2 round, but yeah, look at the distance that's given to DLZ. It says like, you know, if you're not going to approach me, I'm just going to press 4D a couple times. Now I have one of my other universal combo tools, right? Tackle level 3, as you can see now, providing that extra up kick here. We now go to the corner with the sword on lock, and that should be lights out here for Solid Bad Guy as DLZ heads into that set point.
Burst advantage as well. We might just be able to see one of the shortest rounds of the day, depending on how this one goes.
If you're not prepared, not a counter hit though. But hey, listen, got that second hit that he needed, and it's like, all right, cool. Full screen space, 4D, get my DP unlocked.
Nice little confirm on the straight 3C hit. And of course that level 3 tackle can be enable an extension.
Yep.
Nah, that's safe, bro.
Yeah, that's safe. We go again. You need ODRing again, like we said, a very strong tool, but there are rules to this. Once you understand them, of course, you are in a lot better position to actually utilize it. But what a response there in the end here to the 90 dive kick follow-up, and we don't even need the overdrive to close things out. We are speed running this.
I mean, that's DLZ, that's Susanoo, bro. If he gets going, he's a bulldozer.
Oh, absolutely. Susanoo is definitely one of those welcome to the game type of characters where...
doesn't help that he's like extremely popular.
No, yeah, of course, but he's definitely very easy to pick up, and therefore really extremely popular. Has one of the sickest designs to ever do it. One of the best voice lines ever across the board. Even his win quotes are tough as shit. But the part that I think is most important for people actually facing off against Susanoo, why he's such a welcome to the game style character, is you're tasked very quickly to familiarize yourself with how to IB.
Yeah. Like it's both him and what's the other characters? Like immediate, it's like, you know, pass this or perish.
I feel like Asriel with Gustav, you can't IB Gustav.
Yeah, I would say that, yeah.
Because anybody with these like plus frame dash punches, right, these re-engages that they possess, that becomes very difficult to actually start playing the game you're kind of used to, where, you know, there's actually levels to this defense stuff that I have to do in this game. I'm just trying to now think, actually, like, who could you be referencing here that's also so very heavy on the IB requirements?
I wouldn't necessarily say like IB, but like I'm mostly thinking about like you need to understand how this mechanic works. Otherwise, like, you know, you're not gonna have a good time. It might also just be under CF.
I feel like there's just a bunch of these characters that have these spot IB moments that are very key. You can get by pretty fine, I guess, like not IBing against Asriel. He's +1 in your face. It's not the scariest thing if he just jabs you. But there are things like Ragna Dead Spike, for example.
Oh yeah, Dead Spike dash, +1?
Yeah, +1. It's like just full re-engage. Dead Spike is also a little awkward, where if spaced correctly, you can't challenge it, so it just gets him right back into business. At also further distances, he's more plus. It's kind of like not entirely the correct analogy here, because you can also jump as a response to his correctly spaced Dead Spike. But you kind of get the picture, right? A lot of characters are going to have these things, these bits in their kit, which is their re-engage, which is going to be the tools they utilize to keep looping their pressure. And IB puts a big damper to a lot of that. And you will catch a lot of people, especially at the beginner intermediate level, who are so used to the frame data as presented on Dust Loop, that when you start IBing, right, and altering these numbers, that things get very scary.
Like either it's like, oh, I'm used to this being a true block string, it no longer is.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm used to this being my plus on block move, like, oh, it no longer is. It's like, it starts to engage at like level 2, like, you know, like the second layer that they need them to worry about. But yeah. Of course, Nani Rez, DLZ both sat down. I don't think there's going to be a button shift. They're going to be going straight into it. This is pretty much the winner's side that we were expecting for this pool.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Heresy did almost put a stop to that plan there, so got really close to sending down Nani Rez. But I believe for this match, it doesn't necessarily matter the outcome all too great, right? Of course, one is going to go down to the loser's side, but both of them should be moving on forward to top 12 hereafter. So it's going to be a question of, like, are you going to move into that top 12 with an extra lifeline or not? And Nani Rez is going to get that first touch there, putting DLZ into the corner. Here comes the pressure, which is some barrier, and it's like that, right? Pushing Asriel out. Can't really re-engage all too easily. He has the likes of 6C and Gustav to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, and that's actually like Niner is actually one of the things I really like about how he plays is that like one of the things you want to try to do, like if you try to not take that many risks in this game if you can, and one of the safest ways is you create some space and you jump out the corner. Like Niner risk, instant recognition, dashes back, right? Just keep them jailed in there. Of course, Susanoo, before they get any unlocks going, very vulnerable in the game. Yeah. Until that OD call, but of course DLZ found the spot to get himself started, and now active flow available. If he cash in that super, all the big damage unlocks are in.
Yeah. Spark hands into the God Press, just missing the sword super. Is it going to be enough?
Just
Ezreal's just a bit too beefy of a character to be able to get the kill there, but you can see, right, just that careful spacing, just sitting there, seeing maybe the DP comes out, the yes or no, but...
Yeah, like he was standing at such an awkward spacing, because like 5A width, 5A width, 5C is way too slow compared to 5B. Yeah. And he's just standing there as like big chiller.
And there you go, right? Just keep yourself calm and collected here against this pressure. As you just press 5A, there's a backdash, you can catch and then punish it on the tail end of it.
And of course now that we see, I haven't seen Nanigra's bursting. Like this is gonna be it has to be a well-placed overdrive. Of course, DLZ quick stop to that. That 6B you will not survive.
No, absolutely not. And this is also one of those things with overdrive, right? Like a lot of people are very like their burst, like it as their do-over button. You can see, look at this, right? DLZ checking, trying to check for Gustav, but Nani-Rez understands that game plan a little bit, but that DP, towering flame, hitting on both sides, the good old triangle. And again, he managed to find that routing. There's one thing, right, routing for the top hit spin dash off of ground viper, that's the basic one. But to get the right delays to do it off of just any sort of launcher into the air, very tricky to actually consistently pull off.
I mean, that's why you see DLZ playing the game for like 9 hours a day every time there's a VSF going on. Like, that's character experience, that's character mastery.
Absolutely. Here we go, beautiful air-to-air conversion. A little bit of a smaller combo, but what matters most is you consistently get these knockdowns, and especially like 2 hits right into C unlock, that's DP. That's part of game plan number 1.
And of course, level 3 spin dash for Nani-Rez a little bit like hesitant to try to go in because that 5A is such a massive threat. Yeah. Just being able to stuff Gustav completely.
Yeah, and look at this, right? Honestly, just pressing 5A in that spacing. Because should Nani-Rez try to do something, oh, evil. Should Nani-Rez try to press a button there, right? That 5A next to all of its rain data, disgusting this game. The whole hand missing a herpes.
Oh, he just bets it on the Gustav RC. Kind of hoping DLZ will get hit or maybe try to check with a standing button. But DLZ staying chill. Nice little punish on the dropkick. Gonna be moving on to set point over Nani-Rez. Oh, last IB, but misses the punish. You hate to see it. It's a bit tight, but it's definitely punishable on IB. And it's like another one of those things like Lariats, right? Yeah. Pretty much almost universally -4 in the game. Yeah. Put an IB on that, that's a punish.
Yeah. Still though, right? The important thing about IB and Gustav is not necessarily that it's your turn now. It at least stops him from simply pressing 5A. But Nani-Rez understanding, right? You can DP. You can force RPSs around this. So DLZ may continue to IB that, but it's not going to be the end-all answer to dealing with Gustav. And that's also another favorite tool, right? When you see DLZ just randomly 2C, that is not a DP misinput. He just likes that as a match. I
mean, 2C is like one hell of a one. He gets like so low, he can like low profile certain things you would not expect. Yeah. And Azrael is actually susceptible with that. His by B. The classic!
The DLZ itself, DPRC. I think it's also one of those things unique to Susanoo because his DP is a projectile. So it actually doesn't suffer push lock unlike the other ones. So you can quickly set up that TRM situation.
Yeah. And like even the funny part is, even if it hits, and like, you know, oh, it hit, I voiced it. No, you actually get to convert right after thanks to the throw recovery being quick enough. Yeah. The double block.
Yeah, just need that last touch, and already, right, we're throwing out 5A, the roadblock.
Yeah, the thing is, Nani-Rez should be waiting for this OD to come back. He's got to need to find a good spot. Oh, no, my God, I just remembered. That orb is such a problem for him to deal with. And DLZ ready with the jump cancel on the flash. Nicely showing why that 2C is such a big problem. Such a good button. Yeah. DLZ, predictably, I would say, probably going to be moving on to winner's side. Top 12, is it?
Yeah, going to be moving on forward into that winner's side of top 12, indeed. So we still have the losers quarters and semis of this, I believe, but I don't know if we're...
I don't know how much of that we're going to be streaming. I see people sitting down.
Yeah. These look like people from a different pool. So I might have to move.
Okay, we're going. Okay, it's actually.
Okay, so
that's going to be it for
this. Are we doing the 12 p.m. pools? Oh, sorry. Are we doing the 12 pool? Yeah, that's me then. All right, so I got to head on out. We still got plenty more Blazblue action. I think. Are you at 12? You're later.
No, I'm on the last pool.
Oh, yeah, so you're gonna keep the stream company here. So I'll catch you all later. It's been a blast, Ray. I'll probably be back after my pool. So we'll see.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine. But everybody, take care, have fun, and I'll see you all later.
All right, peace. But yeah, just as Euchre said, we're going to be moving on to our next set of pools. Of course, congratulations to DLC to making out. Nani Red still, I think, has to play his loser's side final match. But yeah, we're going to move on to our second round of pools. Let me just bring that up real quick to see who we got on the stream setup now. And I think we're just starting on this now. So we've got Sandwitty and Empty Skulls. Hey, I remember you! Hell yeah, I remember you from like, what, 2-3 years ago? Yeah. It's Rumi, right? Yeah. Let's see. Good luck, man. But yeah, Empty Skulls with the Terumi and Sandwich. Oh! Sandwich! Okay, I got it. It's like, man, Sandwich, that's a pretty decent name. It's like, oh! But yeah, that's pretty nice. But yeah. No, I think we're just waiting for the go ahead from the screener. So yeah. Let's see what they're going to be locking in on the character side, of course. MTX Skulls, we already know. Man Red the Terumi. One of the, I think, usually accepted as one of the weaker characters in the game. But definitely nobody to like sneeze at, as we've seen certain people overseas show, like shout out to the DGF. But even here in the EU, we have a couple of Terumi killers. Mostly thinking about people like Sugi, Beef Slide. I think the LZ has a decent Terumi as well. Like, it's just something like, he has a couple like decent tools, you just press the good ones, you know? But yeah. Hey, what up? We're gonna hop on? Hell yeah! Congrats on making it out. I don't think anyone's surprised by that. How did Samsho go?
Oh, I lost my first game.
Oh, that sucks.
But like, I didn't, I'd like not played that game since launch, so I'm alright with getting top 8.
Yeah, making a top 8 in Samsho, like it was like the big stage, right?
It was just in the side room.
Oh.
Kind of what was the other day.
Bro, I saw them setting, like I saw Samsho on like the main setup game, PS4. I was like,
I mean, maybe it was just in case they wanted to use it for that. But
fair enough.
yeah, but, I hadn't really played it since launch. Thought Iriho looked easy enough. Got top 7. That's not bad.
I mean, it's one of those things, like, you know, people say, like, hey, there's a lot of things you don't like in the game. Like, play Samsho. It has everything you want.
Yeah.
Slow neutral.
Too much, in fact.
Like, you know, oh, everything's right, and then people just do 668 with whole mouth. That's pretty much my only experience. I only got, like, a couple hours on that game. I just picked, like, oh, I'm going to pick the Tsubame Gaishi guy, because that's all he does.
I picked Yoshiro, because I remember my guy from VSB, he was fun in that. And then he was not fun in Samsho 7, in fact, the new one. He was kind of lame.
Is Yoshiro the one with 5 swords?
No, that's Yoshitora. Oh. Yoshiro was the Kabuki guy.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah, he's like one of the weakest characters in the game.
Yeah, he sucks. And
like, you still made top 8.
In Samsho VSB, he was cool. He was fun, at least. He was at least fun, but in 7, no, he's definitely whack.
Is this a...
So I just played Genjiro launch, like half the rest of the population. Like, the character's sick. Can't go wrong.
Yeah. Gotta put button body check from both sides. So, okay, I know, so, funny part I just found out. It says Sandwitty, it's actually Sandwich. What, Fenrich?
Sandwitty, oh, I see.
But yeah, Sandwich on the Hibiki, so, a very stable character. Oh, the LTG pop-up? Okay. You need to win first. And Empty Skulls repping the Terumi as ever. Let's see how this one goes.
We'll see.
I forget, do you have a Terumi or not? Because I was sort of gassing you up on that.
What there?
Do you have a Terumi or not?
I mean, I could play a basic Terumi because like, there's not too much going on.
You're just pressing the good buttons.
Yeah,
the
you
5D.
You just go with like 5D into 6B, and if that doesn't work, you pick another character.
But yeah.
If my opponent can play, I'm picking someone else.
Yeah, Terumi, a bit of a struggle character. Like a lot of his buttons, like insanely have insane recovery for no reason. But he also has insanely huge buttons like that 5D. And of course, the biggest threat is that overdrive that unfortunately Empty Skulls throws away.
Just thrown away for no reason at all.
Oh, want to keep that momentum going, I guess.
There's no reason to burst there. After what was like the 2 jabs.
Oh, instant reset, and she's gonna build the meter for the conversion. That is a dead Terumi. Oh,
missed the 3C and get the counter though somehow.
That's all Terumi players fish for. That's all they care about. They just want the parry super. The worst parry in the game. In fighting games, maybe even.
It's so bad. Like, it's probably the worst parry that doesn't have a super flash. You know?
Yeah.
This makes the parry automatically like bad.
Yeah, like it all.
I mean, Jin gets away with it because he can just use against dolls, but like, you know, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, sometimes like, you know, at least you can try to bank on it like being ambiguous when it ends, but no, they just gave you the very obvious end animation.
And we just going in, shouldn't seem to have any problem here. Back roll into the corner. About to 3-2-5-D. Okay. No Oki on that ender.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, he's suffering from
could
meter
have done the
penalty too.
Tinger instead, and then a simple knockdown would have at least given Oki. Tried to bait a burst there.
Oop! Oh, but accidental roll. Empty Skull's going to be dying for that one. Sandwich taking the first game. But yeah, like if you're on the other side, right, and like you're just doing Oki, and you see that they back roll, that pretty much curtains. You already know exactly what's going on. Like, like one of the first things you learn in the game is like the neutral tech.
Yeah, just hold neutral, and then when you tech, just hold back.
Yeah, like you have
you can just hold barrier and then backwards too, and that's fine.
Yeah, I think like Empty Skull just like doesn't ever want to be finding himself on a back foot. That's why you see those bursts as soon as anything goes wrong.
I think the issue with this is not having OD of Terramy. You're putting yourself in the back foot by default there.
Yeah, that's basically like
the only redeeming thing he has is like damage.
Yeah, that's like one of those things like, you know, even though like, you know, we've seen Empty Skulls here a couple of times, like you gotta respect people who's like, yeah, I'll just give me the play. Like, you know, I'm gonna run my own thing. I know what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandwich currently very confident. Round start 2-1-4C. So the whiff cancel is going to be catching. Empty Skull's lacking. That's a 2A conversion. Are we going to see another reset?
Another reset. Yeah.
Build the meter, did not buffer the RC.
Realistically, I think you just want to let Hibiki blue beat his combos.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let him blue beat the combos. Let him fish for the reset.
Well, it's like one of those things, like it sort of requires you to understand how...
When I play against Hibiki, it's like, you just have to let them blue beat.
Yeah. That might be like one of those things I mentioned is like...
I think that was 2, right?
Yeah, that's actually that was a very fast 2.
That was 2, yeah.
Good showing on Sandwich, Empty Skulls. A bit of a rough one, but what can you do? Like, you know, like I said, like if they back roll, it's like, oh, they don't know how to tech, and that means the resets might also start coming out.
But yeah, like if they back roll every time, like you can see it's like, okay. I mean, some back rolls are fine sometimes. You can mix it up, but it's character dependent, it's Oki dependent.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thing you learn by experience. It's very player dependent too. Some people will just go for Oki that doesn't catch the roll, but even though they could.
Yeah,
very
well,
player
it's like,
dependent.
Like every time like I'm playing a certain character, and I know it's like, oh, this does not lead into a safe jump. Sometimes like some people just really go to just manually timing, like, you know, yeah, that checks well.
Yeah.
Some people they miss timing slightly, so like it's worth checking at least.
I think you can do safe jumps in BB off the cuff easier than other games, just because the reversals are typically 9 frames or slower.
Yeah. But it also, like, as a counter for that, you can just delay through to a lot of safe jumps. Like, you're probably still minus, but like, you know, you neutralized a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about like stuff like delay teching. It's like that goes into that whole like letting Hibiki blue beat. Is like sometimes teching is the wrong option.
Oh yeah, sometimes. I mean, there's not that many characters that really do all too many really important like air resets.
Yeah.
Like there's Hibiki, there's Naoto, there's Tager and Bang. I think those are some of the main culprits.
Yeah,
characters
I mean,
with an air command grab.
It also depends like
or an air hit unblockable or whatever Phantom Pain actually is.
Phantom Pain is like, yeah, it's like air unblockable.
Yeah.
I suppose like there was that one time I played this on one S player, Bajan. He loves going for like some air string reset into JD, and if you're teching like you're not ready, you just get reset. But it doesn't just hold barriers. Like, that's not as strong as the ones we mentioned.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the ones with like command grab resets, because when you tech in the air, when you tech in the air, you don't really get any significant amount of like grab involved for command grabs, so you can just tech straight into one for the most part.
I suppose maybe Hawkman as well. Kotaro is air unblockable. No, but you just barrier that. So still, I've seen it come up like I think once. But yeah, good to see our next match setting up now. I think this is a button check right now, but we got Hexanoid on one side, and we got on the other one Argalia. I see. Argalia on the Jin.
Right.
Yeah.
Hex been playing the game for a long time. Been playing Blazblue for a long time.
I've known Hexa for like a couple of years, but you know I've only hopped on with the rollback. So do you know him from before?
I remember Hexanoid from back in the like Continuum Shift 2 days. We used to play online.
Yeah. Bro, back then online?
Yeah,
On the
back to
PS3s?
lay online. Yeah, PS3.
The name's at the bottom?
Playing online on PS3 Wi-Fi.
Oh my god. How did you guys survive
PS
so long?
era, delay, PS3 Wi-Fi. Those were the days.
Jesus Christ. What type of like, you know, war crimes did you guys get away with?
That was, I mean, back then it was like, I think there was some like forum with like a little mini ELO system. Nothing fancy like the ELO systems in Discord today. It was just a few brackets online here and there. Those were fun times. But Hexno's been around a while. I think Hex has picked up CS again recently.
I remember seeing him like last year. I think last year he couldn't sign up, but like the year before he definitely was there as well.
Okay, yeah.
So he's been at least every VSF I remember.
Yeah, I saw him at some London sessions a couple of months back. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, maybe it was Find the Gap that he arrived but he didn't sign up.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hexa with the Lambda as expected. Probably one of the favorites to make it out of this one.
I'd imagine. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, not really too interested in confirming up to 5D here.
Yeah, just taking some low-risk options for now.
Gravitron finally, Gravity Siege, sorry, too much joking out. Gravity Siege down there.
Yeah, just like, you know, taking the option that, oh, you're blocking 5D, let me just set up the wall, make it a little hard to get to me. Oh, that was probably a 2-2D.
Yeah, that was a 2-2D, yeah. 5D coil.
Oh, this counted the number of freezes, so did not get the restand. DP baited completely Hexana with a quick conversion, active flow available, maybe using catching some damage.
Nothing wrong with just getting a B punish and going from there. Rolls into it again. Like I said earlier.
It's like one of those things like Spike Chaser, you just gotta respect that.
Spike Chaser is straight up just tech. Don't even bother. Like, you can delay tech a little if you want. That probably just makes her more fluff. So it's just tech.
As well as like, they just throw it out, it has like perfect coverage. Like, yeah, that's just what happens
you
with
can't
this
argue
character.
with it. No one can argue with it.
Yeah. So OD to the 5Z, Argalia a bit greedy, pressing the button after. X not gonna be able to kind of counter her conversion.
God can't slow D for sure.
Oh, bit of a miss, no corner to corner. Good block on the overhead. Just try this. And I'm assuming Jin is just gonna want to like do dash by C or something, right?
Oh, doesn't get the 6A, goes to the other side. Argalia burst. Probably wasn't dead there, but it's an okay burst. Oh, I just want to gamble on OD at the end, but.
Overhead.
Hex should finish it here. Yeah.
Nice little recognition on the damage. Hexa sending Argalia to the corner. Quick little pickup with the... What is it called again? Calamity Sword?
Yeah, I think so.
The wheel of fate is turning.
Quick little 2 rounds for Hexa. Let's see if we can keep it going. Oh, not the counter hit Rekka. Overhead, but no conversion because not in the corner. Oh, it's like a fuzzy jumping out, like, you know, one of them like low risk options you want to represent. Oh, you hate to see it. Accident getting clipped on a pinwheel, insane plus range. Hexa just uses conversion after that. But he's sending it early to the corner. Probably going to see another Spike Chaser. Yes, sir. Oh, the delay. For 100 meter, that is a dead gym, brother.
Yep, that is over.
Xeno at set point over Argalia.
These 3 comfy, no burst, so if Argalia gets in, then it should be set to run pressure for the round. But I say that, like, the Lambda's defensive options are better than she's given credit for on average. Not in the corner though, because 3PD can't be used there, but good, decent fun, solid enough.
Yeah, Snowflake lock him down. Oh, counter at 6B, no conversion, that sucks.
Ooh, and then just get free to jump out.
Ooh, okay. That's a little fuzzy jump up against the overhead.
Well, ooh,
sends it. Do we got a pickup?
No, we don't have to pick up. But I mean, without OD, it's not the biggest damage. Better OD though.
Oh, low
profile once around. Understandable, really. No, this isn't gonna kill, but this is gonna set up a. Oh, it was gonna set up a great situation.
Yeah, but Argalia is over. Oh my god!
It's just fishing for the Astros, damn it.
I was just about to say, you still got 25.
I saw his portrait flashing. I was like, yeah, okay. Okay, there's a reason that it stopped right at that point of the combo.
Hey, man. I mean, we could try keeping an Astral counter, but I think we'll be here all day. Yeah, Hexenor with a very confident 2-0 over Argalia. Gonna be moving on
Yep.
Let's see. That is going to be face was the winner between Eddibus and Pibbles. No idea what that is.
Right.
But let's see. Our next match.
Next match.
It's not quite locked in yet. But yeah, both characters coming out. Let's see what we got next coming up. But yeah. What can I say? Lambda is a very stable character. And I think Hexa just showed that off perfectly.
The only thing that's unstable is kind of like some of her matchups are pretty skewed, like Mai. You know, like there are hour cases that give her a lot of trouble, like Mai and Bang. And
really?
Not a very good example.
Oh
of
yeah,
how
Bang
matchup
definitely, because Bang could just like on reaction, a lot of the drives just like teleport in.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. I've heard like, some people complain about it. I remember like labbing and out like, is it like real what they're talking about? I was like, oh yeah, look pretty bad. Though same thing you could say about like you know Aswell. You don't want to just throw out like drives willy-nilly. And I feel like when we play, Hexenor just knows. So he does a lot more like backdash, dash 2B. Like plays a lot more physical.
Like Aswell, her 2B is obviously pretty good, so keeping him out, yeah.
For sure.
That's a button that gets overlooked a lot. 2B really makes and breaks the character, I think. Being able to dash and do that to win really important ground.
Okay, so now we know. So our next match is going to be between Open Wolf and DWN.
All right.
So I think what character Open Wolf is going to bring is going to depend entirely on DWN. I think it's for the most part like mainly S now, but in certain times he will bust out the Izanami. I think it's just picked up as just because Izanami is like too easy to mess up with.
Gonna assume Ragnar's a button check.
Most likely. I don't think Ragnar likes this matchup like at all.
I think on a low level it's okay because until you get right at the top, Rachel's are likely to drop a lot of stuff, and his super can go through projectiles, so one call out will get him in. But yeah, as it goes higher and higher, it's like, yeah, Rachel's just gonna sweat.
Like trying to chase Rachel.
Once they start sweating in neutral and actually doing setups, yeah, Ragnar's probably suffering a bit. Although, funnily enough, that super would still be useful. At least stop her throwing Lobelia there all the time. Something to call them out is really nice to have.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Izanami. Yeah, all right, that's surprising.
Instead to just cheat and pick Izanami, so we'll see how it goes for her.
I definitely think like S does not have a bad time against Rachel.
I think, well, because she can do 236B, the 2B projectiles to like wipe the screen and stuff, if she gets a moment to do it.
Yeah, the thing is though, like, you know, even if you clash with the Lobelia still is on the screen. So it's not like Rachel gets nothing.
Well, yeah, she gets value because she can just put Barrel Lotus out where it is.
But it's mostly I'm just thinking about being able to contest the screen with like JB.
Oh,
and like you can deal with George with like dash up 3C.
S can do that better than most characters for sure. She has a matchup. Some characters just get put into the contraption.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're going to be mates. You're going into the bone marrow furnace.
So yeah, let's see how this one goes. Tries the low profile stun.
Right,
oh my god, instant slide. We still have punish? Yes.
Just doing whatever here.
Yes, okay, sets up the bits. And that is one of the nice things, right? 4D sets out like 3 bits. So one of them clashes with the Lobelia and the other 2 just make it in.
Rachel and Blockstone here can't really get out is the thing. If he knows the pressure strings, you can just do float pressure,
like
use the bits, and then keep the pressure going until you get them back, realistically. Although she does have catcher. I guess it is 4 frames. Maybe there is a gap in there.
Oh, what an unfortunate 2C.
Yeah, right at the wrong time.
Yeah, not OG version though.
He didn't have 50 when he did the catch here though, so he could have been blocked and punished for a bigger punish, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's one of the only times I've seen that slide actually lose to a button. That thing is strangely good.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, the droplet actually catching DWN.
Yeah, it's one of the things most characters can't really do is to test Rachel during box.
Like Rachel will just like go all the way off the top of the screen, just like throw out, reload the win, but it's like droplet's one of those few things that can't reach that high. Yeah, we're seeing. I mean, obviously, like, you know, you don't want to be relying on ribcage in neutral to like bulldoze your way in because that's your lifeline in pressure. But we haven't seen that much of active mode on the side of Open World. Nice little 6A. Gonna be showing them as Izanami combo. No, not quite sending the WM to the corner. Right, active mode, 2D. Yeah, just being able to like basically bully DWN with these bits.
Yeah, DWN is not really setting up the Rachel neutral or.
I mean,
like,
Rachel is
establishing the game plan that Rachel uses to really bully well, she doesn't really bully Izanami in neutral at all, but, you know, Izanami ends up having to use her tools in a certain way. She doesn't need to worry about that now.
I mean, like you
Not
said,
much
like, you know,
to worry about Lobelia or...
at this like early level until you make it for top, you see a lot of ratios, not just drop stuff, but like also like controlling the Lobelias, right? Choosing which wind to use where, what you're targeting. That takes a very long time to develop, especially at the drop of a hat.
Or at least getting down the, on average, safest option. So, yeah.
Because like there's a lot of times like, you know, you see people ask like, hey, how do I deal with this as Rachel? And the answer is usually Lobelia plus like a very specific wind or something. Almost just trying to force his way in with the slide into float. Of course, like normally slide is like extremely punishable, but if Izanami is in float, she can jump cancel it.
Okay, here's the 6A, nothing with it. Yeah, that's not really anything.
Oh, no 6A. Of course, very kind of difficult to react to Rachel just winding in like that. She's like extremely fast.
Definitely two-hit combos. So Izanami should generally win out here by just using the drive and throwing out 4D occasionally, I think.
I'm surprised we still haven't seen a single skull. I feel like I've been quite strong in a lot of these situations when Opal finds himself above DWR.
I think it is obviously really strong. It's just he's not. There's not been too many great anti-airs that he wants to make here, so just not caring.
Yeah, either way, nice little conversion off the float, but drops the dino.
Whatever that was, doesn't get the combo.
Oh, misses the float combo. Still 100 meter on the Opal's over his lane. You can probably bet it with some of these reversals.
Oh, no reversals, super. That's the bit in OD because that's how it works. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, nice little conversion. Like, you know, keep it simple. 5C, 3C. Give yourself plenty of time to punch in that input. Right. Set Opal now on set point over DWN. What is Izanami pick? Bro, why is there no landing recovery on whip air throw? I feel like there should be some. Either way.
And
finally, are you gonna see the full English? There you go.
oh, okay.
Oh, just dashes all the way in. It's like, all right. I know you're gonna be covering in the sky with the Lobelia. Let me just dash it.
Day happening here, or Day PC, or any real Lobelia fortress is being made. Yeah, just a simple combo. Unfortunately, forgets to do the float cancel again.
Yeah, just trying to fish for these air throws, but he just gets the command
no
grab.
rapid though.
Yeah, oh my god.
Super. That's probably what the last one was meant to be.
I see.
Oh,
Okay, just the teabags. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. There's like one is an Ami player just like does all sorts of like beams when it comes to the time stop super. But yeah, Opal move 2-0 over. Crap, I already forgot. DWN. That's what it was. But yeah, I think it's the Durag. I think the Durag is doing it. Yeah, he's gonna be moving on, staying alive in the pool. DWN still got another chance in losers, I believe.
So let's see who's up now.
Oh, Opal was gonna be facing off against Dom Ryukin next. Damn, all right. I saw them playing a little bit of casuals earlier, so.
Okay.
Let's see. Elsewhere in the back. Okay, so our next match is going to be SQ up against Sandwich. Of course, we saw them earlier. Sandwich was on the. I think so. I already forgot. Goddamn.
What? Sandwitty?
Sandwitty.
Yeah, that was Hibiki, right?
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
Your memory's better than mine, bro. What's going on?
Match.
I was probably thinking of an earlier match in that case, but yeah. SQ used to be a 9 player, now on the new. Just as like the character more.
Okay.
How would you do against Hibiki? I mean, I guess Hibiki does have like some like command jump and whatnot, but I think it just has to like use regular ass movement to get in.
Hibiki versus
New.
I think 3D is like fully projectile involved. So.
But it's a bit slow, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if you do it and they do a projectile, they will probably get hit by it. I think it's fail counter.
Okay.
It's pretty useful because like it's not the quickest, but
I guess you just do
New
it
is getting
preemptively
committal,
just
like yeah, you can preempt things occasionally, and New can't just throw drives out for free because 3D will keep her in check.
I see. What about the air drives though?
I guess they're kind of different, but it's not like new players mainly using air drives. Like they do end up being more minus than having to land.
And it's like you don't really get a big conversion. Sometimes you just get the drive, maybe a sickle if they're close enough, and that's it.
It's possible that 3D would actually put him underneath the new anyway.
No.
And then even if it doesn't hit, it's probably not the worst. It's probably a difficult situation to be consistently ready for. So yeah, I think ultimately, I think Hibiki does okay against Zona, just mostly because of 3D really making everyone think twice about pressing the button with any length of recovery. Because you can just pop out the ground and start a combo.
Yeah, I remember I used to try like, okay, everyone says just check the clones, and I was like, all right, lock in, ready, counter. God damn it.
Yeah, you gotta check the clones.
It's like different timing, I think, between 3D and 6D.
I think it's only a few frames. I think generally the fakes are quicker. I think. And then the real one is slightly slower, I think, on average.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like there's like the 2D, 3D one, and then there's the 5D, 6D one. I think the time between those two is a bit more extreme.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember it being a few frames, but I haven't looked at it in actual jumps.
Let's see.
So, be careful.
And of course, like we saw earlier, Sandwich was taking a lot of advantage of like,
getting a BB before D. That's understandable. Gravity Seed, to my knowledge, doesn't actually affect Hibiki 3D, so he can actually be in that and still reach her.
So let's see. Of course, Gravity Seed is going to make navigating things a little bit more difficult, but just dashes right under that JD.
Drops the combo though.
Yeah, I think SQ is quite happy with it. I don't know why he dashed all the way in.
Very sudden burst. He threw sudden burst. If I was Samui, I think I would have maybe kept it for next round, but then again, it seems to be working out. Oh, drops it. No reset. Would have worked there.
I mean, no, that would not have been
very reset 100 left game, and it would have worked there, so.
Yeah, but like with no meter to convert the Zuna drop, it's not as threatening as it is.
Well, it gives a big chunk on its own, but yeah, you are right.
Oh, tries to fake it.
Fuzzy and gets purple grab.
Yeah, no tech on the purple grab. Like if Mr. E was here, you'd be doing push-ups. That's all I'm saying. Oops. Nice little avoiding that little 3C, but yeah, last little bit of stagger pressure. Yeah, that's like we mentioned earlier, how like with how overheads are designed, you could say overheads are like the layer 1 of the game. But like I guess it's like more standard characters with like that's I would say staggers are the layer 2s. Like once the overheads stop working, you need to develop staggers.
Oh yeah, this is why you just do micro dash JC as your face jump there. That's great because it catches rolls on both sides.
Yeah.
I think dash right C might also work.
Yeah, I don't know what that full screen 6C was. Maybe it wasn't attended to the 6 or something.
Maybe. I think realistically, if Samui presses some 3D to keep SQ in check, things could turn around. Things could turn around right now though. OD combo doesn't do an OD combo.
Yeah, probably like it's one of those things where like OD.
Very unfamiliar with the front. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But yeah, it's like might be one of those things where like OD just messes you up because like you forgot how moves change.
Hibiki also has 2 supers that are really
Ooh, absolutely, yeah. The
Izuna drop super, that's really good.
Yeah, like you see them do that a lot when they have 100. Just quickly just get in and like RC just get plus frame.
Even with 50, you can react to things and appear behind them all of a sudden. It does just like teleporting right on top of the Murakumo. So if they're whiffing anything, Hibiki will get the knockdown and at least be in. Obviously 100's preferred. Yeah.
But
it's not actually too bad if they're getting a bit too consistent, just abusing something to throw out the teleports behind you, nothing personnel kid super.
Yeah, like if things are not working out, trying to like walk your way, that like jump your way in, it's like one of them things.
See, there we go. There we go. I believe that is class 2.
Yeah, Hibiki
like not plus 2.
The idea is like you can hit the clones, but like if you block them, he is plus.
There you go. The clones, see, they're good. They're good.
I think Sandwich may have found the assignment. Yeah.
There we go.
There's the OD combo we love to see.
Super. There we go.
With active flow for sure.
Still, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
See, there we go. Just one button really turns the matchup around, honestly.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, like, sometimes you run into characters you're not used to.
See, there you go. That move, that JC has a big curve box on both sides. It's very well designed, and that's why it's not as strong as it should be. It's too well designed.
Oh, catches the no tech, took a little extra damage.
Well, not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's only a little more. Don't want to let yourself get too distracted by thinking, oh, I didn't tech. It was about to win.
CRM.
Okay, this has been a very different round. Very different game, never mind round. Okay. Oh, misses the combo, but...
Yeah, some 5 full screen conversion.
Take it to the corner.
Yeah, oh, misses the 6C, unfortunate. But Gravity Seed's still set up, Legacy Edge, we're just chilling. slave is going to do all the work.
Just simply doesn't block, doesn't jump over him.
Yeah, and it seems like all the
Gets a
momentum.
bit confused and stands there. I've been doing that in Fatal Fury and a bit of that in Standstill. That what am I doing right now kind of a situation. There we go. See that once they block that, you're in, and that was a long anti-air on the JT.
Oh wow, 6B actually catching the back dash.
That's a run under. Okay, get in the air.
Yeah. Oh, that's a decent amount of damage for him. Yeah, I thought it was going to do less damage because full screen.
Oh, okay. That doesn't go quite full screen. I think, yeah.
Just sets up. Gets the gravity seed going, like, you know, make it more difficult for Sandwich to make her win. Oh, the
yeah,
3D.
See, that's what I mean. She can barely do anything when it comes to drives because you have to be super paranoid about 3D.
Oh, and now the 6D coming out. And we haven't seen a single paint. They were all like too close.
Right. Okay. Now is there going to be, oh no 5D reset attempt. Straight up. No DP. I mean, they didn't have the meter, but I was feeling it.
And also, like, Sandwich was just straight up pressing, like, as if 2140 was plus.
This is scary for Samui. I mean, obviously scary for S2, but okay.
Oh, tries to make something happen, but no punish, a bit too far out. But, you know, that's 50 meter off of Sandwich.
And he does the K.
Hey, we got the ID route, nice. I'll be sending Sandwich to the corner.
Right, get the OP. Yeah, the OP situation is very good here.
And of course,
but doesn't do much with it. Didn't have meter, so there wasn't much to be scared of.
I mean, maybe it was like, you know, you die to a DP, so like they don't want to get anywhere close.
Well, I guess that's true. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, SQ.
I just think that Noob generally has pretty decent setups to avoid DP.
Oh, probably. It's just like one of those like execution things.
If you don't think your opponent has the execution for micro dash DP on wake up, which was a fair assumption here, then you can do, I believe, J2DD to like cancel the overhead, fake out the overhead, and then JC, and then do the overhead again on the way down before you hit the floor. And that's a pretty grimy mix-up. You kind of have to have seen it to really block it.
I see.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things.
And that's like, you can do that kind of outside the DP range.
Yeah, like, well, Hibiki's DP is like one of the shorter range ones, so like it's probably easier to do it on him.
Yeah.
It's not like.
Although he was actually just one touch off the DP off, so backing off is a fair. In
a tournament, I would take the safer option.
Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, right. Okay.
All right, good luck, bro. Get your medal. Yeah, crazy. All right, we got our next match coming up. I see Zero Fundy's own Euchre sitting down. We had him on the mic a little bit earlier. He's going to be facing off against, what a name, Raging Estrogen. Of course, Euchre currently mostly focusing on two characters. It being either, it's going to be the S of the Susanoo. Then it went entirely on the opponent's character. But yeah, let's see. Elsewhere in the bracket, what we've been having, we've just saw SQ and Sandwich play. Good job on SQ for making it out. Pibbles ended up taking it over Edibus, so he's facing off Hexa right now. Domiyuki taking over Sterling. Oh, facing off with him now. What was that noise? Yeah, quickly setting up on them buttons. I already see like the next pool starting to like converge, starting to get ready. Elsewhere on the loser's side, and Argalia ended up taking it over Edibus, so unfortunately we did not get to see Edibus on the stream, but Argalia, of course, the gym player we saw earlier, had some things going. Ponytail taking it over Empty Skulls, what can you do? And that is it for now elsewhere in the bracket. Euchre, of course, after having just taken his match against Global, gonna be going up against Raging Estrogen. Quick little button check on both sides because I know Euchre is never gonna play this character in the bracket. Yeah. Alright. Ari showing the dash blocks, like, you know, gonna be showing like, hey, this is what you're signing up for. Wait, you're locking in the Asriel? Hell no. Oh my god, he is. Okay, sure, why not? You got the flag power up and everything? Or am I confusing the characters? I might have been mixed. All right. So So is it? US, right? Why did I think it was the Azrael? God damn it! All right, my bad. I got them confused a little bit. So it was Euchre and the Ragnar for the button check. Makes sense. Yeah, we got RE on the Azrael. Like they were right. We got quite a few Azraels in the bracket. It's like a very popular, I would say, tournament type of character. Like, you know, being able to make a lot of scrambles happen. Gotta be able to like potentially just capitalize and just like out button the other people. Because, like, you know, for example, if a trade happens, Azrael ends up usually in the lead because his buttons just have more hit stun. But yeah, Euchre on the S, a very stable character in this matchup. But of course, Azrael, not somebody you can count out all the time because, like, they can just make stuff happen. But 6P gotta be a huge thing in this matchup. Gotta be able to snap them IEDs, maybe even potentially intercept the space right above. Quick little throw on Euchre. Gotta be sending Raging Estrogen to the corner. Prioritizes the install. Misses it a bit too far out for the JTB, so no combo for you. Nice little anti-air. Plus frames? Nah, we IB those. We're talking all day about how important IBs are in this game. And that's one of the best showcases of it. Turning that Gustav from +1 to -2. Huge deal. And of course now I'm going to be able to just run his game plan. That is a dead Azrael should you route into it properly. Yeah, keep it simple. Edge. Euchre with the first round. Alright. And of course that 3C low, like one of the Azrael, we were talking about Azrael's DP, like how it's so slow, but another big weakness of it is quite easy to low profile, and S is one of the best buttons to do it in that 3C. Huge reward on counter hit. If you have a press, it's not even that dangerous to press. And like, oh my god, he just gets the timing for the mix-up. 3C into BA Fireball, that is huge damage. Give me that 3.6. Doesn't catch the roll, unfortunate. Maybe mistimes the air dash, but off that throw, this should be a dead Azrael. Overdrive is available, not quite double super, but this is more than enough. No input, okay. Blackhawk Stinger on wake up, but it's a guard point. You can still cancel. Euchre with a perfect, taking the first game over Raging Estrogen. Do I have to say the full name every time? Okay, I have to say the full name every time. It's the third year. Damn. Did I just happen to dodge every single pool with them every time? All right, let's see if Raging Estrogen shows any signs of adjustments, or she's gonna like just try to make more chaos happen. Instant burst does not want to let go any momentum. And of course, Yuka's very happy with not having to worry about overdrive, one of S's big weaknesses. All right, fake plus friends will keep going. Nice blocking the overhead. Good confirm on the 60 beam block with the fireballs. Dashes right into that TP. Answers with his own. Punish. Nice little press combo. That should be dead. Misses the dash 6C. That 2D, if you block it, it's basically already over. It's too late already. You can make a true gapless block string with the fireballs and get all the way back in. You gotta check the 2D itself rather than the things coming after. Yeah, big chilling for now. Of course, Raging Estrogen is regenerating that OD back. Gotta be able to start representing it again. Plus frames. Staggers. OD saws nothing, but the 5B will counter hit. Oh my god, what a combo. All right, finds his way in. Oh, good IB, of course, preventing the train from continuing. Wake up, Hornet. And yeah, just take the simple punish with the 3C. No 2C here, just in case it was not going to be in range. Gets a nice little combo. Not going to be able to kill. Misses the RC point. No command grab. But yeah, just a quick little fireball, contest the space. One of the first things you do is you check, are they growling their projectiles? And if they are not, that's free real estate. Euchre going to be taking it over Raging Estrogen 2-0. Of course, Euchre, one of the favorites to make it out of this pool. But we still got a couple of other potential landmines for him. Let's take a look elsewhere in the bracket. Our next match is going to be some returning players. We're going to have Open Wolf up against Dom Ryuken here on stream. So I think I saw them playing a little bit of casuals before, but let's see how this one goes. Kyle's already like, best part is, I don't even know who Kyle is cheering for. But yeah, I see DLZ coming back. He's got his medal. Hell yeah. Okay, now I know now I know who Kyle is rooting for. He's rooting for Dom Ryuken to kill his brother. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yuka just had a very, very, very strong game. He's probably expected to make it all the way up
Get
to
my gold.
I got
the gold.
Not gonna show what the
go.
prize. I'm just gonna show off the front part. I'm not gonna show what's on the other side.
On him. Yeah.
Yeah, good showing on Sam's show. But yeah, so we got Opal and Dom Ryuken, so this is definitely going to be a Susanoo on Dom Ryuken's side. Is now the question, what character will Opal bring to it? We saw him with the Izanami. He also has an S, and I think both characters do very well into Susanoo. Maybe Izanami just can get bulldozed if they get in, but yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I think on a very low level, Susanoo is like, oh, my mic was not pointed at me. I think at a very low level, Susanoo is by default like really, really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you can really just 5B, 6B, and people need to be able to IB to even play the game. I think.
Yeah, but you know, I think Opal's been around the block enough to be able to do that. But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Dom Ryuken is definitely like, I think I met him at out in the arena. He's definitely the type of the player to like cause chaos. As like, you know, he can try playing slow, but if it's not working out, just cause chaos and make stuff happen. And Susanoo is definitely a character that can capitalize on it.
Yeah. If you can simply get started with Susanoo, you can win.
Yeah.
If you can get started, you can win.
Yeah, and like
sometimes you can't get started, but when you can get started, you can win.
Yeah, and it's like, this is also like, scrambles will definitely benefit, like even though technically S will be winning out a lot in the scramble situations, I feel like.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, Susanoo, just like, you can just risk reward like crazy.
Yeah, the risk reward on a very basic level is just, it's in Susanoo's favor when if you're doing setups that he can 2C through, but that's kind of high level.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen Open Wolf play, so I don't know if he does much in the way of like the crest mix-ups, or rather he just plays neutral. And I think he's just showing what he's going to be doing. That's the game plan.
Yeah, this is an S master right here.
Every time you see an S player lose, you just don't 6B enough.
Like all those 6Bs, that's like an 80% win rate strategy right there.
Oh, he's trying to do the crouch confirm combos?
Yes, the God press. Simply amazing. Eats the DP. It's obviously about to
Alright, both players ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they seem to be selecting these characters again. They're getting the thumbs up. The traditional thumbs up.
It's like Street Fighter V never left.
Street Fighter 5. The problem with that is that
it's like the only one player.
Only player one. Yeah, that was only player one.
That was so funny.
The players between
the
themselves,
thumbs up era.
the Blazblue players between themselves both get to have some agency, at least on the menus, if not in some matchups. But on the menus, yes.
Hey, as some people say, you control the buttons you press. There you go. That's your agency.
Yeah.
Dom Ryuken on the Susanoo, Opal on the S. Let's see how the round start plays out. Do we run away or do we fight?
Okay, goes in, simply does press. This should be pretty good at this level.
Yeah, like S is like one of those characters, like, you know, if you're not like even if you're not finishing all your combos, you usually have a crest up, and like the scramble might be in your favor.
I think the crest there may have actually made that like negative on hit from the guard crush.
Oh no!
It's over.
Wait. Okay, thank God. I thought that 2B didn't even combo. All right, first round open with a double purple throw.
Round start 5B. Maybe this is positional guard. Right, 5B again. Tries to throw for some reason. But these are the things you only see here.
Oh, misses the 3 ceiling. That is unfortunate. Save jump. Nah, goes behind. Trying to mix it up a little bit, but Donryukin saw the whip instant.
He did wrap it. That was good, but unfortunately he didn't block or press anything in time. We're getting some corner carries. Oh, gets a throw.
Alright, first on
a wake up OD might have been a fine. Oh, gets a fatal though.
And that's what he meant. Like,
oh, he could have went into the spin. Didn't need to spend this, but it's okay. It's still 4K. That's the thing about Susanoo. Even when the combos sub up, oh,
the 6B whip into the second hit. That's
no, what happened is he may have just tried to IB it for the first hit whip, so the second hit.
That's like sometimes you do this on purpose, but sometimes it just happens.
Still has to play the game. Doesn't take it all. His controller still in. He's having controller issues.
He's looking at his controller, but
I think he's having controller issues.
Oh no. His controller is offline. Oh no.
And no mercy here.
Yeah, I mean, this is tournament. You take it.
There's no mercy here.
I mean, you could just, at this point, you just pause the game and then take the L.
Yeah, I think you could just take the round anyway in the rules, right?
Because, like, S is going to take a while to kill you.
Oh, okay. Tries to go on
Blazblue
instead. Interesting strategy. Let's see if it pays off.
Is the controller back? Easy blocking.
No. When the OD happened earlier, Overroll did throw. So that suggests he'll be better at Blazblue. So that's probably a poor pick.
I mean, this
they're
is
still,
like,
they're still thugging it out. I respect it.
Like, technically, this should have been Overwhelm's round already, but you know, I respect the thugger.
I mean, yeah, if the controller reconnected itself with no intervention or interruption, it's probably fine to play on and accept the results. But yeah,
I mean, this is why I buy premium. All I'm saying. Like, I buy a premium controller, and God, I pray to I will never have to worry about controller issues again.
I have my Combo Obsidian, and I hope it never dies. Yeah.
No, do you need a Brooks for PS5 games?
The only PS5 games I've tried it on is Fatal Fury, and that accepts PS4 sticks.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I got lucky on that one. Right, get my mic back up here. Okay.
Early start for Overwhelm. Purple throw, we take it.
Right.
Oh,
okay. Oh, it could have comboed a 5B there. That was definitely a height where you could combo a 5B. So just do 5B, 6B, and like make him play the game.
Yeah.
Make OpenWolf show he can block it, PP, or poke, or IBB out. But there's something, especially in pools, to be said for just making your opponent prove that they can deal with Susanoo's basic strength.
Yeah. Opal has been just got to be going into 66D.
Okay,
a bit too
late, but I think it should have worked. Had the meter to do it anyway.
Nice blocks.
Okay.
No confirm
JB, a classic. Okay, oh, could have ran under or gets a 6B just whacked directly in the face. Okay.
Donryukin is not letting that controller issue put out stopped or anything.
We'll just have to hope it doesn't come back. But it's easy to be paranoid. Okay, tries to do that, right? Okay, press goes off. Another one set, gets counter hit.
Yeah, but too high
or
for the
JB doesn't, or starts doing overhead mix-ups that, honestly, if you don't expect the 6C to be blocked, doing 6C, 6D is kind of a bad thing.
I mean, yeah, because like you could have gotten a full combo.
Yeah, there's something to be said for, again, as I've said it before, you have to make your opponent prove that they can fight Susanoo.
Yeah.
Could have killed there.
It's fine.
There's just another part of the staircase into rapid 6B, and then you get orb. The full combo would have killed that.
But yeah, Donryukin, of course, knowing how good Susanoo 2C is.
Donryukin really seems to have remembered a few things in that last round. Starts pressing buttons, starts getting some converts. Suddenly, he's done 4K and you get a knockdown. I mean, that's the way it is.
I think most of the hits were happening when Open was trying to make his way in. Just like that, you know? Like, there's, like, as you can definitely just chill in the matchup. Like, bursting into the corner, but the DP was unlocked, instantly represented, and the delay.
Just walks back and does that. Okay, does press trigger, that's fine, that's good here. I think he can get 4 hits and get some spin. Oh, but doesn't, you know what, I've never seen that before. I didn't think that he could miss that. Doesn't do anything on 60. There's never a reason not to just press a special, because you can't cancel it on block.
Yeah, you can.
I know in tournament you can just forget to do that, that's fine, but...
Yeah, which is why you see some people, they just do 60 and just a charge push trigger. It's like, oh, it didn't come out, okay, I'll C instead. It's like, it's nice that the game autofilters for you, but it's also...
all coming back now, 6A to hit him in neutral. It's all coming back to Dom Houston here. Gets the 6th seed.
It's like, Susanoo is such a good tournament character because like you just put the onus on the opponent to like prevent you from doing all this.
At that point, yes, I believe he had to do a different one.
Yeah, personal side of Opal was
Okay,
the last chance
suddenly this
potentially.
is a completely different game the moment Dom Houston had connected again.
Oh, the DLC.
DPRC.
Yeah, like it's so involved.
No reason not to do it there.
Yeah, like if S wants to get through that, she has to like delay the DP, and that's gonna be Dom Ryuken taking it over. Okumo's
You
gonna
have
be
to
moving
delay
on.
it to a point. It's basically like frame perfect if it's possible. Like the
Yeah.
risk is entirely on S's side to even try DPing there.
Yeah, you can basically test to see how they're doing the DP on Oki, because sometimes it's just like, oh, if they're doing it to like just be meaty, then it's like they shaved off a couple of active frames to give you something to work with.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think you want to delay it a tiny bit, but because realistically speaking, people just aren't gonna be. I mean, people know about it, and it's just standard tech at this point. So you can be ready for it, but that involves just not doing throw OS and being like really playing around it from the moment you tech.
Yeah. Like and then they start taking advantage of it. Just do meaty throw.
Yeah, and it's like you can be thinking of other things, and then it just happens anyway, and then he whiffs throw. You're halfway up the screen, and he's comboing you nonetheless.
Does that happen on mid-screen though?
You can do it mid-screen. The throw part works the same. I just think the combo, because you only go up when you get hit by his DP.
Yeah.
So you can still do it mid-screen. It's
Oh,
just
so
a lot
I
of
thought you
those
like
combos
just
where he
flying
unlocks DP, they end in the corner because you have Grand Viper or something anyway. So it's traditionally just done in the corner because, well, you're playing Susanoo. You're probably reaching the corner or near enough.
But yeah, that's going to be Dom Ryuken moving on to face off against Euchre. But before we get to that match, we got ourselves the match between Hexanoid and SQ. So this is probably going to be a Murakumo mirror, but it's going to be Lambda Nu. So we're going to be able to
If
see
they're
some
going
of
to
the
play
difference.
that, I believe I've heard that Nu has the advantage in the matchup
Really?
due to her projectile levels are higher, and I think her zoning being slightly better overall gives her an advantage. And stuff like Lambda 2-2D, I mean, I assume it has some use, but it's not like Nu cares that much.
Yeah, like it's mostly there to it's mostly there to, in most matchups, it's just there to be anti-throw option.
Anti-throw, or if it works in the middle of a pressure string, it'll get her out. If they block it, you've won, really, because it's safe. It's like -3 on regular block.
Yeah,
it's so
usually you want to like jump over it because it's pretty easy to jump over.
Yeah, it makes you want to jump, and then she's got a good 6A, so there's the danger.
Yeah.
If you jump and they don't do it, oh.
Yeah, there's also like the Rekka low is also quite painful to get hit by. But yeah.
The thing about Rekka low is that like Nu is going to be controlling a lot of that screen space, unless you've already landed a Lambda 5D on her. Nu is going to be controlling a bit of the screen space there, so we'll see how it goes out with this. We'll see how it goes here.
It's hard to say this is a bunch. I think they all play.
It's a very rare matchup to see played, especially in tournaments.
Ooh, and yeah, 4D works full screen farther than the 5D, which actually is not quite full screen. But yeah, like you mentioned, SQ is going to be controlling most of the space.
Well, this is the thing. You put Lambda down into this mix, and Lambda's 2-2D doesn't work here, does it? It's like there's not a lot.
Yeah, but
she has going for her compared to the Nu at the distance, because she loses the zoning more. So you have to go in, and she can, but.
Alright, what we got?
Okay, now we have the Oki. Again, Lambda just lands back into it. Oh, tried to 5D50 information, but
And yeah, you're seeing Hexa not really try to like fight with the drives as much.
Oh, this is the thing as well. Lambda's 5D doesn't go the whole screen there. So Nu can backdash it, and then she's at her range. Oh, this is the thing, yeah.
And like
the Lambda doesn't have that.
Yeah, like you see Hexa knowing that he cannot contest with 5D, try to fight the full screen game with like 4D instead. But like just check us.
Yeah, like she has the low check is the thing too. I mean, yeah, Lambda still has this Oki. She can still get in. She can still run her Oki once she gets in. It's not a hopeless matchup or anything like that, but being directly contested with better versions of your own tools for zoning, it's gotta be difficult.
All right. SQ trying to stabilize, trying to like clean up the life totals.
Yeah.
Oh, but missed on the combo. That's unfortunate.
Ooh, another throw.
Yeah.
That's one that's very easy to forget she can do that. Act faster into throw, very easy to forget. And she cancels it earlier too, so it's quite hard to be able to grab out.
Yeah, but this is going to be a dead new Hexanoid tying up the round count.
I mean, exactly that. Once Lambda gets in, she can run her game. But new slightly at the edge of the neutral.
Hex is a very movement-based player.
Oh, 4D there. No, that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be struggling finding some of these hits, but yeah. Finally got the Oki going, Spike Chase to lock him down. 6B,
okay.
OD through, but too far for a punish.
Too far indeed. Oh, okay, just goes to the 6C. SQ, understandably, completely unprepared for it. Does nothing. Okay, he drops the combo, but this is still a great situation. Gets the full convert here. Oh, but drops it. Commentator's curse. Yep, seems to come back from that first round just fine.
Yeah, like you said, got started and then New cannot play.
Yeah, it kind of goes for both of them. I think they can both run pressure on each other and mix pretty well.
The only thing, the only saving grace seems to be meter or OD.
Yeah, I think both runs, they run their situations on each other pretty well. It's just it's more comfortable pressing buttons at this range, I think.
But yeah, you burst, you set them up at the perfect range, and it's like, all right, burst into winning. Some people say the neutral skill.
Perhaps. Oh, okay, so they're whiffing a few buttons, feeling out things. Oh, cutty micro dash they missed. That's a sad one. Too ready for it.
Not going to be the most amount of damage, but still pretty decent for Lambda.
Okay, and this should. I feel like this last. No, I don't think it'll kill actually. I think we're about to OD. It may have right at the end with active flow, but I'm really not sure. Okay, gets a 2B of immediate burst. I believe New can win neutral by just doing the sword super. Yeah, that one. If New has 50 meters, she can just throw that out and she's one neutral. And she can do mix off of it. I've seen Division do it on mine. Lambda can also do this.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is there any difference between the legacy items?
News lasts longer. I'm not sure if it's a higher projectile level. I genuinely don't know, but it does last longer.
I see.
Enough that she can jump in and do an air dash mix up.
Yeah.
So I see Division do it a lot. He'll do a knockdown that's from the air and then just go into the super and approach for a mix. It's pretty much, you don't have to play neutral at that point. They just tech into it, you get in.
I see. Well, good conversion, even with the drop.
While I've been saying that, SQ has been. Oh,
yeah, that's another thing.
5B. It's a quick 5B.
Yeah, she has I think, is that 5B or, oh yeah, her 5B and 6B.
Yeah,
the same
5B
movements.
becomes 6B. I think it's best again.
Yeah, and it's just doing just a 5B is like a quick little pressure starter. Which is funny that it's on New. You would think it'd be on the more aggro-oriented Lambda,
Definitely helps New out though. She needs this. Oh, okay. Everyone's just whipping everything. Everyone's just whipping everything at the minute. Okay. Finally a counter 5D. That's big. That's OP. That's good damage. Meter build. Oh, drops it, but it's still OP. Even at the drop there, he was heavily blocked.
Alright, nice little damage for Hexanoid. He might be able to run away with it. One more hit is all he needs. Good
block. The Spike Chase of miss. That was impressive.
Oh, but the Rekka low
misses the micro dash out, but gets a throw, and that will call it.
Hexanoid going to be taking it over SQ. 2-0 in the neutral mirror. Looked pretty dicey. SQ looked like it was going to be able to bring it all the way back. But
yeah, there were definitely moments. There were moments where SQ was running the good stuff, getting to the corner. But I mean, in the end, Hex managed to get some important hits. That counter hit 5D that started the sequence was good.
Yeah.
Because he confirmed it that it was a counter hit, and then just did the run up 3C. The run up 3C, gravity C, the usual combo, gets to the corner.
Well, that means that we're going to be moving on to our next match, which is going to be Euchre up against Darmryuken. We've seen both of these players before, and I already know in this matchup, Euchre's bringing the S. There is going to be no
yeah, I feel like Euchre should have this. I feel like I favor him here.
Yeah, I've played them both, and I mean, unless Euchre's S starts falling apart to pieces, I think we should be perfectly fine.
Well, anything can happen in tournament.
I mean, it's also Susan. He can make stuff happen.
True. Darmryuken seem to remember a lot as that other match went on.
Yeah,
remembered quite a lot of things he clearly learned in the past about Susanoo.
Yeah, I definitely.
Things were coming back. You could see it happening. Like suddenly he was doing 5B, 6B overhead into roots.
Well, that's the thing is like the 6B was, the 6C was just working on Opal, which is like, oh, all right, I'll just collect all this free damage.
But yeah, usually I'd say, you know, Susanoo should be testing whether his opponent can deal with the Susanoo setups and pressure and just the basic block string. 5B, 6B. 5B, 6B will probably get you quite far through pools just doing it to everyone you play. Unless they're actually like, unless they're playing the game.
I mean, you saw...
Susanoo 5B, 6B, that's +4. You can just do it on people. At the low level, they're going to DP or just eat the 5B.
Yeah, and it's like...
but I don't think that will be happening here. You can note about that.
Like, Opal was IBing it, which you also saw that was actually coming to bite him. Was like there were a couple of times like the 6B whiff, or was doing 6B1 into 6C.
In neutral, if the first hit can whiff, and then you're eating the second hit.
Oh, that's the worst.
You only need to really IB the second hit. But that's easy to think, not easy to do in the match. When you see 6B and start IBing because you think you're going to be blocking it,
And it's like, against Susanoo, it's legitimately like, only one thing needs to go wrong.
Yeah, no, as I said, if you can get in, you can win.
All right, buttons. Button.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know when was the last time I've seen. I don't know if I've seen Euchre play Hazama in bracket. Really, it's supposed to be like a character. But Hazama is such a fun character, and also just like kind of like one to like mess around with. I feel like I feel like I want to pick up Hazama next. Just like learn what it's all about. Yeah. Hopefully, Domryuk is not going to have any controller issues this time around. Don't want to see another one of those happening. Yeah, instant S pick. Pick the goblin. Pick the goblin color.
I can see it. I think Hazama. I think he does fine against Susanoo. I think he can play a pretty evasive game. He can do a lot of different tricks. He can pressure Susanoo without DP reasonably well, I think. But it's one of those where if you're not truly like super like at it, then Susanoo will just get hit and run over Hazama's limit up. S doesn't have that problem. Okay, takes the purple throw.
Yeah, a bit of a missed time on the
Match
throw.
that 6B, got it after the 6B whiff. Get the 6B off.
He's on the DP,
no 5A
so
me.
He
5A
could
me would have done it. There's not much need to 2A me. Doesn't really make much sense. But he rolls. And then he bursts. That's not a good burst. The round is basically over. He doesn't have DP unlocked. Yeah. He's not thinking to himself. He's not thinking Domryuk is gonna bait, so he's just doing DP. Oh, he just threw out that super.
What was that? He dashed up, and I don't know if I know what that
I think that was sword.
Sword, I see.
Yeah, that was sword. He could have done that from way further away. Okay, right.
But yeah, Euchre is a very like Yomi type of player.
There's not much damage here.
He's willing to just like make you second guess yourself by representing all sorts of options. And like he's gonna be capitalizing on you like
I guess he
worrying
gets
about
himself.
Right, gotta be routing into the safe jump. A bit of a drop though, still.
Okay, burst. Kinda has to, I think.
Yeah, it's still a very bad spot, but of course IB, that's when we do it.
I don't think he'll reach 50 meter. He has a 1 kill, but oh god, doesn't get much there. Oh, he doesn't. The one time he doesn't DP. Okay.
Of course, you can try doing the DP in between the 6B hits.
That could have been something.
Oh, accident.
He barriers. That's good. Oh, yeah, he's looking to just kill him with random projectiles here. Oh, 5B would have caught that landing recovery.
That's just character unfamiliarity, you know?
Yeah, the 5B would have caught that. Maybe. Oh, he could have done a 5D60 on standing S there. Yeah, that's a pretty standard point to just OD.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, like why you may not want to be bursting immediately. It's just like you have the threat of OD. You need to put all sorts of these like options like off the table, and you also threaten wake up OD, so like you limit their OP options as well. Of course, that's if they participate in that and actually respect the OD. Sometimes they just send it. Rain.
No instant block, but you can't really press there anyway if you do instant block because it's even.
Yeah, it's like it's still 0 and like
your
button's too
it's a
slow.
respectable burst. Oh, he had the 6B there. Unfortunately, but didn't do that. Didn't know. Oh, no, that back throw is really bad. Just outside the corner because they wall stick, so you can't actually convert at that very specific spacing without seals.
Does it wall stick the screen?
It wall sticks only in the corner. I think it wall bounces mid-screen, so you just, I think it's 5p60. I don't back throw often, just forward throw is better.
Interesting. All right. Either way, very strong situation for Yuka. 50 meter on the deck. This is a dead Susanoo. Misses the combo.
But we'll see what happens here. Blazblue can, at that point, wanted to just stay alive for as long as possible, just to get burst back, if nothing else.
No, to be fair, as does like so little like she does little damage, so he will have OD this round, no matter what.
Oh yeah. I think any character would have OD. Just taking that much damage would give you 40%. Okay, takes the throw. He's getting into something.
Oh, no punish on the 6B nothing.
Oh, okay, doesn't. We must have pressed something too slow. You can only really 2A there to keep the pressure going. Oh, OD, but he's in the contraption. But gets the EA, and he'll get another burst, which is good.
If it survives long enough. But
if he does, yeah.
Oh, God,
if AF is allowed to run out, he should get another burst.
Yeah, but Don Ryukin doesn't have any good unlocks, honestly.
No, these unlocks are pretty trash. The only thing he has going for him is the counter assault. Oh, he blocks it, but he could have pressed there because he didn't rapid or react. So he can counter assault that. If he does that, he would have moved the counter to the DP unlock, and he could have just pressed 4D if it hit. But
I see.
now he's kind of looking a bit bleak. His counter assault would have hit from there though. Susanoo has a very big counter assault that covers an amazing amount of the screen.
It's the 5D, right?
Yeah, it's the 5D animation. It's insane. It hits people out of otherwise counter assault safe setups. Like you'll see 9 players try setups that on a lot of other characters are just counter assault safe, but not Susanoo.
I see. Well, that's the privilege of the CF characters.
Yeah, it's a big one.
I see. Well, that's going to be Euchre moving on to face off against Hexanoid. So he's staying on there, I think, while we wait for Hexa to pull up. And that's going to be 4 top 12. I believe that's probably going to be also the last match of this pool before we move on to the next one. But yeah, we're just waiting on Hexa. I don't quite see him though. Anyway, gives us some time. Let's see what else is happening in the bracket. Elsewhere, Open Wolf took it over. Ponytail FC is fighting Argalia now. For the spot to fight against SQ, we saw a bit earlier. Global got beat up by Euchre early, but doing quite well on loser's side, beating up Pibbles and Sandwich. So unfortunately, that's going to be it for Sandwich today. I see Hexa pulling up. That's nice. Let's see what else we got. Argalia taking it over Raging Estrogen. What a name. Yeah, so last match of this pool, we got Hexa up against Euchre. Definitely both were the favorites to make it this far. And it's gonna be...
The seeding is mostly doing its work here.
I mean, I would say this is seeded well.
Yeah. It's normal enough kind of turnout.
I do want to actually check the previous pool.
I really should have watched my guides in the pool. I got distracted by commentary, but the HCL guides from the pool I was in, I should have really watched their finals. But I just realized I completely forgot for the commentary gig. Damn, fake friend.
Wait a minute. Oh wait, no, it's top 12, so there's three out. I see. It's 3 out per pool.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I wanted to see if how Nanonis is doing, but he actually isn't already in top 12. But other side there, it's first he did not make it, but it was actually Salt Fat Guy that made it out of that one. But yeah, we'll do another fake button check with fake characters that don't exist.
The wheel of fate is turning.
What was the last time we've seen an Naoto actually in bracket? Like we have quite a few of them like online, but offline I've like in the EU I haven't seen that many Naoto players. Like, to be fair, I sort of do wish like some people also traveled a bit more. It's like I do want to see people like I want to see Red Bar and offline. Asugi I saw him once or twice, and I would like to travel more. But Asugi's on Kokanoe now, I think.
Oh right.
Yeah. It is going to be the S up against the Lambda. This was the matchup Euchre was the most worried about coming into this.
I think S does reasonably well.
Well, let's pay attention to this.
Reasonably well here.
Yeah, excellent. It's no slouch. As we
got
saw
a
earlier.
very usable anti-projectile. Just runs in 6 A's.
Hey man,
That's
what if she did
then
IDVP?
doesn't seem to do anything. It's just drop.
I mean, 6A is like the most Guilty Gear 6P coded move in the game.
Yeah, the Murakuma 6A is it feels like a very traditional anti-air in this game across like Arctis games. It's very traditional 6P type. Extend your hand, get head info. That's how it works. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think punishing that landing recovery was going to be very difficult, so I'm not surprised.
Nice delay.
Okay, gets an IAD. No, I thought it as soon as he did it. It was too high for the 6A.
Oh, no roll catch. Or rather, the roll catch is with the 5D.
Yeah, JB is not hitting a crouching F there, fortunately, and this should be over.
RC misses it. This is the point where he could have done the command grab. Yeah, S is has to go back forward C super. It's very awkward to RC. It's like very late in the animation.
You have to wait right to the end, and I don't know what the thing is you're meant to do. Is it 5D or is it just 3C Rekka?
You can do 214A, which is
Right,
like
yeah.
unscaled 500, 700
Oh
damage.
yeah, no, I was hit by it the other day. Yeah, of course. Okay, Spike Chaser, 6C. Right,
No.
right, Spike Chaser RC, good. That hits. Plus like a billion. Just like a basic string off of it.
Yeah.
2-2D, predictable.
Too far.
Ooh, gets a 6D though.
Yeah, jumps into the 60. Got nailed
All
down by the
and
pinwheel.
now Hexanoid is cooking. The kicks in the belt. Goes overhead, unafraid, as he should be. Oh, and gets a cheeky anti-air, and that's a pretty basic combo for the end. Yep, does drop it.
You just love to see it. Like they set out the spike station and then just stood there. Like you could try to like, okay, let me take the least dangerous way out, and just I react to it. Smokey. Oh, just a bit too far out.
Okay. Oh, walks into it and gets hit by two separate things. One of the things that could really unnerve you when it happens. You know, you get hit by one thing, walk a bit, accidentally walk into another. It's like just gotta put it behind you.
I think what happened maybe is that he missed the forward dash, so he thought he was dashing, but he was just walking forward.
Okay, enhance. Gets all that time off there. Throw. Just wait a minute. Let me adjust. Okay, gets enhanced again. That's not a bad choice because you could do just 214C in neutral then, and that should be a pretty big hitbox to throw out. Yeah. Gets another 2D. Okay, not blocking a lot of these air drives. I gotta say, it's been a pretty consistent way to getting opened up. Oh, and the overhead doesn't OD in time. It's quite a tricky situation. Oh, nice tech on the throw. That's the experience of Hexanoid coming in there, being ready for that throw.
Alright, IVs.
Oh, and
just
doesn't bait the counter sword. Yeah. Okay, this is great.
Oh my god.
No, that's gotta be that's unfortunate.
Missed
Wake up throw in this game. That's not the standard, but it works.
Yeah, but the thing is though, I'm almost certain Euchre's gonna now remember that. I was like, okay, Raw Tucker.
just that's the stigma now. Raw Tucker.
Skull emoji, point emoji.
You Raw Tech, I won the set. Okay, so getting back into it, 6C hits raw. You might think it's like an insane amount of damage, but not particularly as a start. It's not bad though.
Alright, nice little dash by B despite the pinwheel.
Yeah, despite Hexanoid using the burst, immediately goes back in and gets hit. I think some of the best moments have been for Hexanoid when Hex has just been away. Again, just 2D into nothing. There have been a lot of dropped IAD combos, so maybe that's why he's choosing it, but there's a lot been left on the table in terms of Oki here. Okay, get the box. Oh, just tries to rush in with the low. Not really.
Oh my god, no conversion.
Oh, that's tragic.
It's also quite surprising
it's fine when my character does it, but that was tragic.
Yeah, it's like SSJC is quite a large curve box, but still managed to sail over the CA, which I guess just shows just how small.
Okay, get the JB. That's missed a lot on S's smaller hurt box, so it's nice to hit. Oh, yeah, that wasn't.
Oh, that's a big one.
Fatal. Oh, no, yeah. Well, it's actually worked out well for Hexanoid because Yuka is best.
Oh,
so all he needs to do now is stay composed, and it's frankly little composure from both of them. There's just a lot of people going in and not blocking this air drive or not finishing this combo. Oh, and he gets hit by the spike chaser. Oh, that should have been the round. That's a really. I think because he assumed he'd block it, so he just went for the mix-up. And because he got hit, he just got out.
He just got
out, yeah.
Sometimes mistakes are the miracles.
So Hexanoid heading into potential set point. Great start. Just do a simple combo, get Spike Chaser knocked down, and then go to town on some save. Yeah, gravity seed, good backup. Yep, that's a but and then loses all that patience I was about to compliment him for. He's just praying that Yuka held back and got him by the low, but he did.
Charge
Okay,
first
first. Oh, yeah, Yuka finally reveals it.
Yeah, counter GC, no conversion. Oh, Dash is going under! It's going to be able to tie up
I think what we saw there, I think Hexmode was very paranoid about another counter assault losing to JC and just didn't really do the counter assault. Maybe he wanted to at the end, because there was a 5D, so maybe he just got hit out of something else when he was trying to go into it. But either way, we're in the next round. Gets the overhead this time.
Remind me again, Lambda's Calamity Sword is invuln, right?
The super, yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised we have not seen a single one yet.
Oh, and again, he gets hit, and because actually assumes he's going to just sit there and block, the mixer misses. So the tasty convert goes unflamed.
That is a huge whiff. Gotta be able to...
moment, but you know what? He gets the combo off of it.
Yeah, and now Yuka finds himself in the corner.
Again, it's not like a consistent strat to do. You don't want to do it too often.
Yeah, like you said, just respect it.
Sometimes the Murakumo will miss the spike chase convert just because it's so ridiculous amount, such a ridiculous amount of hits done, so unexpected to get hit by it. But you wanna block. You've got to respect it. We were saying this earlier. It's one of the very few options in this game. You don't get a tech option. You just respect it. Late tech if you can. Maybe they missed the timing, but that's all. Oh, nice block. Like you could 5A there or 6A
yeah, that was not a guaranteed throw, but
no,
you know.
You're meant to 5A or 6A and get a punish on that. Yep, does the super again. It's such a fat chunk of health off Lambda. Doesn't do anything. Maybe he wanted a backdash or something. Oh, gets a forward roll. Cheeky. Okay, and gets a tasty 3C. This is into Oki and first. You know what? Respectable.
Yeah, that's good.
Almost
that is good for Hexa.
Oh, what was that 6B? How did that hit? Against estimable characters? How did that hit? Gets a full,
huge amount of damage.
Full combo. Tries a cheeky. Oh, no, it's because he did the sword. It's because he did the sword he didn't kill. And he's desperate for this round. I don't know. Well, Yuka doesn't block an air drive again, just like earlier. That's a bad one to go on.
Yeah, that is
a way.
unfortunate.
The play overall was fine. It's just not blocking the air drive again.
Yeah. I think at the beginning, like Hexa was like, oh, cool, I got his burst, like I'm playing for round 3, but then he got that big hit. And it said, all right, I'm investing into this round.
Yeah,
that's why I saw that
no, I think Hexnode's burst was perfectly understandable.
Yeah.
Anyone would agree. You're in that position, they get hit, like, get off. No, my bloody yours. But give me it. I won it. I won. I'm winning.
I want to try again. Give me another try.
Give me my round. That's my round. Thief.
And yeah, it's like, you know, that was Gravity Seed just doing most of the work. Like, you know, just could not
Gravity
navigate away
Seed
from it.
is just a great tool.
Yeah.
Like, if your character is not extremely fast or has a tool that ignores gravity, like Hibiki 3D, that specifically doesn't interact with the gravitational pull to slow him down, so he just goes through. Because he just teleports through. So Gravity Seed doesn't impede him going forward in that way. So he can even like run into it and then 3D, making the Murakumo player think that they're interacting with it, and then you can just 3D while you're in it, and they'll think, oh, he's slow, I'll press something, and then they get whacked and put into the contraption.
The funny thing, it's funny that you said, like, you know, oh, if they're like, you know, a fast character, because S's dash speed is like one of the highest in the game.
No, S she can definitely. So one of the problems with like if your character can't like dash barrier, most characters can. But if your character that can't micro dash barrier, like say Susano, you can find yourself in Gravity Seed where you have to run through it essentially fully unimpeded, because air dash obviously gets interrupted. So one of the safest options any player has is to just micro dash, jump forward and barrier, and that dash momentum will carry you through,
like
but you'll be blocking in the air.
Yeah.
You'll be blocking in the air. So I guess that's stronger outside of gravity, but you can do it in gravity. And the idea with that is that if they whiff 5D, then you've got some form of momentum to work with. So you've been moving a bit through it, and maybe if you air dash and do an early button, maybe you'll hit the Murakumo if they're near the Gravity Seed. But either way, you can win rounds safely doing that if you can just dash jump.
Yeah.
That's one of the most important things. Like S can also just dash JBB as well. IAD, JBB.
Yeah.
It's traditionally hard to deal with unless you're like sitting there looking for it. So I think it was one of those where she has a great dash. I think if she gets 2-on-4C enhanced, she can do it in neutral, and that's a very big hitbox that comes out after it.
It's like proximity based, so it's like if you're far away, it tries to move like as far as it can.
Yeah, and then if you're enhanced on whiff, the big hitbox comes out, and I think that's because of all that forward movement and all that speed. I think that can interrupt her when she's near it too.
Interesting. I'll consider that.
Yeah, I think that works.
No, I'm not playing S in that matchup. I got Azrael.
Fair enough if you feel confident in it. I think that's because you've got Growler, so
yeah,
you can make him
to
think.
be fair, when I was playing Hexena, he's like, oh, I'm playing Azrael. All right, just drives her off the table for a bit. Like he's playing a very physical Lambda when that happens. But yeah, well, that is going to be it for our winner side matches. We're going to move on to loser side now, where we got SQ and Open Wolf. New up against
I mean, I think I favor, from what I saw in the other match, I think I favor SQ here, unless Open Wolf has remembered quite a lot of things.
Yeah, like
playing a lot more solid. I think I would favor.
He remembered Skull exists.
Ah, okay. Remember Skull exists. This may be the one character that can anti-air it with like a big detached projectile, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if her Skull clashed with that projectile somehow. It's Izanami. That Skull, that Skull does everything.
Oh god! And it's like even if it's blocked, it's like sometimes she bounces back so far. There's like
she bounces back so far. It's very difficult to punish, even if you can.
Yeah,
like,
and then if they
good.
RC it, they don't bounce. It's just like swipe
yeah. I think traditionally you want to do it with RC because if she gets hit right at the top, it's still not ideal. But if she has RC, she's just in.
Yeah.
Like if she RCs that, Izanami is in.
And you're blocking Izanami.
Izanami has logged on.
If she's in bit mode, it's not a fun time. Like
yeah, if she's in bit mode and that happens, she's in. Like you are in straight in the contraption for not dealing with a very difficult anti-air move. But I think SQ. The thing about new is that new can interact. New can interact with Izanami at range, and that's key.
Alright, I'm still surprised not seeing that much active mode on the side of Open World. I feel like in this type of matchup, being able to just throw up projectiles is such a huge deal.
Okay, get to float. I think one of the key tools for Izanami, I think here is the slide. Well,
yeah.
Believe it or not, it's low profile new 5D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's low profile.
It's low profile is like quite well. You'd be surprised at how many things it goes under. Misses the pickup of the unfloat. Accidental command grab.
Okay, yeah, that's a strange one. But yeah, this is. Well, I mean, if you could do a combo into a knockdown, that would help. You know, Izanami's greatest strength is ignoring most of what anyone else wants to do on knockdown. Get the knockdown, go into ribcage.
It's like one of the things, like, yeah, you just cannot really interact because ribcage is going to handle all of it. The problem is, you got to be able to route into that knockdown.
That's the thing. You have to be able to get there. Honestly, even if you can't do the rest of the combo, even maybe something like just 3C fastball and then just taking that ulti might actually be beneficial.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Just letting them randomly take out off of an end.
I'm surprised we haven't seen that much 3C in float, like you mentioned. Finally, the 5D comes out.
Okay, gets a JB, and he's up, but that 4D was way too early.
Yeah,
you want to wait until right as the block stun is wearing off, and then you want to like 4D or do something like that. Tries the better here. That's good.
Right,
doesn't go back into the bits mode. Doesn't go back in. So the Doritos are off, so now it can be reactivated. Gets just the 6B. 6B's not too bad. On paper, the start is slow, but in reality, you got a 5B there. I know her EA is slightly more minus.
Minus 15, yeah.
Yeah, it's slightly more minus, so maybe that 5B, I think that 5B should have worked, but you want to just go with a 5B. It's in danger state. It was going to kill.
Oh my god, and this is a huge deal because now out of danger state
it doesn't block. There was a mix-up coming in anyway. That would have killed if it was closer, but Izanami hotbox. Now, can he get the convert?
Yes, the dash this time.
Get this part. He's going for this combo. I thought he was going for an easier one, but well, that was a good convert there at the end. Recognizes the 5DD here in the air, just a simple pizza wheel, micro dash 5D.
Yeah,
that's a skill you have to have as well. Recognizing when you only need to do like 2,000 damage.
Yeah.
Knowing when you can RC and just do something incredibly simple to do 2,000 damage and get around.
Yeah, the problem is though, right? Sometimes you go for the simple thing, and because you do it so rarely, that actually messes you up.
Sometimes, but that's what I mean by a skill. You have to know what is like actually just, I will never drop this. This is so easy. With 50 meter, this is so easy. Like when I play Bang, if I have like 100 meter and I only need to use 50 for the kill, you can just do palm, and then rapid, and then super, and it's so easy. You don't have to do any silly links or any nonsense like that. No nails, no rejumps, none of this.
Yeah. Well, just
Double the
just
2B,
earlier.
but he's going right. He seems to have remembered something of a route here.
Yeah, nice little
Okay.
space overhead. And of course, similar
Okay.
to
Open wolf is
Susanoo's,
open up.
her overhead is only cancelable on hits. So you can just punch in the slides, punch in
True,
the
yeah. I think that was a CF1 now. It used to be
And we're just
cancelable on
above
block.
now.
Okay, gets a 2A. 6 frame 2A, by the way, cheating. Mods take a stick.
It's okay, she can't cancel into it, so
Ah, okay, true. It's only +1 on float. So.
don't want to think about it. Anyway,
oh,
no, confirm into the super!
5B would have worked. 5B or anything would have worked. Oh,
my
okay.
God.
I don't think I've seen that one before. 2CZ rapid 60. You know what? It works. I respect it.
All right, first round going to Opal Wolf.
Oh,
Scramble. There's the skull.
It could have converted with 2B there, I think. Whether it would have dropped after that 2B range is questionable, but hey.
Well, 2B is like scary to try and pick up because, like, you know, it has so much recovery.
Maybe just went to 5B instead, but I don't think 2B would have been punishable there.
Like, 2B is like has a slide worth of recovery, and thank God, because that moves low throttles everything.
I mean, true, but like, typically you're not mixing with it. It's got a chip up.
Nice little backdash, but
Okay, doesn't do anything. Gonna counter hit on a rapid, I think. So, oh, just does, yeah, ribcage, go in. Now, see, the problem there is he did ribcage, but he didn't activate Dorito mode. So he was just, yeah, he had a ribcage on, but
you just stalled.
yeah, he had ribcage on, but like he couldn't do the Doritos to keep him blocking or just stop him moving out of the way. So, this is a bad burst. This is a terrible burst. I'm sorry. This burst is this round is not worth it.
Yeah, like you were up around, so like if this was like you know the first round went the other way, I would understand it because you need to keep yourself alive.
I think everyone's done bad bursts. I'm no exception, but that's definitely textbook 101 burst you should do. That's definitely on the page. Figure 2-3 example of bad burst. But we're in this round now.
Yeah, I'm still surprised not to be able to see that much 214B, especially on the float. Obviously, SQ has checked it a couple of times before, but I don't think that you should let that stop you.
Okay, good. It's just a slide. It's very difficult. I think it's difficult to deal with. Okay, it doesn't, not much of it. Oh, it doesn't do a 6C. It may have dropped, so you know what? Yeah, you're not sure. Nice. It's probably bad to do 5C, and this looks like it should be the kill.
Yeah, you can route it to sword.
Yeah, and it hits. I was thinking
well.
maybe Izanami's smaller hurtbox might make it drop, but it didn't.
Well, it's like one of those things, like, you know, even when you're being combo, it's just like, you just hold the tech, it's like, maybe.
SQ giving a grunt there. Clearly exasperated. He knows what's coming.
Yeah.
He knows what's coming.
So, yeah, that is going to be, unfortunately, it for Open Wolf. Is going to be heading out, but SQ going to be moving on to face up against Global, who we saw, he's absolutely tearing it through loser side. But yeah, let's see.
Is this what's happening? Is this still the same pool?
Yeah, this is the final game of this pool.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I'm gonna be hopping on after this because it's not quite my pool yet. Mine's next, but I've been talking for a while, and I feel like Euchre wants to hop on a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Been talking a bit. I'll probably hop off after a few more matches.
Yeah, that and like, you know, I've been drinking coffee. There you go.
True.
But yeah, Global is a person I have not seen today, but you know, it's one of those things like, you know, he ran into Euchre extremely early and as I got sent down to losers, but then he was absolutely just tearing it through losers, making it all the way almost to the end. So this is for the final spot in top 12 of this pool. Of course, earlier we saw Hexa and Euchre. Both of them have made it. Of course, Euchre's in loser side, but this is for that final spot between Global and SQ. SQ on the new Global I've not seen. Have you played against him?
SQ.
No, SQ is the new, but Global, the other guy.
Global, I think maybe at some point in the distant past, but not recently.
Yes. And we have seen a lot of people, like, in the last couple of years, a lot of people have been, like, expanding their roster. A lot of people have been picking up extra characters on this.
Yeah.
Hawkman.
Yeah, Hawkman.
I see. Yeah, we saw another Hawkman earlier today. I think it was in the first pool. But yeah, that was quite a rough match. But this time, I think it's actually a pretty bad matchup for New, isn't it? Because you can just IAD to J2A and you just cut everything.
Yeah, this is a matchup that is very unique. Hawkman has quite a lot he can actually do against the Mokumos because his 4C cuts a lot more projectiles than it looks.
Yeah, even though
some very funny spaces.
Actually, wait, no. So normally his 4C is active for one frame, but the cut cuts.
The cuts
Yes,
have their
more
own hitboxes and their own like
actives, yeah.
data around his normal. Yeah, they have their own hitboxes and such.
But yeah, I just feel like, you know, just Hakumen's IAD goes so far forward horizontally. You can just IAD
He
J2A.
has tools, like J2A is so good because it's basically just a shield against any projectile. So if he's just jumping and doing a J2A, like if Nu tries an anti-air, then the Fumajin is going to come out. And that'll probably a few more projectiles around it too. So it's definitely one where Nu has to be very careful. Oh, okay, tries an air grab reset. You know, I kind of respect it. He didn't want to spin the Magatama that early. Oh, gets R, but he doesn't micro dash. He could have, I think he could have done micro dash 5A, 5B, but don't hold me on it. Okay, playing very careful, but maybe too careful.
But like, it's been like only a couple of seconds. You already saw like he's just forcing his way in with J2A multiple times.
See, at this point, you know, Hakumen, he has counters. He's got some great defensive options. Oh my God, J2A crashes the stick. Okay, just 2D, 2D. Right, going in. Oh, that J2A, yo, that J2A clashed with the 6A, but didn't beat that projectile. That's insane. That's crazy.
So yeah, now SQ is down.
Okay, I think he might have tried.
There's that entire other aspect of Hakumen's game plan. You see that active flow about to kick in on that overdrive.
Oh, and he could have probably done more than this. This might kill.
Yeah, Hakumen cash out damage is absolutely insane. Not gonna be able to go into
he needed
super.
to do something else, whether it was
probably end with
2B or a
Yanagi.
5C into EA. That was definitely another normal. I think he can do 5A into EA actually. I think I've seen it. It's an old route, but it checks out. Okay, crouches the 4C. There's gaming. Knows the 4C with some crouching. Crouches it. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually believe it works, so doesn't do anything with it. Very understandable, like you were saying.
Yeah, finally being able to get something started.
Gets the micro dash, the J to swap side, that's good. Gets Oki, and now, see, Nu really wants to just do overhead pressure there, but the overhead is a projectile. And, you know, in hindsight, Hakumen... Oh,
what attack!
the way, pardon my French, the way...
Oh! Either way, Global looking quite nice here, like active flow gonna be securing that overdrive back. Robbery factor is available.
And now we are waiting. He has a great life lead, but I don't think he really wants to just block Nu forever. He has mix.
But yeah, it's just like one of those things.
Okay, he's gonna jump cancel. Oh, I would have assumed that a 6A would have happened there, but that's okay.
But yeah, like he's burning all of his resources to keep this pressure going. Honestly, you can just
okay, and you know, SQ staying safe. Not dying is an important part of winning, so that's good.
Yeah.
He gets a clean here. Oh, but he doesn't do the low. Or run forward 2B. Great option against the... And now, Global has spent the
problem is the timer might actually start becoming a factor.
Oh, what? Well, he tries to throw, and that's another throw.
Oh! The second round ends the same as the first.
Okay.
A random ammo coming out.
That was much closer to SQ running it back than I thought it was going to be. But it was a pretty great situation at first, and it was... All of the plus points for Hakumen were slowly eroding away in that round, but he still managed to get the kill.
Yeah, still first game going to Global. Very good patience on the Hakumen.
Ah, and that's it. That's the casino is online. Oh, it doesn't tech. I think a tech there would have been just fine. Hakumen he's not a demon of air techs or anything. Right. This isn't Chrono Phantasma 1. He doesn't need to worry about air grab that much. Okay, so we have here a pretty, again, much of a similar situation. Right, yeah, that's it. He doesn't need to care about that super legend. J2A, sit in and just aura farm in the Fumages. Oh my God.
That might have been a hair trigger burst. Like, I don't think he wanted that to happen, but this is very bad for SQ.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, he may be able to win this round. He's got resources. He can win this.
Yeah, like
this is a winnable round.
This is still very rough.
Oh, Yanagi! Oh, that 5B would have at least forced burst. So.
Like, I still managed to get 30% back. You know, could be worse.
It's not 30% back, but there's just no denying it. That was a very unfortunate counter burst. And the J2A worked. Yeah, it's rough on Nu.
Right, nice little 6A confirm on standing.
Plenty of agency at all times to interrupt just about any action. Don't want to be too predictable. That's the problem. Nu is kind of predictable. So not wanting to be too predictable with a character that thrives when she is predictable is something else.
Oh, what an idea.
Oh,
Good block
good
on the
block.
Zantetsu.
It was so much block done, he got a purple grab. And you know what? This is, now that he's got active flow, he's going to get burst again. Putting earlier behind him, this is going all right now.
Yeah, good. Managed to like actually ride it out quite well, SQ. Gotta be able to guarantee his burst back.
Doesn't do the traditional Oki, but oh
no.
Well, okay.
It works out.
Yeah, it worked out. Sure, my mic is.
All these like air throws that like send them away towards the corner. It can get weird because like they hit the wall and they bounce instead.
Yeah.
But you need to be aware of like sometimes they open up very cool routes, but
Okay, gets a good route here. Not into the 63 AA, but that's fine. Oh, okay. It just rolls out. Confident.
Okay, what now? Ooh, gets him late. No gravity
Oh,
seat set
yeah,
up.
just calls out the counter hardcore. That's the downfall of Hakim, and eventually they're just going to start grabbing. And you need to be ready to move to the other table in the casino when they start grabbing.
What now? Yeah,
Okay.
Like oh,
he was in that rare position where there was no way he was cutting it.
Yeah.
Okay, just a basic combo here. Oh, that is a 6A would have killed. It's looking great for SQ.
Yeah, not blocking his
he could
overhead.
OD and lock out the burst.
Yes,
Yep.
May. Lock him out, get that EA.
And then into EA. Okay, didn't even need the super. Good.
Nice. Like it looked very dire for SQ with that accidental burst on a pixel last round.
No, that pixel burst last round. It's one of those where that can very easily get in your own head. It's like, oh, why did I do that? I've thrown away my entire advantage. What am I doing?
Yeah.
But no, that didn't happen. Clean roundabout. Almost won that round too. Really, it was only he got a good anti-air or something around that situation.
Good composure, like being able to like recenter yourself.
Yeah,
in those types of
recentering
situations is very huge.
far too important. Very, very easy, very understandable to tilt on one thing, but no, just bringing yourself back is what a large part of the battle is about.
Yeah, right. Just changing out the color. We got Hype Dog Stage, Zach's favorite. Oh, just jumping in with a JTC. Nothing quite there. Oh my god, that clash on the 6A.
A burst there. There wasn't much damage coming out of it, but the Murakumo players, the best Murakumo players, do usually burst from momentum. Like you'll see Yoshiki and Division use their burst just to get someone away. Yeah. They can do that. And then next round, you'll probably get it back at some point. That's fine. Whether you win this round or lose it, that's kind of a normal play. You have a large amount of life. Just push him out, make him get in again. A great block on Zantetsu. Super prepared for Zantetsu. Just is not being hit by it.
Yeah, of course, 5D being able to hold it active
with
for so long.
went for a grab. Why? What? Okay, nonetheless. Oh, with a 5D, gets a 2D punish. Any punish is good. Any punish is good. And gets the micro dash, gets the corner. Great combo. Because you're getting pretty consistent on these. Okay, and yeah, that's good. That's a very, very good standard Oki. Very good. You air dash away, you do J60, and then if they do anything, thinking you're just leaving, the Luminous Slave hits them then, and then it's a kind of a rat 5D combos, completely burst safe.
I see.
Great Oki.
Oh, just outside of range of that 3C.
Okay, and it's been a real momentum shift towards SQ for sure.
Yeah, I think Global looked a little bit lost.
Yeah,
when he went to that
Global
character
is not dealing with the sudden 2Ds and approaches of SQ as much. Now, he dealt with that one, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh, wow.
No
what
63A.
What a
just
mad dash.
2C and then just wait. Okay, so we're heading into neutral again. Hopefully where SQ wants to be. Not much, about to get 50. Probably get 50 in this combo, and then SQ can kind of say, right, I've got 50, I can do a few more tricks. Okay, just this.
Oh.
He must have tried to counter and wake up and missed it.
I mean, you can 6D, I'm pretty sure. You
can counter. You can just spam a counter through it. I think you can just 2D. And yeah, it's kind of going one way here. So now you know what? That looked like it was connected. That wasn't too bad an idea. Now Global is kind of yeah, tries to see it, but it doesn't get the combo. Oh yeah, 100%. Oh, but he gets good too, so we try to be on, and that's the game.
You're not punishable if you could cause a procs.
That's so relatable. I just probably thought I was on the other side there too. That's kind of a heartbreaker for him, but you know, nice OD, get it back across the screen with you, Something good to happen.
But yeah, nice showing
But
by SQ. Gonna
nothing
be
ever
gonna be
happens.
making it to that top 12. Very nice little game. Like I said earlier, like, you know, it looked pretty dire at the beginning, but managed to pick up the pieces, recenter himself, and showing us that yeah, he deserves to be there.
Going over to Chunks there, who is his brother, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've been around for quite a while, but
Chunks the Taker player?
yeah, Taker and Arakune.
Oh god.
You're doing a friendless speedrun.
Yeah, how do you do that? Either way, I think that's gonna be it for this pool. So we're gonna move on to our next one, which is pool M1, and I'm gonna let. Well, either way, we're gonna.
I think we have Snine hopping on the stream. Is it?
We already have a couple of DQ. Oh wait, this pool has already been moving. Damn, I see.
Yeah, I've got it back on my phone, so I'm just going by what you say.
Yeah, I'm just like looking at who's sitting down. I don't quite fully recognize it, but yeah, this pool has already been moving. God damn. That probably means my my pool is starting soon as well.
All right.
But yeah, like looking at it,
I mean, to sit in that seat, you can put the headset on while you're sitting there and commentate while you're playing. So.
I tried it. I thought about it at Albion, and I was like, you know what? I need to lock in a little bit more. It wasn't enough. But, you know. Right. Yucker! Right, I'm going to let Euchre take over. I am going to need to go prep for my own pools. But yeah. What's your game plan?
You gotta go.
My pool's in like 20 minutes.
That's what?
My pool's like 20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm going to, you want to hop on? Sure. Yeah, let's go. All right, so that's going to be it for me. Thanks for having me. I'm going to go get ready for my own pools. Euchre's going to be joining. But yeah, good job. Nice
Yeah, good commentary. Yeah. Yo. This my mic keeps falling down. Probably been terrible on the stream. My audio's probably been like deafening people and then super quiet a lot. But yeah. How you doing, Yucca? I saw the match. I was commentating it, as you heard, no doubt.
Yeah, I RNG'd a bit too much on Spike Chaser because I was trying to get the delay tech whiff.
I mean, I think it can only whiff if it's probably done wrong. It's super, like, it's going to hit you. I think you just have to accept it.
Yeah, I mean,
I know it feels contradictory, but you have to accept of all the tech options you have, Spike Chaser is going to hit you on wake up.
Yeah, pretty much. So the times I got counted and stuff, I goofed real bad, and then there was like small execution error things.
Yeah,
where
you got hit by a lot of swords in the air, like a lot of like 2Ds and 6Ds.
Yeah, it's
you
more
end
so
up like not blocking those quite a few times.
Yeah, I think the low block stuff was I was hoping on the IB I could try to smash out a DP in there. Just like layer down that that piece of RPS where it's like in these gaps I will try to interact and hope that they back off, and then I can start playing from there before, instead of like waiting until Act Parts to try to guess on what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other part is like when I got hit by drives in the air, it was more so I had totally expected to be able to jump over it, but it just kind of didn't pan out that way.
Right, so we have a game on the screen here. I don't think it's a bunch check. I think that's gone in.
No, it's not a bunch check. So this is Versal. S9, I believe we saw something else.
Yes, 9 is, he goes to the Warsaw local a lot.
There you go.
He is more of a uni main. I believe he got, I think it was 5th to uni.
The funny thing is, like you say, that he's more from a uni main. Both of them are uni mains.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Versal, right, yeah. Sorry, I didn't even really use my eyes.
Yeah. So both of them here are for in fact the W LARPs. Versal understands your assignment pretty well. That if you're here to just like gimmick on people, you pick this Kagura character, you just smoke them out with damage, and you can see, of course, like he's versed in some combinations.
Versal making the correct pick for a uni player and picking someone with big normals.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. That's home territory. A bit on the slower end though, for their liking. Well, that gets him out of the corner though.
And 9, yeah, not as much of a BB head, but we'll see what he can do here. He used his OD DA there. If he had done his reversal group, which is 5 frames in OD, if he had done that, he could have comboed and maybe even killed.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it would have killed, but it would have done a lot of damage for the JGD loop. Maybe. But either way, we have Teto in there.
Yeah. Get her inside there. So Versal off to a clean start here. I think like Terumi going into the likes of Kagura, not too bad, but like the damage race consistency is so painful. Like, just the amount that Kagura is constantly throwing out, and with your end, especially if you're bursting, right?
Get the JTD, that is plus, but I guess he was just baiting flash kick. Yeah, if you get J2D and they don't ID it, you can. I think you can just micro dash 5D Tyranny at that point.
Yeah.
But I think Tyranny is probably best played when you just kind of autopilot and just 6D a bit, and then once they start calling that out, then you like, okay, I'm gonna stagger more. But he has. If you're gonna play Tyranny, you wanna typically go into a lot of J2D. Honestly, just abuse J2D as much as you can in pressure, because like, while it's not perfect, it's unless they ID it, it is plus at the lower height especially.
Yeah, it's a very tricky normal indeed, because like even when it's IB'd, it's still very strange.
He's got 5C first hit and like 2C as his jump cancel options really, so it's not like, again, Tyranny is a cursed character who has been bad since his inception and will always probably be bad, but I think overall, as a basic pressure string, that at least kind of works.
Yeah. Ooh, not the right extension there, but we move on. So just keep slamming down these Kagura specials.
Okay. He did 60 into nothing. With another grab, and then.
Oh, there it comes, the overhead. Bring it back down to the ground, gets the sweep here, so I'm going to set up the OD.
OD has ran out. Because the orb was on him, he may have gotten away with trying Masenga.
Yeah.
Maybe, because that has projectile info. It doesn't have physical info. So he did the correct thing by not doing it. But it may have worked. It may have worked.
It may have.
Because it was in OD. At that point it was. Like right as he got up, he was in OD. So, I mean.
Well, yeah, Versal keeping it pushing forward, so we'll see what comes up later on. But for now, yeah, it's definitely a tricky character, Kagura. If you're not familiar at all with the options available for him, like how to deal with his specific stances and the follow-ups he gets from it, because there is part of it where it's like, oh, you do want to react to things, like the overhead, obviously, but some of the stuff isn't as evident, like what is the correct play to do in them. And usually, I feel like more often than not, you're trying to find direct answers to things rather than just kind of block things out, because it gets pretty tricky there, especially when RC points start getting involved. So to name an example, right, I think one of the big ones is going to be something like 60A and 60B, where he left rights you. And in general, the go-to is just neutral jump it.
Yeah, I think with 60A, 60B, you can also just wait OD. If you have OD,
yeah,
you can wait a moment right until the 60A would hit. And I think if you OD there, 60B will whiff and you get a massive punish.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, Kaguras will try and like steal rounds with 60B.
Yeah.
If you have OD, you could just steal the round right back. It's it can be pretty brutal.
It is one of those, I think like a lot of his stuff is really susceptible to well-placed ODRs as well, right? Because we're talking about he has big normals, but they're really slow and have a healthy dose of recovery on them. Say he tries to, for some reason, weave 6C to his pressure and you ODR that, you are free to press whatever button you like.
If you can call out Y-Run or just react to it with OD.
Yep.
If you're you don't need to do it at like round start, like 4-second OD. React to the first Y-Run you see. You don't need to do that, but if you think you can kill off of reacting to Y-Run with no D and getting a convert off of that, then yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can represent the option. You can see some of the bigger normals and see what you can do. But typically, the good Kaguras will like kind of sniff these situations out.
Yeah.
Be aware that you have OD. Choose to like throw an A orb, run at you maybe with charging a B flash kick, because you can hold down forward while he runs to charge flash kick.
Right.
It's just an important tidbit to know for any Kagura play, really.
Ooh. Okay, so Versal gets to sit back down.
back on against EX1 star, Zach. Another old head.
Yeah, so this is where the fun starts beginning, because, of course, thankfully to all the different people that sign up, right, you get a lot of people that are just enjoyers of Blazblue, right, so they're not fully dedicated compared to the likes of Zach. And that's when you start getting some real canon events happening to you. Like this is where proper Blazblue hits you on the head.
We'll see how Zach does here. Because it should be a good match.
Yeah, from what I understand, right, Zach's not too heavily active, but he's been around long enough that it's like riding a bicycle.
He's got the basics.
Exactly.
He's not going to fall for the obvious purple throws and the obvious like he's no raw techer.
No. I think, isn't that the mythos of Zach, is that his reactions to things is very, 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 very strong, very snappy. So we'll see how this goes for Versal, especially because like prior we saw He does like to swing quite hard with the Kagura drives, right, the drive stances, and we already discussed that it's highly susceptible to the likes of ODR.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we'll see if some other things come out, like with Lychee, for example. She does have her DP, and is it? Am I not mistaken? Isn't it a projectile DP?
So her DP, it's the only one in the game that isn't rapid cancelable.
Right,
Probably because of some nonsense with the state of the staff while she's doing it.
Yeah.
She can only do it with the staff, and doing it places the staff.
Yeah.
So I guess there must have been some problem at some point, and they just never made it cancelable because frankly she doesn't deserve to rapid her DP. I like DPRC in every game and on every one. But you know, I don't mind that Lychee doesn't have it. That's fine it's fine by me. That's a unique weakness. Blazblue's all about those.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So we'll see how Versal handles into this. Currently, the names are a little bit
Seems
reversed.
to have
a
a little bit of a Windows taskbar at the bottom.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
We can still see the meter.
Yeah, I
just
can
fine.
still see the meter, even if it's only half. That's fine. Okay. I think they're gaming here. Yep, the staff goal. Brentan is such a ridiculous tool. It plays neutral mostly by itself, Brentan. That's the one where she kicks the staff off of her and it flies in an upward dash.
Yeah, it's insanely strong, and especially like the setup she can lay it down.
Good attempt at sort of roll catch combo, but doesn't. And Versal looking a little lost here, but he started to block the staff there. That's good.
No dash blocking, no barrier there. But
no dash.
I think the tricky
dash
part as well
here
for Versal is going to be the fact that Kagura is a slower moving character, and that's something that Zach can definitely highly abuse on the likes of Lychee. Oh, keeps it simple in this case. I guess no confirm, but nevertheless you have the stat set, so you're in a really strong position. The fatal, look at the conversion here, beautiful stuff. Fortunate drop there, but no punish from Versal.
Okay, and that just kind of running a pretty fundamental Lychee game plan here. Yep, JD, the forever incontestable matchstick man, saves the CS. Not Daisharan, but doesn't know D, simply just does the combo. And that's a pretty clean 2 for Zach. 2 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just good old standard player 1 Lychee business here.
Pretty much.
You just drop the staff, you don't have a response to
staff.
it. All life's good.
Hold 5D. Kind of wander around a bit. Threat of the staff. Oh, okay, BFAF. That's good.
Oh, might have been a little too high there for the 6B, but oh, and behold,
yeah,
the 6C.
that's a lot of damage. You might as well burst.
Yeah.
Can't call that one back. And J2D. Well, that was meant to be a burst, I would assume, but... Oh, okay, try the command grab. In OD, you should probably just abuse the fact that you could just go between the stances forever and just rotate them.
And maybe some of the additional dash cancels.
Gets hit by the staff again. Brentan, yep. As I said,
are we getting a side
I
talk too?
that hit. But yeah, Brentan, with that staff hit, he has so much hit stun. He's just gonna walk up, get a confirm, get a convert. I think that move alone invalidates certain characters.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so good.
Versal with a little chance here. Still has me.
Oh, 2C, hang on. This could kill. Oh, no, not that.
Not that way.
He could have done land 6B5C, I think, and that would have killed.
Oh, absolutely. If he was definitely far more familiar with the likes of Kagura routings, it would have most certainly been
that would have worked. That would have killed. I think land 6B5C, something like that. I might be wrong on the exact route, but there was a route available. Yeah, 5D. Rentan, Becker, 6. Yep, this is some pretty solid execution, solid routes. Gets a safe jump. Didn't do a safe jump with JP there instead of traditional 5D hold. Good idea. And another CFAF comes out. I gotta get out of here. Understandable reaction.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, if the game is punished by anything on CFAF, right, staff, you'll gladly take that hit.
The thing about Kagura doing the back dash after 5DA is it's actually a lot longer recovery than his forward dash.
Okay.
So you can actually counter hit him with big normals if he does that back dash. So against some characters, he has to just forward dash to not get punished.
Staff coming in there, clutch time just to defend
Okay,
Zach.
gets a CFAF. Unfortunately, only 1 hit.
Yeah.
I think BFAF would have gotten all the hits there. And
That's
its
true.
head involves very early.
I'm surprised that usually the CFAF back
then again,
into
usually it would still get a few more hits than that. So I can't say it was unexpected.
I think that was actually a very strange interaction there, because normally it would vacuum you back into the remainder of the hits.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was expecting, but
And
alas.
do we have, is that Mr. E stepping up, or is that Mr. E just loitering around?
It should be Mr. E stepping up.
That's Mr. E
Yo,
stepping up.
That's Mr. Side Games Community Manager
That's
himself.
Mr. E.
Hopping on the Amane, tried and true. So we'll see how Rex handles into that.
Long time player as well. Been around a long time.
Yeah.
Plays a bit of everything. A lot of Marvel.
That for
a
sure.
A bit of everything. A lot of Marvel.
A lot of Marvel.
He's been in many brackets for many things. He played DNF. He played 2XKO.
He's what can you say? He's an enjoyer of the fighting game genre.
Yeah. He's playing fighting games.
He is playing, and of course Rex. Tried and true enjoyer of Blazblue, so much so that he is very willing to travel just about anywhere in Europe and bring just his four, I believe it's 4 of his PlayStation 4s, just to make sure that brackets get run.
Dang.
And he is the backbone of any sort of community bracket around.
He's paying for plane storage. My respect.
Absolutely.
He's
and
paying for baggage. That's a man who deserves respect.
Yeah, absolutely. And he does that all to play Bullet.
Like I'm traveling with the most wretched bare bones set of things, so I don't have to pay for any extra storage. And I'm like, it's absolute sad bringing 4 consoles. Legendary.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how he handles, because Rex also definitely a multi-game specialist. He'll tap into just about anything. I believe his main bread and butter is Blazblue and Skullgirls, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, I'm very surprised by the pick of Bullet. It's definitely a very, very choice character to invest in this day and age, but he has certainly invested time and effort into making it as solid as possible. At the very least, he's landing double snap hands.
Yeah, double snap hands, that's good. Like I've never found out the gimmicks for getting those consistently. I tried Bullet for a bit, never found out that gimmick. They're hard though. Okay, so we see they did fist bump, so I don't think this is a button check. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think pressing OD like that immediately.
Yeah, no, I've just never seen round start OD from Amane. Like, I understand the concept. You want drill, but Amane does not have a defensive game.
No,
without Mia, there's nothing. I mean, you've got basic Blazblue knowledge, but like, I don't know. I'd want OD, and that should have been a lot more damage. Speaking of damage, yeah. Now
we're gonna see it.
Like for the round start OD, now he's the level 1 drill. Is this death? I don't know.
Not quite.
No, he would have had to do a bit more and spend OD, and even then, I don't think it would have.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and just misses with that drill.
Yeah, I think the scary part for Mr. E going into this matchup as well is that once Rex starts getting some heat up stacks going, right? He does it again.
Another OD. Why? I mean, you have free will. You can do this. It doesn't mean you should.
I think he just wants to get started to do this.
I mean, he's playing Amane specifically to get people. He's playing Amane specifically just to chip people. Like, he just wants to see the life bar and barrier gauge eviscerated. So that's why he's doing it. He's like, I don't care about the minutiae of victory. I just want to see people's life bars dwindle for the crime, the sin of blocking.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he just did. So, you know what? I was wrong. He did the right thing. Oh my god. What is this route? I haven't seen this route. Infinite. Hey. He's bouncing on it. He's doing tricks on it.
Mr. E always, if he can, he'll have a he'll have a
Mr.
blast
E,
with it.
Yeah, he's trying to have fun. And you know, that last round, he had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I do think Rex could have challenged the drill for maybe a little bit more last round, but that's neither here nor there. Right now, he's got a knockdown. He's not ready for the 5D. And I think, That's good.
Rex is aware, especially when you start threatening the kill on the next. Because like the scary part with dealing with bullets when she's starting to do all this damage to you.
Mr. E showing us some of the most polar rounds here possible.
Like one of the scariest parts about bullet damage is that a lot of it's unburstable. It's just big grabs she does.
Some of it is. Some of the chunks are burstable. Some weird like hit grab parts are, but okay. And he gets greedy with it. Doesn't even try and set up anything in neutral or hang back. It's like, right, that JD is plus on block.
Yeah, you gotta start being, and that's kind of what I've been seeing a lack of from Mr. E. Oh, there we go. It's coming online now.
There we go, yeah. IBB. But yeah, this is a matchup I don't think he has played a tremendous amount of either. So there's going to be a lot of like assumptions based on like the general image of Bullet and how she's perceived about. I was expecting a 6D there, to be honest with you. Even if it might not, but I was expecting drill into a 6D. But hey, that 6D is very risky. He did the right thing. Okay, so now he's got 100 meter.
Yeah,
that's not. It might have worked if Mr. E just thought, he's going to block, I'm going to press 5B, or just go in with the 5D, maybe, but no. That drill was happening, I think before Amane was actionable.
Yeah.
And now, again, he's just getting bonked. I tries to bait a burst. You know what, I respect it. Again, cutting shear, gets the convert, trying to get back. Oh, first here? I mean,
puts him close to the corner. I don't.
He was close to the corner, but now he's out, and now he is down his precious burst to do an OD.
Yep. There's the overhead, and that should be the round.
Doing a 2A instead of a 2B there, just to make sure it connects.
Yeah. Not letting anything slide here. Oh. Trying to hope that the drive might catch.
There we go. There we go. Oh, and just gets a 6D.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the party starter here. That
yeah, and all that life, but he was ready. Bullet 6B has very, very early head involved. So it's actually really good at calling out Amane's hop.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So Amane cannot just hop all over Bullet for free.
Oh, try to go for the combo in there, but unfortunately
gets a 5B. Gets to the 5B again, but oh, no, this is converted. Fair play, fair play. That's it. Oh, and that's big. This could be. Oh, he has 100.
Yeah, I mean, still going.
He has 100.
100 level 3.
Oh, and he did a proper. What's he doing? Oh, yeah, it was fair enough. He wanted the proper route.
Yeah.
No cutting it short.
Yeah, Rex having a bit of a struggle here, what to do into drill, because I think you could try to rep DP a little more in between these drill loops.
I don't know. I mean, I think what he did was right. He did a 6B and I interrupted the hop.
Yeah.
Because Amane basically has to cancel it into hop, or like 2 on 4C, but no Amane's really doing that at level 3.
Right.
So he anti-aired the hop. That's good. That was genuinely the correct play. He just lost interactions after that.
That's fair. I think he also doesn't really know what to do into the drill stall.
I think the two, it's like, I think both of them, yeah, you should jump out of 60 every time. It has no hitbox when on the way down.
Yeah.
And it's got, if it doesn't actually catch you, it's got very few adder frames.
Yeah.
So on a lot of OT setups, you can just backdash it. Even if it looks like it should hit, Amane can't hold it long on whip, it just disappears.
Exactly. So there's options to delay tech back
yeah,
dash.
doesn't barrier the 5B, and now he's in the contraption.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh, no. Mr. E is getting exactly what he wanted. He's getting the big drill damage. He's watching the barrier go down. He's watching the health bars go down. This is why he signed up.
Yeah.
He's getting exactly what he wants.
Very
and now he's doing it again.
Oh.
I can't. Oh, the way he just does JA. What's he doing? But against 6B, right there. It's a great option against the hop because it's got like frame 5 head involved. It's very early, and I think buttons that have like frame 5 or 6 head involved are generally underrated in community discussion. You can stop a lot of stuff on reaction with that.
Oh
no! He did the wrong input. I imagine he wanted 2 on 4D for more heat.
Oh
wait, no.
Okay.
He probably actually wanted cutting shit. Now that I actually think about that a second again, he gets a hit. This should be it. I thought he could have done 6 COD, and I think that would have killed.
Yeah. Oh, not quite
getting COD pickup. Oh, he just dives down. He fade to the left. Yeah. He got everything he wanted. He got the drill. He got the first base. He had a good time.
Old head players are a bit of a canon event. Sometimes they have their little funny gimmick that they like to do, and you got to pass these knowledge checks.
This troll popping off the Zach about something.
The thing is, it's not wholly scary what exactly Mr. E is doing on Amane. It's just that it's one of those cases of like how often do you get to play against
how
Amane?
clued are you into it? The moment you see 6D, if you're not in a setup or something, you should just barrier jump.
Yeah.
At the very least, like super jump barrier jump, try and get out of it by just leave, get out of it.
Yeah.
Because then that's like 3 level 3 drill, and then it's a really good situation for Amane.
Yeah.
But if you jump out of it, it's got lots of recovery, so you can get a punish.
If you gotta hold it, so you messed up, at least try to IB it for some meter.
True, I guess, but I mean,
the correct answer is like don't be in there to begin with.
It's a very negligible difference in. You'll get a little meter, but I think at that point, the more important takeaway is just fuzzy jump out of 60.
Yeah.
5C into 60, not something that really is. It really should be happening very often.
Right.
See it, barrier jump, get a big punish. Amane regrets ever doing it.
Yeah.
On wake up, even with setups, it's very hard to get because if you delay tech and then backdash, as I said earlier, you can't get out of those 60 setups on Oki.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult tool to use. It's visually very deceptive, though. Unless you know that it misses after a certain while, it looks like it's still there.
Yeah.
Amane's full of that. Like, a lot of buttons Amane has just are programmed to never hit crouches.
Okay.
Sometimes the hitboxes overlap, but some of them are just programmed to never hit crouches.
Okay.
There's a bit of visual deception. It's good design, but there's a bit of visual deception with some things.
Yeah.
I think Tega would just get eviscerated by Mane if he got hit by like some of the further normals crouching.
Yeah,
so it was a good option they did, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And now we're going to get into a really interesting one. So Mr. E had his fun. He had to play against a little
Mr.
victim
E,
character.
Yep, Mr. E played against both. I mean, I think Rex could have taken that on just a few different situations.
Yeah, for sure.
He was getting the anti-airs. He just didn't get Oki off of them and mix Mr. E up because Amane's defense is pretty weak. So you're just meant to go in at that point.
Yeah.
Keep Amane blocking. Amane, has a serviceable anti-air, but not that much in the way of dealing with JD resets and just whatever Bullet wants to do. So either way, have to put that behind him. With that good win behind him and play against Zach.
Yeah, because the difference between this previous game and this one
Leaning in, finding the perfect stage, taking his time.
Lychee,
He's wondering if you can find a banned stage, but I don't think so.
I don't think we got blue on here, yeah.
No, you have to finish the story to unlock one of the banned stages. Two of them, in fact, actually, because you only get, I think, the white stage. I think you only get that for the story as well.
Yeah.
Because my PC setup never randoms to it because I never did the story on PC. So my random is superior.
Exactly. So there you go. But I think here this one's going to be a bit of a struggle for
You know what they could do in an update? They could add a few background characters to blue and to the white stage so you can tell where the corners are. You can tell where you're moving. Just put some like random people in there.
I think S fits on the white stage because she just hangs out there.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. Again with the round start OD. Okay. Yep, Zach is now in, yep. 2D, and now this should be difficult for Amane. Oh, well, I say that.
Yeah.
Now it should be. Oh, he armored through that. Fair enough.
Intensive, but...
Okay, he's just missing, unfortunately, because Lychee is very difficult to hit when she wants to be evasive. Zach is just running away. Renchan, yep. Never mind.
Kicking into the corner.
You considered playing neutral. No, Renchan. Oh, yeah, that's a classic. That's been happening since CS. Hold 5D, release it a bit early, 6A.
Yep.
That's the classic Lychee Oki setup. And he tries it again, E-blocks. He's now, defensively, the type of scum games that this guy plays, he's going to be able to recognize defensive situations like that and block the overhead the second time. Now, I wonder what he's going to do here.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't do it. What do you know?
This one's going to be tricky, though, because, like, you can see, right? It just runs full screen.
And he committed to a very far drill. Zach has not been shown to be sitting away. Well, Lychee has no reason to sit down full screen. Even if he wants to move to 6 or Renchan. Yeah, like I said, it's not very good. You have to get very precise setups, and then even then, Lychee has a double backdash, so she can just hold up back and escape every 60 setup. So, yeah. See, it's not good.
No, Zach definitely very aware of the basics here to deal against that Monty matchup. Jump in here. It's going to be a nice setup to follow before. We've seen that Tails, and he has been able to survive a little bit, but again, just trying to escape. The staff is a menace.
Okay, doesn't get a combo effect, but he got a knockdown, and that's good. Sometimes you just got to go, I'm just going to do a DB and do my Oki, and I'm not going to go for a precise combo for 3K and mildly better Oki. Stickman. Okay, pulls back into it, doesn't get hit, but there's time for that yet. Okay, jumps, but doesn't take it. 6A counter hit. Okay, now we're cooking. Gets a 6 because he doesn't tech. Gets a drill because he doesn't tech.
We're bursting for it too.
Okay, you know what? I kind of respect the burst because it's a very winnable round. But that Renchan hit stun, my lord! He manages to get the 5D into the run-up combo on a standing opponent.
Very scary indeed here, but Mr. E is kind of bringing him to the wire in some situations, especially when he does get that level 3 drill on deck. So I'm going to see no round start OD this time. I guess the value of having that defensive option is starting to matter a lot more to Mr. E.
Yeah, I think at this point, Lychee is a difficult matchup for Amane.
Oh, for sure.
She's very good at, like, her JA is very good at, like, just playing people out of the air.
Yeah.
Like, you want to set up above her, no. So the J2 form for cheap stuff from Amane has a bit less weight because of that too. 6B to go over the 2A. Yeah, that has foot involved, so that will happen. You know, gets another TG60 setup. You know, they can work. Just because something should work doesn't mean it won't. Okay, and he's back at level 2. That's not bad though, because when he presses 5D, he's gonna get back to level 3. Zach doesn't have to step. He did not decide to do a meaty though. And just started pressure. Zach had nothing there, and he just kind of let him out. And he doesn't either. Yeah, JD into 5D. Yeah, that's a frustrating round for sure.
So much harass.
Yeah. You hit by JD, and then you tech, and then you hit by the other D, and then you get thrown, and then you get thrown again for your trouble. Okay. So we're heading to some basic Oki. Is he gonna do? I thought he might actually do the cross-up puffball mix-up.
Oh, okay.
I never see Zach do that. Or at least not often. They're super grimy, and they're plus if he holds it too.
That's true.
And you can't react to that. Oh. He didn't have the stats to actually hit on the cross-up early. That's the part I meant.
Yeah, it does side swap,
you
but
can
it's
react
not
to
the
the throw
threat.
action, but when the stats out, no. Okay, JA, JB, JD Oki, yeah, this is looking, yeah, this is over. Oh no.
Oh.
I think he just tried 5D there or something. Well, that was, you know, it was looking alright to E at one point. It was looking okay at one point, but he got harassed, and Zach remembered he doesn't have to interact.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Doesn't have to interact, doesn't really have to go in, he just has to throw the staff, JD.
The matchup kind of plays itself, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, there's things to know, but Lighty's default game plan is gonna keep him on a struggling a bit.
Absolutely. So let's just try and take a look at how things are progressing in the pools so far. I believe we are in our third pool still, so we're getting closer and closer towards the tail end there. That was the qualifiers for the top 12, so that is going to be Mr. E moving forward still, despite losing to Zach, but it's going to be on the loser's end. So curious to see how the rest of that plays out, as we have two more people working their way through for that last slot here in this pool to get into that top 12 position. So it might be the case that we are now getting started on our final pool. Indeed we are, because I think we got Gideon, TG, and the Magic Soup pulling up.
Seems so.
It seems so.
Right, so this is the next pool, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the next pools.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gideon rocking the Lash cosplay is pretty fire. But in terms of what they play, I'm not too... Like, Gideon is a bit also one of those players that likes to play just about everything around. So, big Slayer enjoy over in Strife, that's for sure. Don't know if that's still the case. But we'll take a look at what he picks. But Soup, on the other hand, I believe is on that Kagura. Taking people what's going on. They're both getting very excited about the matter at hand here. And I think we're moving pretty swimmingly through these pools. So yesterday there was a bit of not per se drama, but oopsies with the scheduling running a little too long that we were at the verge of getting kicked out. I think the Melty Blood setups were the last ones to go.
Well, Melty Blood finishing outside the venue would only be appropriate, right?
It was very close to being the case.
They should have just done that. That would be very appropriate for Melty.
There was a potential for votes to take place that they would play the rest out at the Square Peg. So they go to a pub.
Square Peg.
Yeah, just close it out over there. But they
yeah,
did the sensible
I'll get
choice.
a fish and chips and watch the Melty finals in the background.
Exactly, but they made the sensible choice of just playing some top 8 matches off stream just to push it through faster.
Yeah, no, that's you've got to make the call. The part of good TOing is actually thinking, right, these matches cannot be on stream. Run it, get it done, keep things on time. Don't make a mess of it all just to get everyone on stream.
Yeah.
Condense the stream matches, keep the schedule, and that's fine. And if anyone complains, they are not worth your time.
That's the truth. That's the truth of it.
Straight truth.
Sometimes, only rarely, is a complaint to the TO valid. For the rest, you have no concept of the incredible effort that goes into running these events.
Yeah, like complaints are super valid. Pretty rare.
Ooh. I think that would be Gideon on the 9. Definitely a very solid choice to make if you're out here doing some tourism activities in the Blazblue game, because she definitely is a very much run my own game plan type of character with some very specific knowledge that you have to possess to be able to play into her.
Yeah, the thing about 9 really is that, like, when it comes to you can sort of knowledge check people.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of setups you can do that can really get you through situations where you probably should have lost. There are a lot of organized setups, a lot of strange fairy type cross-ups.
Yeah.
There's stuff you can do. Like if you're comfortable with 9 and you can see that your opponent is a little less comfortable, you can identify they're not really familiar with what they should be doing. You can pull out the bag of tricks at that point and like see it. If you just want to get through the match, and you don't have any honor, you can just pull out your bag of tricks that you know that you just don't use on the better people and just like, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, yeah, this guy, he has the resource or the positioning to not deal with this, but he doesn't know that. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the
the
things you kind of want to check quick as well. But we'll see what the Magic Soup has in terms of practice against 9. He'll block there against Crimson Raider, but doesn't really try to attempt to take his turn back, and that's really important with Kagura. So you want to make sure you get that touch, you put it in the corner, and you never let her leave.
I believe I had some games against Magic Soup the other day. The Kagura player. Yep.
Yeah, you can't really interact with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, you have to be very careful about how you do interact. I mean, if 9 just keeps pressing a button, yeah, she doesn't have full armor herself, so she can be hit, but you've got to hit her with something that won't get hit by the skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that right there is I feel that's a pretty obvious rock. You know.
It's just how often have you seen
water,
rock?
fire, and then the rock is going to come out.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things where if you play the matchup or you know the character, you'll know that rock is coming. There's no real prediction to be made. You just have to know it's there and go like, right, yes, it's gonna. 6 dB, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, and a roll catch 3C. You know, that could have ended right there, that round.
Yeah, but I think the 3C was more intended to be the extension after that BFAF.
True, and they did cross up. So unless he, well, no, he could have went for 2 dB, but yeah, nonetheless, we're here now. And Gideon is looking pretty strong. Now, will we see Fairy? He's just playing it so safe.
Yeah, just sit still for a little bit.
Just wait. Yeah, good Wyvern didn't do 2 dB after though.
Yeah, especially on that 50 meter mark.
Far, but nonetheless, I think Wyvern is not exactly great on block. So you either want to do 2 dB or stance cancel and block.
Yeah. But you can see what's going to work out well for Soup in this case is the fact that Gideon does very much understand what to do on 9 and how to pilot it, but interacting against an active opponent, it doesn't seem to be the strong suit here.
Oh, okay, that two-way work. That's unfortunate for... I guess it is a low, so it would beat the armor, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget how fast it is, whether it's 8 or 9. Something around there.
Oh dear. Yeah, just a whole lot of stuff. Too much for the Magic Soup to keep up with, and especially when you have to adjust your guard so quickly on Kagura, you're going to void yourself out of that Fafnir, right? So sometimes you're better off simply just letting it rip, as opposed to switching your guard, because that's your option.
Okay, and yeah, we see the OD there. Like I said, you can OD a 60A or 60B right at the end, and then you get a punish. Now, 9's punishes aren't exactly very painful. Even on DB punishes, he gets about the same damage, unless he has 100 meter to do double super or something. Oh, and here we go.
Set up.
Morganite.
That should be...
Although he got hit by the JD anyway, but...
Yeah. Oh, the reset angle. RC, keep the pressure running.
Gets the block. Unfortunately, tries to press, but the rock is heavily plus. Ooh, Wyvern through it, and it doesn't cancel. Yeah, you've got to be automatically canceling Wyvern at all times.
That's for sure.
Even just into 5 dB, into Surfboard, 2 dB, even just into that, and then Rapid if he blocks it all. I think at that point you want to just be autopilot off of Wyvern into something, because you're going to get punished otherwise.
Yeah, because I think
it's not really a situation you want to just leave it raw.
We're talking about a few tricks you can pull out to see if your opponent has the knowledge or not when dealing with you, and it's stuff like Kagura's, who can heavily rely on that. So we say 60 EC, go into that 2 dB, and then 5DA to close it out backdash, right? Just those 3 simple steps. That's the layer 1. Do they know what to do with that? No. It's pretty swell.
Exactly.
I keep looping my entry. And when you have RC to back it up,
you want to be testing it. And then once you've done that, it's once you've got the knowledge, you can work with it. Okay, I'll do this again. Maybe I'll try it again. Maybe I won't.
There you go. So the world is your oyster, but you do need to understand how versatile your opponent is in the matter. And of course, I don't think you should operate on assumptions unless your name is known in the scene and your opponent's name is known in the scene.
Yeah, if you just know the opponent, then you can. Yeah. Then you just go in with knowledge, like, right, this guy is this good. He does this. He knows how to do this. Exactly. He knows all the counterplay. He throws me like a book.
Exactly.
It's over.
It can be the case. On the other hand, right, it's a tricky skill to actually develop to be able to quickly test things and adapt in a first to two situation.
Yeah, it's what you have to kind of go in, kind of thinking, right, I want to do this to get this info out of the guy.
Yeah.
You know, did he block that well in advance? Did he react right at the last second?
Yeah.
Did he just get hit? I seemingly have no idea. Is he not burst when he clearly should have burst by now? Yeah. You can pull a lot of information from people just by how they're, even if they're just losing, you can pull a lot from how they're losing.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. So, in the meantime, let's take a gander. I believe we should be getting a Kyler 7 and a Midori. So, Midori, relatively familiar name, if you're not aware, plays the Mu 12. So, I think it'll be our first Mu 12 we get to see this weekend. And definitely a very interesting character, decent two-step engagement that it likes to utilize, right? Setting up those steins, which gives access to some scary situations. But I think more often than not, where you see a real highlight come into the character is when she puts you into the corner and then starts suddenly accessing ridiculous 4K damage combos.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of thought about that, because for the most part, right, she's doing things like 5C, 6C, and just chasing after you with Tachi, and then kind of that's it for the day. She hopes maybe she gets a crouch confirm, which is close enough, or she hits you in the air. These kind of options to get a little bit more, right, prop you up, and then she can start accessing the full Stein combos. But if you are in a situation where you can try to influence what hits she's getting, you want to look to stay standing, and especially get hit by 5C at a distance where it's going to be a very simple combo. She chases after you. You hold a very, not the craziest Oki, but still her turn type of thing. But when you start, playing into her and really looking for more opportunities to interact and engage, you might end up actually overextending yourself a little bit. And on these counter hit situations, especially something like SOD, right? You get counter hit by that. That's the end of your bloodline right there.
Yeah, kind of. But whether that ends up happening, we'll see whether they both end up stepping up. It's been a bit.
Yeah. If he's going to get an opponent, that's also going to be a question. They might be calling him over, being like, where are you? We need you for games.
Extremely powerful, or opponent simply refuses to show up.
That's true. I think what has impressed me, though, is with a game like Central Fiction in the given environment that we're in, typically you would expect people to kind of go like, you know what, today I don't feel like it. Let me just DQ. But I think everyone has shown up for Blazblue.
One of those people enter because they want to.
Yeah, they want it. They want to play this game, and that's a very beautiful thing to have to witness. Hopefully not our first DQ.
Ooh, I saw a great birthday over there on the south.
Oh, yeah, there's still action that's going on.
Lambda. There was a great birthday there, but unfortunately, you guys can't. So I'm out.
This is one of those things, you gotta show up. You gotta show up, pull up. You gotta see some really cool characters being played, meet some new people, and then who knows, you get a lot of Blazblue casuals. I can't wait for what we're gonna be doing after all of this is over, so we can get all these casuals down. I gotta check as well, when is my next pools, because I do not want to miss Blazblue casuals. You need casuals. Nah, you can stay over there, bro. We don't need Rachel casuals around. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I think the scariest part about this weekend is you got the ArcSys staffer walking around asking, hey, what do you think about the state of the game?
Oh yeah, they've dodged me so far.
Yeah, I think
I've heard other people say the same, like they walk up to them.
Yeah.
Just hey, what do you think of the game? What do you want to do in this, that?
Yeah, it's like if you had to change one thing, what would you change?
I think someone I know asked them to give Mai a DP. So hopefully Mai Natsume's well-known struggle in this game is soon coming to an end.
Hopefully. I think one of the funner things is we were talking earlier, and he said like, oh, you know what? I should prepare a tweet about this.
It seems at last the other players shown up.
Yeah, but he was asking earlier, it's like, oh yeah, maybe I should prepare a tweet about this. I'm like, no, do not ask people online what they think. Don't do that.
Yeah, like opinions are nice, but it's a very difficult thing to just get a great opinion from everyone at once. It's
That's
like,
true.
you know, people have different like levels of experience and expectations and wants, frankly.
That's for sure. I think at the minimum, if you're gonna, I think the tweet might be out. If you're gonna reply, at least post a picture.
Over there.
Is that what?
I'm just looking at the
Oh, I mean, it's a 9 hover, but I don't know if it's going to go through or not. We'll see in a moment. But yeah, if you're going to be posting your opinions online, at least post a picture of your most recent tournament placing.
That's it, yeah.
Controller issues, ahoy. But yeah, Midori on the move. Is that... solid choice. S just pays the bill, and you can see Midori was shaking his head. He's like, oh, not this character. Because it's a menace. It's a menace into Mu. It's not going to beat her in the damage race for sure, but just the range that she can play at with these is going to far outrange. Because, you know, it's all inner B normals. They're faster, they reach a longer range, and for Mu, typically her dominance is around the C normals, which have C normal speeds to them.
Yeah, yeah.
The wheel of fate is turning.
Very bit of a strange in-between move. That's the Murakumo body type. It doesn't really share anything with them otherwise.
Yeah, I think we should be getting into the matters right at hand here. This looks...
I think so.
Yeah, this... It
feel
looks like
yeah,
gameplay.
This must be gameplay, yeah.
Yeah. Overdrive like that. Oh. Yeah,
okay, yep. Gets a 2B pickup, but doesn't do anything with it.
Back down to the ground. Yeah, big start of that 2C.
It doesn't cancel the 6C into time.
Yeah, or SOD or anything.
Or, yeah.
There
we go. There we go.
That's
the
what
temporary
we
brain
expected.
fog. That's what it was in the training mode. There we go.
Yeah. Sets 2 charge Steins. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go.
There's 2 choices of Stein setups you can go for on move. One is the charge Steins, which they put them at the top there. And there's other ones where you can go for sort of an all-catch Stein, where it will catch you delay teching, or like no teching and or rolling. Well, opting to go for the burst here, trying to go for the chase down, keeping Midori cornered, but JC, it's a very funny button. But if they get above you somehow, it's not going to touch at all. Party starter here. That should be the kill here. Doesn't even need the meter for it. Yeah, Midori.
Yep.
A little bit of struggles, of course, like you mentioned, right?
Just took a moment to warm up.
Yeah,
it's all come back.
It's all coming back. And as well, you know, you can be forgiven where you're trying to do some things, move around, play some setup, but as projectiles, longsword normal, you're going to get clipped by something.
Indeed.
Oh, tricky one to block, actually. Tachi around top of your head. This is one of those, the game decides what side it hits. Yeah, okay, nice air to air, but not really converting into knockdowns, not getting the craziest setups just yet. So Midori bleeding a lot of damage. Yeah, not getting the cancels. We see the RC, there's the press setup, but we got the overhead. Crest explosion, unfortunately not getting the full conversion.
But no conversion, but DPs, and it's baited. Just a flat out, just stand outside of the range, watch it happen.
Yeah.
So they're both the 50% burst. It's interesting. Count the hit, right on wake up in the 5C.
Yeah, this is going to see a bit of that move funny damage. Still going. That could have gone easily to 3.8 with the setup afterwards.
Back in again.
Okay, burst.
Okay, burst, not an ideal burst.
No, I would say it's kind of heroic.
At this point, you should just let the round go.
For sure.
You were right at the top. You'd already taken the damage from that combo.
Yeah.
Like, the bad thing had already happened. You only made it worse.
Yeah, because now you're going into the set point for Midori, sitting at 20%.
Yeah, now you have to hold the hand. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, if you must hero burst, at least hero OD instead.
Yeah.
You know, then at least you have 30% when it all probably goes wrong. Okay, nice. Starting to jab pressure. You know what? I respect it. There we go.
Yeah, the full party hour. Look, and it's still going. Look at the numbers. It keeps going up. She needs to stop.
The full combo. And this will catch rolls. Yep. But he wasn't ready for the roll.
The Stein didn't catch the roll. I think was the main thing that Midori got caught off guard with. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Once activated, it stays out.
It wasn't matching burst, so didn't get the burst there either at the end.
Yep.
But yeah. That was a decent setup because all the Steins were there, so it's just ping, ping, ping.
Exactly. That's definitely one of those things you learn about very quickly when playing into into most. Once she activates one of the 2 Stein commands, it's a done job, right? Like, it's going to continue even if you hit her. So more often than not, your best bet is to just force a throw. Even a tech is enough because it just invulns you through the situation.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go and just have a drink, and get a little pizza outside or something, freshen up my mouth. So
absolutely,
it's been good. I'll
catch you later, man. If anything, I think you'll be in top 12. That's gonna be when we see you next. So for now, just me alone here as we're gonna watch PSX Kyle, aka Max Verstappen, aka Just Kyle, aka Larp Verstappen, hashtag Nafa Premium Strokes, hopping on to play. Are they gonna do a little bit? They're doing a stare down. All right, here we go. Gonna go to the crowd cam here. A little fun performance for y'all. Who knew it ran that deep? Oh my goodness. Hold on now. Thuggery, security. Alrighty, but to the question of who has been the Dutch flag merchant, putting it on everybody, it has been Kyle himself, right, carrying the flag as always. Wales' very own but proud Dutchman. We'll see how he's doing, actually, because I think the funny thing is, you know, his twin brother, Open Wolf, is definitely the more go-to guy. I just had to say it, but I feel like in this pool, we're starting to see some of the DQs. So Max being able to get onto the stream match thanks to an earlier player not making the attendance. Facing off against Titanic Womble.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1, action.
And looks like to be a button check, or yeah, that's a button check right there. But Jubei is definitely a very rare character. You hardly get to see it make an appearance, simply because I think it's one of those cases. The character came out at way too late in the original life cycle of the game, right? It was the first and only DLC on PC. There were previous DLC characters for Central Fiction outside of title updates. And maybe I think it got a second chance for people to hop on due to the rollback patch. So it provided a whole new generation of people to give Central Fiction a try, and they gravitated towards Jubei. So it's going to be important to know for Kyle if he's aware of the very glaring weakness in Jubei's side, the fact that he's considered crouching on all hits. Good ideas on the round start there. Goes up to stagger, should just be fine. Might have even been lost there to actually take his turn back, but an interesting 5D. We go into the Exceed Excel there, and Titanic Womble keeps the party going, put him into the corner. It's going to be a nice finish here with the Fireball setup. Having to hold that option, and yeah, you do have access to those tight swaps, so you do got to be very, very aware. If you want, that's a good angle for. No, Kyle, what are we doing? Just press 6B, dog. IOH, and now with the install available, right, there's a 360, almost RC-like function on Jubei's end, gives him access to 2 major changes. One, his normally fixed record string now becomes a fully dynamic record string you can control every single input from. And of course, his drive changes from the simple dash attack into a trickier dash attack based around drum seals that he sets up and determines the trajectory he flies into. Nice, starting to represent that ratio there. Good throw tech. A little low profile angle, didn't quite have the follow up there, but by that first ice, looking for the reset. Needs to be a bit faster on those A presses, and you can see Titanic Womble saw what the plan was for Max there, and he decides to jump out. We're going to go into the install, add a little bit more. Here comes the Orb, the patience, yeah. Wants to watch out in case Max is opting to use the DP there, just to sort of just play a little trickery here. Hope you're not too automatically adjusted to the fact that they're forced to block the projectile, and you take for granted your OP. But throw through the overhead. I think there was opportunity for Kyle to tag, but DPRC doesn't give you enough hit stun to be able to survive through, and straight away Titanic Womble represents that Exceed XL with the active flow to do the killing blow there. So good start here so far.
The wheel of fate is turning. Level 1. Action.
Needle stagger pressure, finds that first overhead tap there, jump it in. The 2C hits its mark. Jubei does have that 2C anti-air, but it's not the greatest, and it's very easy to actually lose out on jumping situations. So when the Jubei is simply just crouching back there, you gotta be mindful that it can work when they are well aware to preempt it. Here it comes. And like I said, right, RC-like function allows you to get an empowered state and continue the combo there. I believe that was a misinput on EX Super, but man, the Exceed XL there from Titanic Womble consistently connecting, and it's very key, right? Because you see now access to active flow, which gives you a rapid regeneration of the burst gauge. Unfortunate Rekio in the mid-screen there is going to get promptly punished, and that is going to be Titanic Womble on that set point here. Going to be that hashtag Nafa team kill, the 2B, the challenge. Interesting route, just tries to push him as far as possible to the point. Not going to get the Oki set up, the 2A, able to check the overhead, but man, JD, unfortunately, the wrong choice to go for there as Titanic Womble gets right back into things. You see the overdrive, and yeah, a little too early, so in an attempt to try and get the punish going was all that Titanic Womble needed, as gotta be careful when you overdrive. If they do it too early, especially in a very slow starting move, oh my goodness, you're actually gonna get hit more often than not. Setup. Oh, didn't end up taking the jump there, so gonna get out of the given situation for the time being, but this is gonna be a Herculean task of a comeback to make, but the 2C is gonna claim its victim, and Titanic Womble quite handily there is able to close it out 2-0 here against Max Verstappen. So we're gonna see who we're gonna get next, as we do have a very interesting player in this pool, and I believe they're gonna be taking a seat here. It is Macmans, all the way from the US. Earlier here playing some Strive, making a pretty deep run there as well. And yeah, the knowledge that I have acquired from trusted sources is that this is a Azriel player. So we'll see how that pans out, because taking a look at earlier on in the bracket, it is Ray, actually, as a matter of fact, that falls down to Macmans, which is a big surprise, especially considering that Ray has also been on the dual maining angle as of late, swapping between the Azriel and the S. A little bit more practice on S combos than I am. But sadly happens to be the victim of Macmans, and Gideon also falling down, so we'll see who could put a stop to it. I'm curious to see what the NA has to offer in this matter, as it's going to be Thamada facing off, and no clue at the player, but definitely interested to see what kind of characters can be picked up here, because if it is in fact the Azriel that Macmans is rocking, right, there's a lot of characters you can definitely pick to abuse that situation. There is an Azriel lock. We see an Izanami hover. If it goes that way, yeah, okay, it is going to be Izanami as a matter of fact. And now this can be a horribly painful matchup for Azriel to go into, because there's not a lot that Izanami really has to do. Play super low committal, whereas it's on Azriel to get close as possible every single time. And ultimately, once Izanami does get started on the contraption, this looks like to be gameplay. Take a look. No, okay, that's front checks. DP looks like it's working perfectly fine, so I'd say all is prepared to take on this matchup. So, once more, to reiterate, I think for Macmans is going to be all about momentum and careful play, because once you end up in the Izanami contraption, that is it. That's the end of the road. There's very little you have affordable to be able to get out of these situations. You could choose to try and Growler on some of the droplet setups you can do, right? The fidget spinner as the main example, but it's not going to get you out of the given situation, especially with Ribcage backing up. And already the chase down begins, but the Skull stopping any anti-air attack business. Takes the float. The 5B actually finds the anti-air, but no conversion just yet. 5C away. Buster's in. Immediate overdrive, but the timing, again, we saw this prior with the match into Max Verstappen and Titanic Womble, where overdriving a little too early on some of these things is going to get you, it's not going to let you escape just yet when you expect to be able to involve through situations. Oh, full Rekka into RC. Good blocks, not ready to challenge. No IB on the Gustav, but we are backing away. The droplet set up a little too greedy. We need much more space between yourself and the opponent as Izanami to get freely away with a droplet activation, because you do go into a stance where you are not able to block. So it's got to be very, very mindful of that. Trying to see if any means available to control the pace of the game. Trying to jump around the dive kick working. The 5C plus frames dash through. Finds the 5A on the cross up. The low weak points applied. The double weak points now activated. The dash through. And yeah, you can see that Tamada is having a hard time actually getting the game plan started. Just making MacMan's making sure to be on top at all situations. The flood, you could have done the backdash there to avoid a response, but unfortunately, just standing there, becoming a victim to the 6B. So good start here for MacMans.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1, action!
Yeah, it gets caught, but they're back teching, right? It does get you a little space, but it's not going to be the answer to get you out of the situation. Yeah, good timing though from Tamada, right? Droplets coming back in time to cover for the A Thunderbolt lands here. Plus frames, the fade away, good skull. Could have been a really big starter there for MacMans. But yeah, 3C not getting these full conversions. And the IB to come with it as well. Droplet able to avoid the dive kick. I believe just trying to bait out a super response there. The droplets, big starter, RC looking to cash out hard in the situation, but doesn't have the seals to do so. Nevertheless, right, 4.2K, nothing to stop that, and yeah, backdash 5C. Big trouble here for Tamada. Because this should be a done and dusted situation, typically for Izanami, right? Find that first touch, put them all the way into the corner, and leave them in the contraption with no hope of escaping from the machinations. Oh, a little too obvious there. Finds the seal, tries to go for the slow walk up throw, but it's not going to work out there. Gets the conversion off of the RC from the Gustav, and that's going to be quick work there for MacMans. I can start to see the threat of this player tearing his way through the brackets. And with that, right, MacMans is going to be facing off against an undetermined player, but has at least secured himself a path into that top 12. Be it through the loser's end or the winner's side, depending on how the next match goes. So up next, we should be getting the return of Titanic Womble, going to be facing off against CD Clark. Yeah, CD Clark had the privilege to play him earlier in previous days here at VSF, and CD Clark making a very responsible decision here to pick up Carl out of all the possible characters. You know, top one, Mr. Top One himself. But while the character is definitely very, very strong, you do have to be extremely learned in how to utilize all of his techniques to maximum efficiency to really capitalize on what makes him Mr. Top One, what makes him so hard to contest once that engine starts rolling. And even then, right, there's still answers. They're very, very technical answers, but people have displayed the means to put the work into that and actually get it down pretty reliably. We've seen in local rep there. We've seen recently at KGP had Excalibur blades fly over due to the backing of multiple people of North America there, and getting to face off against some elite talent in Japan, right? We're talking about arcade monsters who are probably some of the strongest players globally, but unfortunately do not have the means nor opportunities to travel and put a display for themselves. So this is where they get to unite, and of all characters to overtake it against Excal, it was a Noel player. So you can see, right, just because you're playing Mr. Top One, it isn't the be-all, end-all. You can still be susceptible to lower tiers. It's just going to be a matter of like who put the most effort in and who is most consistent at the time. And for the matter, so with the matchup at hand, right, Jubei, a very, very slippery character, is going to be doing quite a lot of work here to try and skirt around the doll, but doesn't unfortunately have any toolings to hit Carl, who might be camping behind the Ignis. So in Wombo's case, right, the important part is going to be an establishment of early dominance, right, putting Carl as far away from the doll as possible and never letting him leave. And already we're starting to get those round start interactions, looking for those early counter hits, but it's within Carl's natural game plan. So just back away, right, get behind Ignis, let her start being that second body on the screen, which is going to make approaching a little far harder than it needs to be. Good block on the first mix. Oh, a little bit of an error there, but Titanic Wombo not entirely sure what to do in the situation. It's a hard one to play with, because obviously when you see a certain button ended, you imagine you're practically screaming at the player, press something. But in a given moment, right, you wholly expect many, many more options to come out from the opponent before they simply let a button go like that. And that's why mix-ups at -8 and 10 just simply work. Good stagger pressure. No meter just yet from CD Clark. Gets snatched up, and now we're going to utilize that burst and immediately the activation of the Konfoko. Sadly, not in a position to capitalize on that wall bounce from it. Could have been a really big opener there for the CD Clark, but now we see the sandwich situation that Carl is very, very well known for and very, very strong at. Sets it up, yeah, crosses through, and the burst bait. Beautiful stuff here from Clark. Now going to bring you back down to the corner. Running out of doll gauge here, so actually fully out. RC's for the extension. Blue beat actions, shaking his head in disagreement there, but nevertheless able to cinch out that first game pretty well.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1, action!
So we hop here, game number 2. Does Titanic Wombo have the means to keep the pressure running? Really good multi-hit there, actually taking a lot of Ignis health, so should Clark get the next touch right, he needs a lot of downtime actually to generate sufficient stocks back to make it a very scary situation. OD activation, good fuzzy jump there, just getting out. Should have taken chicken block situation. 6D not hitting his mark. Oh, doing the sandwich, force the block, overshoots ever so slightly. That is, Oh, good bait on the Exceed Excel there. Gonna get the nice punish to go with it, but drops the combo, unfortunately. Still has the install, so access to strong record strings, but yeah, one of those projectiles when it stays out in the field. And highly advised, actually, both players smartly doing so. When you play face off against Carl, right, put on that headset. We do have venue audio, but just want to make sure that you're hearing that spark coming and not being distracted by my or the crowd's sounds. Just like that. It's exactly that situation. How could you tell the projectile was coming from off screen? Including the fact that it accelerates, so it can blindside you if you're far away from Ignis when it fires. Oh, okay, spicy, spicy. I like to see these burst baits. They're looking pretty mighty. Big counter hit here for Titanic Wombo, able to bring it back down to the ground, but unfortunately it's one of those situations where you end the combo, they end the pressure with Ignis right next door, and especially when Carl has that 50 meter, right? Access to that counter assault has the added benefit of being immediately able to control the doll. Oh, very nice, yeah. I got in very blinding mix-ups too to work well here in the situation. So Titanic Wombo now round on the board. Is it enough to tie up the set, right? Bring it to a final game situation. Oh, the run under, very, very strong. Oh, yeah. One of those things with Jubei, that dash into 2B, very fast, can catch you off guard. But again, we see a similar execution error there. Could have been really massive. It's all very key momentum that Titanic Wombo needs to close out this round. But see the Konfoko trying to control space a little bit with the projectile. It can be nice, right? Especially if Ignis starts dropping that projectile, just being able to challenge into that. Deny one of those space control tools from Carl. But here we go. Titanic Wombo. One solid touch. He's the final one to close things out. The IOH, and that is going to be, in fact, tied upset here. Hop straight into the next game. So both players very, very solid in their momentum gameplay, struggling to deal with one another's pressure. So it can be a very exemplified case of the first touch to win. And pops away. Wow, okay. Right, goes for the overhead. Nice. Safe minus frames, blocks the overhead again, but the summer back Ignis. Be careful now. Trying to stagger pressure, the overhead connects, but no combo without counter hit. Good throw break, and just like that, deploys the projectile, forced to hold it still for a bit. Retreat back to the comfort of the doll. Oh, big overhead, and the doll close enough to get that conversion. We're about to see not death just yet, but the first setup and catching the throw, looking for the burst bait, but Titanic Wombo not biting. At this point, just finish your play. It's too low for a heroic burst, especially now that CD Clark is at set point, right? You could have just taken that nice and easy, but I guess the trade-off is you generate a little bit of that burst gauge back for yourself. And blocks patience. Send out Nason. Make sure to have her keep Jube at bay, not let that advance happen forward too freely. The Combrio, but no jump. Patience, she's hanging still. Overhead, not full conversion, tries to go for the run-up throw. Nice, big counter hit. Overdrive. Unfortunately, I think that might have been a whiff throw, getting punished probably by a throw of Titanic Wombo's own, but doesn't close out the Oki. Overdrive, willing to concede, just press the button. Kofoko is coming out. Oh no, might have not actually got the full activation. No, it came actually very delayed. Still calling Nessun, but I don't know what options being attempted here, and especially Titanic Wombo going fast left and right, meaning that the input might not be completed properly, and it's simply just a doll off screen, just doing one move that doesn't advance itself forward or generate any presence on the screen. That being said, it is going to be final game, final round between these two. CD Clark has that burst available very, very shortly, and Titanic Wombo is going to have to hold a little bit before being in such a likewise position. So immediately pushing forward, making sure to deny CD Clark the ability to sandwich him. The backdash, with the low profile of the anti-air, hold still, the burst into the doll. A very scary tool, finds the low. We get the full conversion here. Able to roll through. Tricky mix-up indeed. Burst. Doll's on the other side, able to jump over, but that JB barely clipping, trying to keep him at bay. The projectile coming out, but hit too soon before he's able to get the full travel on deck. Oh, wow. JB somehow they cross up on, despite all how it looks. And now, trapped in the corner, Titanic Wombo only has that counter assault available to himself to look for an out. Takes the safe route pressure, first block, jumps over. Second block done successfully. One more mix up here with the doll, finds the jab, but doesn't really get the convert. Counter assault, put him in the corner, but the doll is going to expire. You're going to push a bit of damage here, but it's not going to be allowed to kill. Stack pressure, fading away, looking to kill time to get the doll back up, but just barely the tag there for Titanic Wombo. Is immediately going to pop into the super here to get that extension, put him into the corner. Now, with the threat of an IOH of his own, he could entirely run the momentum back from here. It messes it up, super jump, but no escape from Clark. Finally does find an angle out, summons Nason in the process, and the swipe. 4D, barely able to clip Titanic Wombo there, and CD Clark does barely clutched out. Thankfully, in his part, he had a very strong round start earlier to have a lot of health to work with to the situation. But Clark gets the privilege of remaining seated as we're going to determine our last, we're going to determine our next two players to make, or it's already been determined, the next two players to make it into the top 12. Right, Macmen's going to be facing off against CD Clark, so it's going to be a question of, is it from the winners or the loser side? We also going to have one more player, whoever it be, tearing through the losers end of this bracket. By the looks of it, my vote's cast on Ray in this matter. I don't think anybody's really going to out funny him here. No real Blazblue players I see, just some people that do understand their character, but not wholly the system. But yeah, the bracket's shaping up to be very, very scary indeed. So we'll give the full breakdown on who we got in the top 12 so far, as I believe after this, I'm trying to take a look at DB Blanks. Is it going to be Marvel 3? All right. We might be one-shotting the bracket, so we'll see how my responsibilities balance out in that regard, because I do have to play some Marvel pools. Something I normally be happy to DQ from, but Mr. E's a cool guy, so let me play his funny game. DP has successfully been found on the part of Hackmans once again, and yeah, this one, again, one of those games, something we expected to see prior for Hackmans going into Tsunami. It's going to be the type of character that is really going to be controlling of the options that he has available, and CD Clark just has to remember to, especially if Hackmans is demonstrating that DP pretty early on, to take some pressure or take some Oki situations to let the doll do the work for him. You're going to lose out on your really cool mix, but at the very least, right, you're going to get a much bigger punish thereafter. And should Hackmans decide to respect the situation afterwards, right, you're still fine to press some normals. Just like that. Yeah, early DP, just as we imagined, with that jump in. So something that Clark has to look out for now moving forward is to make sure that the DP is being baited. Yeah, had to reach feet away from that situation. Unfortunately, the Volante is going to deny any continuation pressure, and yeah, making it very tricky for Hackmans actually to come across. Really smart from CD Clark to just play it slow, play it patient, play at a distance, let the doll control that space in between. But now, without doll, this is the time that Hackmans has to play all on gas, right? And just like that, we see 5C into the Gustav, big cash out with that RC. Gets that low weak point already established, but air-to-air challenge, fades away, that back dash. Should be D. No, once set the full setup here. Counter assault. Foco, not going to reach full, or barely going to touch there, but now we've separated ourselves quite scarily. Oh yeah, can't be doing that. You really do need to at least have Growler to demonstrate some very scary left-right mix-ups. Oh wow, I cannot believe that worked out like that. Hackmans able to barely clutch out that rotate J2C, connecting against the 6C there from CD Clark. But yeah, already showing a very jumpy nature on defense, so you can't really take that overhead for granted, but still it does find its place to work. Yeah, very big. Might have been an unfortunate misinput there, but first coming out for the anti-airs, but CD Clark not making it easy. Trying to sandwich in between the doll, not going to work, and the two-way reset. Burst away, get over there to the corner. Umbrio sets up the wall, trying to push the doll forward. Also bounce the gameplay a little bit to find recovery on the doll gauge. Punishes. Oh my god, the 2C eating up there. But 5C counter hit. This is what Hackmans is looking for. And squarely, like just like that, able to take the life lead back. But fortunately for CD Clark, not able to get that knockdown situation set up. 2D not connecting. Lock on the Gustav, but no ID. That is going to be the game here for Hackmans. Keeps it nice and simple with a Black Hawk Stinger here. CD Clark definitely has the potential to close things out here, but it's just these small interactions where he's not able to fully maintain control of the knockdown situation. We're going back to character select. I don't know if Clark has, yeah, I don't imagine Clark has anything else to represent, so just take this moment of picking your characters again, picking the stages to evaluate what comes next. How are you going to change things moving into this game?
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1, action.
Put a bit of punish there on that 6C, funnily enough. That's the interesting thing about the doll, right? It takes that hit. You're stuck in hit stun all the while that Carl can continue playing. Yeah, the armor kicking in on time there. The burst away. Gets that cross up. 6D on Oki, just like that. Set up. Fortunately, not your turn to mash out there. Counter assault, pushing it forward. A little bit of pressure. He jumps back in and just represents that dash through yet again. No use of TK Growlers and the likes, right? So it is a slower left, right? It's the pace of something like Susanoo's overhead, but it's not something you're normally trained against dealing. The best option you have going into it is to just try and go for, I believe, yeah, you go for cross-up OS. Plink that back AB. Block on the same side, mash when they go through. Big, oh, that should have just been a punish. Yeah, -2 situation, able to backdash freely. There we go, Clark. Able to get some action once again, bring you all the way to the corner, the full combo here. Big counter hit, but unfortunately not getting the conversion, and the doll actually delaying the descent of J2D there, so, or J2C, excuse me. Catches the roll here, puts you back into the corner. Still though, scary sandwich situation to try and survive the dash through, but opted to go for the unblockable there. CD Clark does not have, oh, to the burst. Hard situation to make the comeback from. Pushes on forward, trying to get the doll closer, but you gotta watch out, right? If you get too close with the doll, that gives Ezreal the opportunity to get overhead and get closer to you while you're separated from the doll, just like this, right? Push it to the corner, the jump barely working out. Also, getting the falling normal there. Command grab doll, not able to connect. Oh, what an Amari going for the Astral, and he's having a good old ball at the matter. And that is gonna be MacMeds moving on forward into the winner's side of top 12 for Blazblue. Central Fiction here. So we still have to find one more person on the loser side to make their appearance. But yeah, other than that,